baby.
What's up? What's up? What's up? It is Thursday night. Shannon, what are you grinning for already? The cat that eat the canary grin there.
I heard that.
Oh, that's your first time seeing that one, isn't it?
Is
like
it?
that.
Well, and I liked the smoke with the fire behind it. I'm like, that would be a good painting.
Yeah, it would be, but now I don't know. I don't want to give anybody PTSD out in California, so I might have to change that.
Oh, God.
yeah.
So, yeah.
California,
Yeah. So thoughts out to them as well. Hopefully they get through. And that's kind of a crazy thing going on there. Worst fire, I guess, ever in history. And we got some folks out there in Cali, you know, Sharks Home Bruins out there. And I got friends, and she's got some family out there too. So,
yeah, it's some people used to live out there, but not anymore.
Yeah, that's awful.
Well, I guess still do. My aunt still does. So, yeah.
Talked to a couple old college schoolmates this morning, so they were doing good out there. So yeah, they were doing good. Escape from where the fire was, but I still know some other people where the fire started to encroach on where they're at now.
Yeah,
it's kind of like
that's crazy.
Evacuate or not evacuate, but you know it's crazy.
I was talking about earthquakes separating them. I was like, they're going to melt down by fires before it's over with.
Yeah.
The whole state's going to burn up before it's done.
I don't think
one state under fire, other states under snow.
The end of the world.
I know, that's crazy.
Good thing we're going to make Canada a 51st state, though, because we got more room now.
Yes.
We'll have more room when we add Canada, and we'll be good to go.
51st state in the Gulf of America.
And Greenland.
Yeah.
Won't need a passport to get there now.
I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah. Who's ready to cruise on the Panama Canal? Oh, the American Canal. My bad. So shout out to everybody. This is Thursday night. This is what we do. We come out. We have fun. We have some drinks. We have some laughs. We talk some beer. We talk some stuff, not beer. It's great to have Shannon back in the house. It's definitely been a while. So give it up for her for making the appearance. And how's the painting going? How's the drawings?
The paintings, I'm enjoying it still.
She's done some really good drawings.
Yes.
Yeah.
I painted something, and there's like a consensus. It's only my thought I want to do to this painting, and everybody's like, no, don't do that.
Well, show them and get opinions.
Okay, well, first, my paintings have turned into the ones that I just do them from my head. I don't like copy anything and they're kind of like out in outer space, kind of, but not really outer space because they don't look like outer space, but it's kind of the thing. But it's like a universe I've made up in my mind. And so it's not real. So a tree can grow in outer space in my universe. But when I say I want to put a tree in this painting, everybody's like, no, it's outer space. That doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, but it's not real. Let me ask.
You're the artist.
She always thinks she has to
go
above and beyond. She can't just stop.
I don't know when to stop.
I was like, no, don't do that. It's like,
so
don't do
this
that.
is the painting.
And
see, I want to put like a cherry blossom tree growing out of this right here. I want to put like a little bitty cherry blossom tree there. And everybody's like, no, it's outer space. Trees don't grow in space. And I'm like, well, you don't have like triangles in space either. And you don't have this. None of this. Clouds aren't this color. Like this.
I think you could add a cherry blossom tree there. I think maybe some of your friends have never seen the wall or anything like that, or everything, but you can make it into what you wanted to make it in.
I was like, doesn't this shit remind you of Pink Floyd a little bit?
Yeah, I would put a tree out there, put a cherry blossom tree.
But I was talking to my brother, and our mom always liked to play Asteroid when an Atari, and he was like, you should add like an asteroid up there. And I'm like, but what? I don't know what an asteroid looks like because I have some asteroids in there.
It's just a rock. It's just a rock. But I mean, it's your painting. You do your painting the way you want to do it. Don't ask anybody else. Plant the cherry blossom.
I'm also afraid I'll screw it up by adding a cherry blossom tree because I've never painted a cherry blossom tree.
That's why I said no. But
yeah.
She was here last night practicing on like another paper or whatever.
On my little cherry blossom trees, so I could get it right before I put it in the paper.
I'm like, just leave it alone. It looks good the way it is.
Yeah, it does look good. But I got to bring in one of our 51st state patrons.
Oh, hey.
Welcome to the United States, my friend.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
How
No.
you doing, Ray?
I'm all right. I'm all right. How about you guys?
Doing good. Thanks for reaching out there, and yeah, having some fun laughs, and with some of the stuff happening. And I don't know if Todd, you saw it earlier or not. Ray saw it because it was like he knew who the person was, and I shared it in our chat earlier with the Brew Tubers. But this lady out of Canada, this woman, I don't know who she is, but she was her game was fire. She was just on point.
That's Elizabeth May. She is the leader of the Green Party.
Okay.
So
okay.
she's the longest reigning leader of a female leader of a political party, I think, in the history of Canada.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's in her 70s, and she's on fire.
She was a fireball.
I wish she was affiliated with a different party.
Yeah. You're in a group, Shannon. You're in the Brew Tubers group on Instagram. It's in there.
I don't check messages
on Instagram.
I don't.
Yeah. I didn't think
I'll send it to you on Facebook then. We'll do the old school way.
I've got it.
Oh, Todd has it actually. Yeah.
I've got it. I watched it earlier, but
Yeah, you're lucky if I check my text messages.
I'm watching her. I'm like, is this really a politician or is this like a comedian? Because she's pretty humorous. I enjoyed watching her kind of
Ray,
do the stuff.
So you said the Green Party. Is it like over here we have the red and the blue? Do you have red and blue and green, or just red and blue, or
We've got the Green Party, the NDP, the Liberal Party, the Conservative Party, and I know there's one that I'm forgetting.
You should have very many parties instead of just two like we do.
I want to say the LCBO, but that's not a party. That's where you get the alcohol. But it sounds like a party.
Yeah, but it's coming to them soon, though, since they're going to be part of us now.
They're not.
And we have other parties, Shannon. We have the Green Party here.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Well, I guess the media just blocks that out.
Well, no, they put it out there. They still got enough run. I mean, you got to remember, we're still a young country compared to like Canada, Europe, England, different countries in Europe.
Listen, I'm really, you guys carry on. I'm not interested in talking about the freaking demise of the rest of our country. So like, I'm trying to like, just block it all out.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Good luck with that.
I'm doing my best.
Shout out to Tater in the house. Happy
Tater
Thursday, my friend. Great to see you. Shout out to Dave in the house. Answer E. Skitchen. E. Skitchen, the answer to what is my question now? Need to find a question for that answer.
Like
missing school for sure. All right, Brandon. Yeah, I haven't done the poll question yet, so I'll do that here in a second. But I feel like I feel like there's going to be a leader in the clubhouse with that one. Yeah, it's not happening, but it still make fun of the stuff being said out there about now and Canada and Greenland and
I love Elizabeth May's solutions for getting rid of the Democrats that Trump doesn't like.
Oh yeah. Well, it was pretty funny when she was talking about. Well, we'll just go ahead and take Washington, Oregon, and California. How would you like to be the new provinces up here? We'll take Vermont and we'll take Maine. It's just like hilarious the way she's breaking stuff down. Then it snowed one time when I was a kid, January 73. It was not enough to build a decent snowman. The next time we saw snow was 89. Well, you were down in New Orleans, so yeah, you didn't get a lot of snow.
Doesn't he live in Chicago?
Yeah, which is surprising. He got it in New Orleans. He must have been living somewhere else besides New Orleans, unless it was one of those fluke occurrences.
I love the snow. Love it.
Poll popped up on my link. Oh. Answer E. Wait a minute. Answer E. Skitchen? Or you say a skin? I don't know what skitchen is. If you had another answer, I don't know what skitchen is in snow. So the poll question was
sounded like a name of some sort.
Yeah, it does. Like the woman someone. I made me think of the woman suing Donald Trump, but that's a whole different thing.
Like bitches who snitch into
E.G. Carroll. The question was best snowfall activity as a kid, and the answers were snowball fight, sledding, building a snowman, or missing school. So those are the four choices. So right now, missing school 67%. And then snowball fight and sledding are tied at 17. So nobody's building a snowman.
I'd say sledding.
I would too, because you can just pretend you're sick and not go to school anytime, but you can't just go sledding anytime.
True.
Yeah. Sledding is more like
You're gonna sway the votes now.
yeah.
But sledding versus a snowball, nobody loves a good snowball fight.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but no.
Yeah, I've been in some where it knocked you out
I
and you got
don't
hit.
like getting in
Oh,
trouble.
we could talk about some of those snowballs as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ice ball
Dave-
fights, not snowball.
Yeah.
Ice ball fights.
What about
Dave said, Dave said, grab the bumper of a car and go for a ride in the snow.
Yeah,
Oh, so that's what skitching is. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I never knew it was called that. I've seen people grabbing on the back, usually trucks or something, but
Yeah,
that's
I've heard of that, but I didn't know I didn't know that was the name.
I didn't know it was a
either.
term. Yeah.
Those are like redneck activities.
Yeah, they teach hi,
Hey,
Shannon.
wait a
Grew up in New
second.
Orleans and lived there until 2002.
My ears right now.
Okay.
No, what I like to do when it snows is went out with my brother the other day and I came inside. I went out to vape and I came inside, grabbed like a chunk of snow and I walked up to him and he had a hoodie on. I'm like, Donnie, you have got something all over the back of your neck. I'm like, here, let me get it off. And when I did, I pulled his shirt open and I put the ice down put the big old chunk of
Oh, I
snow
bet he
down.
was real happy about that.
But he fell for it. I'm like, Donnie, you got something all over the back of your neck.
Why he would ever fall
I
for any of
know.
your shenanigans ever is beyond me.
Ever. You think he'd know by now. You would think he would
That's
know
what
that.
I'm saying.
Yeah, you would think. Like, that's his own fault for that. Like, he can't get mad at nobody but himself.
And that's what I told him. Like, I cannot believe you fell for that.
And he's
Yeah.
like, why would you do that? Right, exactly what
Maybe.
he did.
Maybe it was he just wanted to be the old family touch of back in the day. Just, it's something that still warms his heart. Cools his neck. Gives him a cold neck, but it warms his heart. So.
No. Well, he had a sweatshirt on and his t-shirt tucked into his jeans. So I love it when you do that because you put it in the back and it doesn't just fall out. It's like stuck. And then you try to pull your t-shirt out and then it goes down the back of your jeans instead of,
Yeah. Someone voted for build a snowman. So now 11% tie with snowball fight. 22
Do you
for
want to build a
sledded,
snowman?
and 56 for how was snowball fight like tied for third? Like I did not know anybody that not like a good snowball fight. Like maybe
Yeah, but
being a guy.
But I have those choices, though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't vote it that high myself.
A snowball fight? A good old
Yeah.
snowball fight?
I mean, I love the good snowball fight. Don't get me wrong, but
You want to go have a snowball fight?
you don't want to have a snowball fight.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. You won't do it. You won't do it.
Start warming up.
Wait a minute, is that code for something?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Yeah, wait.
Todd
What does that
doesn't
mean?
stretch that hard for something else. He doesn't go, okay, let's go. Let's go. Yeah.
At least not on camera, anyway.
Yeah.
Not even 30 minutes in, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually talking about a snowball
It's not even
fight.
9 o'clock yet. And you're already going to get kicked off.
Now my shirt matches Todd's.
There you go.
It does. Oh, he put a sticker on. Look at my shirt.
Look at that
Mine's
sweatshirt right
Project.
there.
Nice.
Jay's on the slope there.
We used to have drinking games where you
Rajay's
put
on
the
a
card on
slope.
your forehead.
He's like, yeah. This is the closest that any other man besides Todd's been.
So Liz,
I did. Hi, Liz. Yes.
Go to the-
Liz.
go to the
Liz.
mountain.
Love Liz.
There was a mountain joke in there, but I didn't get into that one. Yeah. So apparently none of us matter except Shannon and Liz. So just saying.
Hey. Oh, God. Boo hoo.
you seem surprised by this, Rod. I don't know why.
No.
but-
No, I mean I'm used to it now. When Shannon comes in, we bask in her sunshine. I mean that's just how
Yeah,
it works.
We're just
You're just peons in my universe.
here to back you up.
Yeah.
Cheers to Shane in the house. Cheers, Shane. Happy Thursday, my
buddy.
friend. I don't know. I have no idea when Shane's working or off, like his nights and stuff. So
Thursday he's off.
oh, he's off tonight. Okay. All right.
Typically Thursday, Friday nights he's off.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Because I thought at one point he changed his schedule up. That's why I didn't know if he went back to being something different or not.
Ooh, what's
I got one of
that?
these things too. Rod.
Did you really? Does
What
it
is
spin
it?
around? It's a
Yep.
spinner like mine.
It's a little can rotator.
Spin round.
They sit on
round.
there and it just and the cam just goes.
Oh, for
the
your
cam just
channel.
spins.
So it's like
Yeah.
a platform for the model of the beer.
Turntable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
turntable. There you go.
Yeah. Not like a DJ turntable, but still a
No.
turntable. Yeah.
Beer can
I mean,
turntable.
same-
That'd be one
But
slow record if you did it like that slow, you know. I wouldn't even want to try to scratch that up. I'm just saying it would be like so slow. Yeah, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work.
You never know.
Big Daddy in the house. Cheers, my friend. Oh, the
Daddy.
peanut butter marshmallow
Ooh, yeah.
imperial style from Energy City, 10%.
Ooh, that sounds
So
good.
I take it right now, people aren't really doing a dry January. That's in fact are in the house, I believe. Like so.
I wouldn't think anybody that
Nay,
was showing up is doing dry January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I started out the month not doing dry January, but I put up a couple NA beers, which I just did, the Rationale and then the Heineken. And I was like, I better put up a regular beer before people think I'm doing dry January. So I dropped the other half today.
I
Yeah.
saw your Heineken one. So you said it was pretty decent, right?
The Heineken Zero, in my opinion, and I had someone else comment on there too. I'm trying to think who it was. I think it tastes better than regular Heineken.
Really?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it tastes better. I can easily see drinking that from time to time as an NA choice, or just want to break up the routine. Don't want ice water, don't want iced tea or whatever like that. Just drinking that, and it was a better feel to it than, like I said,
Yeah,
the regular Heineken was.
drink a real one, then drink that one, drink a real one, drink that one. You're still just kind of cutting it in half. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It still
yeah.
feels like you're drinking all night, but you're just doing
Mhm.
half of it. So
Yeah, so it was better than I thought it was going to be. There's someone on Facebook, a couple people have recommended me to try the Budweiser, not the one we did in Canada, but the NA. Not this. That's what is the Select is the one that you had there.
That's the Select 55.
Yeah, that was terrible. Oh my God, like yeah.
Are those
I've
like
had
the
worse.
low alcohol calorie beers?
If I'm going to taste something that bad, you might as well go ahead and give me
I don't.
what's that?
Malort.
Malort. Yeah.
Ugh.
Best drink ever.
Best drink never.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Never. Yeah.
Oh. Trez in the house. Cheers, Trez. Happy Thursday,
sure.
my friend. In early. Great to see you. Let me see
Rod,
here.
when's the Ohio Beer Fest? Is that
February
March
3rd.
Is it February? So our tailspin must be March 1st.
February 2nd. Yeah.
February 2nd.
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember. I was getting mixed up.
No. You're right. February 1st. February 2nd, I've got the UCWV again. That whole
I'll say
weekend's going to be
February-
like crazy
yeah.
for me.
I'll say February 1st was that one, and then March 1st was Tailspin. But I couldn't remember which one was which.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna miss Tailspin because we're volunteering. And
No. That one's in February. then
Oh,
Tailspin's
okay,
in
okay,
March, so
okay.
it'd be
Yeah, Tailspin is in March.
a month
Whew.
apart. Yeah. So
I'm going to have to get Todd a notebook too, Shannon, just so you know, because we talked about
You're gonna have to what?
I have to get Todd a notebook. We talked about this like 3 times already. So I have to get Todd a notebook as well.
the funny thing was,
Yes.
the fun thing was, I was going to check my emails just before I come on. I was like, what was the date on that? Because I couldn't remember. I knew one was March and one was February. I couldn't remember which one was which.
Well,
so,
see, I forgot, and I just Googled Cincinnati Beer Fest, and then it popped up.
So we got
Yeah.
basically
A couple weeks.
2 weeks and a half, 2.5 weeks.
Which reminds me, are you guys going to try to get a hotel up here, or
Yeah, we need to do that.
because
was
I
looking-
can send you a thing to the place that we stayed when we moved. They got a pretty nice new Fairfield Inn that's right here near us. And
Yeah, 'cause I was
Xavier-
looking at
Xavier's right near us too.
Yeah. I was looking at places close enough to walk.
Oh, that's right.
to
It's like Xavier
but-
this year.
but it's by a college, and there's not really very many
Xavier
places.
Yeah, no, it's at Xavier. So
With
like from
walking
here I was gonna like Uber, because Uber from here to where Xavier is, it's like a
Well, I was going to. That was going to be
10 minute drive or whatever, right? But the hotel that I was gonna see if you guys wanted me to send to you is like 4 minutes from us. That's where we stayed when we first
Oh.
went up
Well,
there.
that's what I
It
was
was
gonna
all
ask you,
new
like,
Fairfield Inn.
That's what I was going to ask you. It's like we could stay there, and then we all could just share an Uber or whatever if you wanted to.
Rideshare.
Yeah, we can just like that and everything. Plus, if we come back and like we want to go to dinner or something.
Yeah.
Janice
Yes,
needs
yeah.
somewhere for
Send me
dinner or
the
something.
link to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, send me the
Okay.
link to that.
Yeah.
That's probably what we'll do then.
It's not
Choice.
It's a motel, not a hotel, right?
Holiday
It's a hotel.
Inn.
It's a hotel. Fairfield Inn.
Hotel. I always get
Marriott.
hotel mix.
Motel is the outdoor.
Yeah,
outside.
So I
motel.
want to take a hotel, not a motel.
Motel's like the outside door hookup. You know,
Right,
people,
see,
sketchy
you
people
making
walking through
fun
the
of me of
parking
that
lot.
on Reddit, and I've told her this for 15 years. And
Yeah,
she
I
still
can't get them
remember
right
it,
because
so.
I just never like when we went to Michigan and our friend set up the lodging, and one of our friends, she sent us the group message, and then my friend Heather texted me and was like, she said motel, not hotel, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. There's a like Norman Bates is like a motel.
It was bad. It was bad.
Just,
So
think
then-
that, no, just here's how you think of it. It's like Motel 6. We'll leave the light on for you. So the Motel 6 is always, outside in.
Yeah.
Not
Okay, but to
inside.
confuse things even more, what's the difference between a hotel, a motel, and an inn?
An inn sounds classier, like a bed and breakfast.
I think an inn is a motel that they've just tried to class up, like the Red Roof Inn.
Absolutely
Yeah,
right.
Red Roof
Yes,
Inn.
exactly right.
Still
Quality
better
Inn,
than the
Roadway
Right, all the
Inn.
Inns I know
They're
are
they're all like
motels.
motels for the most part. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like
The
a
place we
motel
stayed in-
with a snack center.
yeah, but the place we stayed in, the doors were on the inside. It's like they were trying to warn you. Just because our doors are on the
Did
inside
y'all switch
doesn't.
it?
No.
Oh.
No,
Our
I mean you
door-
can have a Red Roof Inn and have doors on the inside
Yeah. Well, the shit.
to
I'm
make
gonna-
it kind of look like it's a hotel, but it's really still a motel kind of feel.
Yeah, the motel we stayed in had doors on the inside. I think they just tried to trick us by calling it a motel.
Or a
And it was-
hotel.
Could you
And
get in?
it was a motel.
No, there were no
Oh,
doors.
so it was a hotel.
Yeah, it had a little lobby that smelled like curry and Lysol. And
That sounds like a motel.
it felt like a motel.
Was it
Curry and
Yeah.
Lysol and
Yes,
weed.
it was a microtel, motel, whatever. It was not.
Oh,
good.
like a microtel inn or whatever. That's a motel.
It was.
Or was like an extended
had-
stay.
But isn't it hotel microtel?
I don't know.
I
Maybe
just-
it may be extended stay. That's another
she
one.
She said you go in from the inside, so it had to be. A
Yeah,
hotel
it had
room.
like a little lot, but it said microtel motel.
Oh,
But it
Yeah.
was where all the truckers and the electricians stayed when they had to come in from out of town. And it was like you looked outside and you saw all these like big fancy trucks. But when you got inside, it looked like they were all there with ladies of the night, is where they bring
Yeah,
them.
that's more of a motel.
Yeah, it was. But we
Yeah.
made it work.
Yeah.
It-
pay by the hour.
I
Pay by the hour.
I mean, I was like, this is what we're working with. And I had a great time. But I mean,
This lounge smells of cigarettes and sex.
oh my God.
Well, the funny thing is, here in Niagara Falls, we've got Wyndham Hotels, Microtel Hotels by Wyndham.
That's what it is right there. A microtel.
Sorry, it's Microtel Inn and Suites by Wyndham.
It
So
was,
it's an
they
inn.
didn't have suites where we were at.
They
No,
might have.
no, we were on the top floor. There were no
It was
suites.
just spelled wrong.
They just charged more because maybe they changed their sheets more often, and they called it a suite.
Hmm.
Because Stephanie
They've been
and
renovated.
Heather- they had a window seat, and I was happy with that. So
But they got the blood stains out, so that's a good thing.
yeah, I mean it worked out. I stayed,
Not the bullet holes though. The
yeah,
bullet
there
holes
were
are-
bullet
the
holes.
bullet holes are permanent.
I mean, I kept bragging on my friend about it. I'm like, because she was in charge of it. And I was like, Stephanie, there's literally a bullet hole in the wall next to you. And she says, that's not a bullet hole. How would there get a bullet hole over here? I'm like, well, they could have shot through the window and fixed the window and not the bullet hole.
Or could have shot from inside the room.
Yeah, it's true.
I
Yeah.
mean, it could have been drilled in as a peephole. You never know.
Wait, was Norman was staying next door.
I mean, it was, it was an experience.
Why do I keep hearing a flapping sound? What?
But the good thing about Michigan is,
Same time every night.
Yeah.
Weird. I don't know why.
the good thing about Michigan, though, is that there were things that were available legally that made me not care where I was sleeping at.
Well, yeah, that can
If
happen
you get my
too.
drift.
But that can get you in trouble.
But
You
it
wake
was
up like, where am I? No, you may wake up somewhere like, how did I get here?
yeah, I woke up. I forgot my keys, and I woke up in a very nice,
Oh God, yeah.
the opposite of where I was staying, because I got stranded because there was no Ubers at midnight to get me back, And so there was only one place left to stay, and it was a very nice place. And so I was like, shit, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess I'm gonna have to pay for this room. And it was beautiful. It was very nice.
Better than the other.
Then I had to come home and tell Todd I spent more on that room for that one night than I did the whole trip. And plus, I was trying to frantically get an Uber or a Lyft, and I signed up and probably spent like, I kept getting charged for Ubers.
You got
I
charged
never
a shit
got.
ton on those, and nobody ever showed up. I was like,
Yeah.
why have you got so many Uber
I'm like,
charges?
I was trying to get back to my classy bed. Yeah.
Well, Shane said he's been using the turntable in his last few videos as well. So
I gotta get back another
the
baby.
turntable's making its rounds. See what I did there? Making its rounds.
Round.
I thought that was pretty good myself.
Play some 80s music in the background.
Right. Hey Shane, what's up, Ray? How you doing, Rob? Where you at, Todd? Yo, Trev, here's that. JT sitting everybody in one little line there.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
He's
efficient.
JT. Cheers to Dave. Cheers to everybody. Cheers back. Yo, Shane, Trez, Ray, everybody. Current strain Scooby
Yes,
Snacks and Sativa Hybrid. There you go.
We need to go back to.
Yeah, I just found a place that's actually you know what? It won't be too when you guys come up, won't be too far from around the corner from where we're at too.
Yes.
We need to ask, is Trez gonna come to the beer fest?
I think Trent said he wasn't going to the beer fest. Trent, are you going to the beer fest?
I know he was talking about maybe coming, but hopefully he did.
Yeah.
I like to see him come.
Me too. When we went to Cincinnati, we stopped at a place up there too. And then I get generous when I've been drinking and I give all the shit away. And
Oh yeah, for all your
I can see her being generous and just giving stuff
Yeah, I
away.
do. I just give everything away.
Yeah.
Just wakes up the next day and she's like, "Where'd this go?" I'm like, "Well, you gave all that shit away."
They're like, where'd that Red Hot Chili Peppers girl go? Who? The one giving it away,
Yeah.
giving it away, giving it away.
Yeah.
That's funny. I didn't hear generous. I heard I get the jitters when I'm drinking.
Yeah. Oh, well, we know that she gets when she does one thing in particular, especially a few of them. So that was a fun night. So
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
She don't even remember because she was
Still
just,
remember.
that one night when you bought all those gummies when we were in Canada and you're trying to give them away, but you ate the whole bag yourself.
Well, they were
and then
1
some.
milligram a piece.
That's what you
They
said.
were more than 1 milligram a piece, but I think you weren't letting it kick in. You just kept going back in. Like, I don't think they're working. I don't think they're
Right,
working.
that's what she does with the strong ones.
Yeah.
Here. She does that with those. Like, oh, it's fine. I'll take another one in 15 minutes.
It tells you. It tells you to wait an hour. It says wait an hour before.
And I've been fine every single time I've done it, and I've had a good time. So what's the problem?
Next thing you know, all four of them kick in at the same time, and it's like, ooh.
No, it was great to see when it actually happened. So yeah, it was a blast.
I will say that was probably the best. Yeah.
Got to experience it firsthand.
Yes, Canada. That was good.
Tristan, what up, Alkanos? Cheers. What's up, Drew? Cheers, my friend.
Brew's in the house. Hey, Brew.
Ooh, I love facts for snacks.
On my way to work, we'll jump back. Okay, all right. I knew you usually go into work around this time, so okay, cool. Getting in early and be back on. We'll be here. Nicky Byers led the Guinness drinkers 3-0 in the second. 3-0. What is that? That's like hockey or something going on?
3-0. Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah, 3-0.
Yeah.
Because
Nicky Byers.
the
Is this
college
the second
football
period, the
playoffs
second
on right now. It's usually second period.
Irons lead the Guinness drink.
Maybe it's
Second
NHL. Maybe NHL in the second. Well, 3-0. Nifty Byers lead the Guinness drinkers. I mean, other than a beer competition going on that I'm not aware of in
What
Chicago
it sounds
right
like.
now.
Mhm.
Could be something like ESPN Ocho because they put all kinds of shit in there nowadays.
They do. It's crazy.
I literally turned on. I've seen Tag. I've seen. Yeah, Tag is like a big thing.
Yeah,
now
World
on
Chase Tag is
ESPN Ocho.
amazing.
Are you
Yeah.
kidding
Oh,
me?
no, that's a big deal. Yeah.
Ultimate
I've been
Chase
watching
Tag is the
Tag on
best.
TV.
Yeah, they go around this little mini arena.
They
No, they got.
had horse at one time, too.
Yeah, you get that. You get the axe throwing. You're getting darts. You're getting all different times. It's just like started out kind of. I felt like a joke from dodgeball, but now you're just seeing stuff on there you never thought you would see on ESPN. Like,
Hey, I'm
Like
gonna ask you to do something here because I'm going to forget. And it don't matter if I write it down because I'll forget to bring the notebook. But when we go to the next beer tube thing, we need to play tag.
I don't know if I'm gonna play tag running around drinking the beers we'll be drinking there because someone's gonna probably hurt themselves.
Oh, come on. I mean, we'll all be out of breath in like 5 minutes anyway.
That might be the fun part of it, though.
Yeah.
That might be. That might be.
Write it down, Ray. Write it down.
Is
Write it down.
is it still going to be that original place that Chase had, or did that fall through still?
Oh, you're talking about when we do the
Yeah,
Carolina. I thought you were talking Cincinnati.
No,
That's what I was thinking. Oh yeah.
Go to Carolina.
I think where Chase is setting it up still is kind of where it's all
Yes.
going there. So
If it's still that same place, we'll have plenty of room to play tag.
Yeah, it's on I think it's on acres.
Yeah.
It looks like it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. So I was on both VRBO and Airbnb trying to find something close because we were looking for a place because Paul and I were going to head down with the wives and just give them a space to,
Right,
to
yeah.
do their own thing. And we were talking about heading down a bit early too, maybe 4 or 5 days
Yeah.
early. But those plans are all still up in the air as of right now. I've had some changes at work and I'm not 100% sure what's happening for that weekend yet, but
you know.
Well,
yeah.
you guys can come down in general.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think Paul's plans will change at all. I can't speak for him for sure, but there is a chance that I may not make it. So
Wow.
Oh, okay. Well, I got some plan out mine to get out there too, but I was planning to try to come down early as well.
yeah, for me, really, it's. I mean, I could probably get out on the Saturday, Sunday pretty easily. It's just the cost of a flight to make it worthwhile. It's a
You're
13-hour
right.
drive if we drive, and
Yeah,
right now for the wife and I to come down, it's looking at almost $1,200 Canadian return.
Jeez.
Wow. Yeah.
So it's a challenge to try and justify that much money for
For a couple
a
of
couple of
days.
days.
Oh
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody would blame you on that regard.
Yeah. I mean, if we fast track the 51st state, you'll be domestic by then. So
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, but it's more expensive for us to fly domestic.
Yeah, it will be.
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
And I am flying. I was looking at Buffalo to whichever GSP, I guess it would be the closest.
Mm.
I even looked at flying into Atlanta and then renting a car or something, and it's not
Well, you could
affordable.
fly into
Yeah.
Louisville, and then we could all ride down together.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's
You guys
an
gonna
option.
drive? You guys are gonna drive down then?
No, I wouldn't fly into Louisville. I'd fly into Cincinnati or to Indianapolis.
Well, Cincinnati costs more than Louisville, though.
Yeah,
Does it really? I
Yeah.
thought it was
I know
cheaper.
the original
Cincinnati's-
plan for us is we were going to leave here, head over to wherever Paul's family is in Ohio, drop his mom off, stay overnight, and then head down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're
Down
a
in the
Dayton
morning.
area. Yeah. I think they're a
That's what-
Dayton area from me talking to
Yeah,
Paul.
that turns it
Yeah.
into like
We
a
have that.
14-hour trip total. So
Ugh.
Yeah. I mean, you could just try to jump on a plane. Apparently, that's the thing to do.
Yeah.
Just don't get in the wheel area because that's where people don't make it. But apparently now every
Oh,
week someone's getting
The
caught
safest
stowaway
place
on
to
a
fly,
plane.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
Crashing.
how are people getting through to these planes now? I thought security was supposed to be at a higher level, and now we're finding every week someone's like another
Right.
stowaway somewhere. Not feeling too safe right there.
Okay.
Leave poor Shannon alone. She's hilarious when she is wasted.
Thank
LOL.
you, Shane. I'm so happy. was
No
so
lies, no lies detected.
Ugh.
Tobogganing, the greatest snowfall activity. Yeah, but Vanessa, no one has toboggans in the States.
So, Rod, me and my brother were having this conversation the other day, the same night we were out. So, like a lot of people call them beanies, or some people call them caps, I guess.
Mhm.
There was a lady sitting, and she had what I call a toboggan on. It's, like a knit hat what you wear in the wintertime.
Does it have
I
the
call
fur
it
thing
toboggan.
come down? Does it come down with the
Well,
string?
it don't even have to have the ear things. It's just like
you mean a
beanie.
toque?
Just
toque.
Yeah, a toque. But I call it a toboggan, and everybody's like, Donnie's like, that's not a toboggan. That's a I can't remember, a beanie or
skull cap.
yeah.
or-
I'm like, it's a toboggan.
I mean, is it a hat like on the kid from South Park wears?
Yeah, like
With
kids-
No,
Well,
it doesn't. No,
yeah.
it doesn't.
No, not with the
Doesn't
not
have
not
any
not
slabs.
Kenny, not
Oh.
Kenny, but not Kenny's at the hood, not the one with the
that-
flaps.
yeah,
Kyle,
yeah.
that's like
Toboggan.
Yeah.
to me that's more like a bean. To me that's more like a beanie.
Yeah, and I'm like, I
Because
always
I think a toboggan is more like the fur type thing when it comes down over the
Yeah.
ears and you pull it.
A toboggan is the thing that you slide down a hill on, or you
Right,
drag wood out of the forest.
But
Come
I
on,
just-
y'all.
I'm like, when did we
If you're
stop
taking us
calling
over,
it
you got to get
toboggan?
this stuff right.
I'm like, when did we stop calling it a toboggan? I've always
Oh
called it
no,
toboggan.
we've always called it that, but
Maybe it depends where you're at.
I'm sure people say, "Oh, you mean a?"
Of course, you and Donnie grew up together, so you would think he called the same thing you would. So.
I think a beanie is one of those like little colored hats where they have like the triangles with the little spinny thing on top of it. That's a beanie to me.
I can see that's a beanie too. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I think of when
I think the snow one like from South Park is being a beanie as well. So
Yeah, that's a beanie. Or I mean,
Yeah.
that's a toboggan.
yeah,
I had a bunch of hats in here the other day, but I can't find them now.
Yeah.
I cleaned up.
Don't you hate
See,
when you
that's-
do that and then you don't know where
I was
anything's
gonna say
at?
that's the first problem. They're just cleaning it up.
Yeah, my wife doesn't like the way I clean up.
greetings, dear people.
Yes.
Translated Mr. Davis post. I believe he's referring to the Notre Dame. Oh, okay, that's what he's doing.
Oh,
That makes
I do
sense.
have that on. It is 3-0, but he said the Guinness drinkers 3.
and something
No.
Byron.
3-0 in the second. Nitty Byrons lead the Guinness drinkers. Okay, so the Guinness drinkers would be the Irish. The Nifty Byrons, okay,
Oh, he's speaking in code.
would be Penn State. Okay. I had another term for Penn State, but you know. Kind of goes back to Sandusky being there. Those poor
Sandusky.
kids. Yeah, the poor kid thing they went. They got left the hook big time when that happened. Considering SMU got like the worst penalty ever for what they did compared to what Penn State got nothing for what that coach was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a sports question. The Arkansas game where number 55 stepped on that guy's ankle. Did anything ever happen to that kid?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
That's the
That
same thing.
is
It's like I never heard
insane.
anything more about it after that.
I mean, I don't think he was like a player that people probably cared about as much, so it kind of got under the radar some. I mean,
Ouch.
you would think something would happen because it got blown up so much when people
That
saw that. It was all over
just-
the place.
That kid has probably killed animals when he was a kid, and he's probably killed people now. He's crazy. Why would you do that?
And now saying this on here,
Yeah.
you're on his list.
Well, come at
Yeah.
me, boy.
It's like Steve Buscemi with his lipstick.
That,
Hey,
was,
Circling
Roy-
your name.
that is one of the dirtiest things I've ever seen.
Roy rage is a serious thing.
Yep.
Yeah, that was terrible. With it, yeah, I mean,
That was because you saw him.
eh,
He knew what he was going to do when he walked up there. He was thinking
Yeah.
about it before he did it. That was just so.
football
dirty.
can be a dirty sport, though. I mean, it's I can remember it's different now than when I played. When I played, like you get into some of those bottom of those piles, and there'd be punches thrown and people spitting on. It would get ugly in there sometimes. Like,
Yeah, but at least they had enough damn sense to do it inside the pile where nobody could see it. This guy didn't even care. He was on the outside and walked up to the pile and
Yeah,
did it.
they're always
Yeah.
nut punching or nut grabbing when you're in the bottom of
Yeah.
the pile.
yeah, well, by his size, he probably wasn't the smartest one in the shed anyway. So.
No.
That was dirty.
Obviously, he wasn't.
Hey, what's up, Emerson? Best snowfall activity as a kid was making meth pipes
Mm.
out of ice. It was a gift for a friend. Anyways, let's drink fancy beers. Cheers.
Just make-
Hey, Todd, tell Shannon to grab me a beer while she's up, eh?
Hey, you gotta. Everybody should start a career somewhere.
This-
That's good.
So, by the way, the first beer I was actually finishing because I never mentioned was the double high pitch IPA from High Wire Gang.
gift
Nice.
Yeah, still working my
Stop.
way through those.
I stopped to grab a couple on the way home today. I had nothing in the fridge, so I was like, "Ooh, Rod's
How
out
does that
tonight. I gotta
happen?
grab some beers
How's
just
that
in case."
happen? How's that happen?
Have you met me? And Paul was over on the weekend.
That's
So-
how it happened.
Oh, that explains.
that explains a lot right there.
That's all you had to say. That's all you had to say.
Yeah, actually, Paul was over Friday night and Sunday. So,
Yeah. So you should have led with that.
so I've got a real soft spot for red ales.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I had to grab this one.
Nice.
And you know what? It did not disappoint.
Even better.
So
Nice.
good. So good. Bob Cajun does some great beers.
Yeah.
Puppy.
He's the cutest little thing that's ever lived. He's the cutest thing that's ever lived. Oh.
Let's see. Everybody's saying hello, hello. Hey, Liz. Have you seen the riffraff they allow on the planes these days? I've seen some
Child
crazy
coming into my room.
crazy plane videos with some people that kind of act a fool in there, and I don't know if they're always happening or sometimes they're just like stage type things, but it's kind of crazy. So I feel like I've never had anything that happened on one of my flights, and I feel like if it did, I'd probably get kicked off myself. Like, I grew up with a 10-foot toboggan, wood sledding toboggan. All of his 6 siblings would go downhill on it all at once. Nice.
Oh, it sounds like a injury waiting to happen.
Yeah, but I feel like sleds would be more common than toboggans as far as, I mean, now Vanessa, you grew up in Connecticut, up in the Northeast. I don't know if you lived in all over different spots, but I feel like for most kids, it's like mostly a sled, like 1 or 2 person sled.
We did a sled or the top.
But it could be sled toboggan. It could be sled and toboggan.
Did you ever go sledding on the top of a garbage can?
Yeah, we done cardboard.
Yeah, like a garbage can lid or whatever.
Yeah.
We've done cardboard. We've done all kinds
Yeah,
of
we did.
stuff.
I was gonna say we used to do cardboard all the time just because
Garbage bags. Big giant black garbage bags.
Tarps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perps, yep.
We just
I didn't say
whatever
I
we get our
didn't
hands
realize
on.
I couldn't put another one in there, but I didn't say make snow angels. A lot of kids like making snow angels.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Snow
Yeah.
They
activity.
never work out though. Like there's usually
Yeah.
not enough snow to make a snow angel.
There would have been enough snow in this last snowfall for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you ever toboggan on the trunk lid off of a car?
No, I have not done that. I
No.
don't have any spare trunk lids.
Pull the roof off and put 6 of your friends on?
I bet my dad would have liked that.
Oh.
No.
Come on, let's go.
I've
do
never
it.
done it either, but I just thought it sounded cool.
Let's do it.
But the thing with the sleds is you do the sleds, but you build the ramp, but you build in the ramps.
No.
So
absolutely.
sledding is
You have to
one
build a
thing.
ramp.
Sledding is one thing, but when you put the ramp at the bottom and you sled it down, picking up speed, and you hit that ramp and go up airborne, that's a whole different adventure.
I went sledding over at my cousin's when I was a kid one time. It was down the
Flood wall.
the flood wall, and at the bottom of it was like a ditch
A creek. Yeah, that happened.
where the creek was, whatever. So they built this ramp where you would slide. When you go down, you'd hit the ramp so you could jump over it.
Yeah.
Not me. I fucking straight into it.
Yeah.
I gassed my chin. I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm done. I don't even want to. Who said this was fun?
That's what me and Aunt Verdina did one time.
But I mean,
There's always
if somebody's not bleeding, is it even sledding? Like, come
Right.
I
on.
mean, that's
There-
true.
there always has to be a casualty somewhere to make the story that much even better. So, fortunately,
Well,
it happened to be you this time. It had to be you this time.
The inner
Todd.
tube is the best. The inner tube is
We used
the
to
best.
do that. We used to do that too.
Down
Get
the
on
snow, yeah.
Yes, that's the best.
The great big giant transport truck inner tube.
Mm,
That's
Well,
pretty
we-
big.
we
isn't
did
it?
I don't
One-
know what that is.
We did one.
What do you-
It was maybe what you're talking about. It was like huge, like big round,
Get like 2 or 3
Down it.
people in there.
and it was a huge ass hill, and it was like hit this little bump, and we went flying, and it was like 2 or 3 of us on it. We all just went flying off of it, and the tube just went going. It was like the landing, yeah, that sucked. That hurt.
He's so interested in stories. He's watching in motion.
But that brief moment when you're airborne, it makes
Oh, but it was fun.
Makes it
Though.
all
Yeah,
worth
it was
it.
fun
Yeah.
until you thudded on the ground. It was like, oh.
You know, those big old wooden sleds were always the fastest though.
Oh yeah.
They were so fast, especially if you had one of those crazy parents that waxed them. You know,
Oh.
they were-
Oh.
Get your life insurance money they took out.
well, you don't want your kids to be the slow one on the hill, right? So
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, the true.
Yeah.
But my favorite though was the GT Snow Racer. That was the best.
I never
The
saw
three
that one.
seat. Oh, the GT
Yeah.
Snow Racer. Oh, you don't know what a GT
I
Snow
feel like,
Racer is?
like that was.
Hey,
I feel like that was a sled that had a little.
That's like a green machine contraption right there. You know,
Similar.
like you got a big wheel, but I got a green machine.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought the green machine was great.
my sleds never had names.
He's talking about big wheels now.
Oh, big wheels.
Yeah, the green machine was the
I don't
one.
think it was smart enough to operate a green machine back in the day.
You had some shifting taking place. So, I mean, it was pretty much getting you set for the clutch when you drove a car. So
yeah.
And for those of you that don't know, I just shared a picture of the GT Snow Racer. So
Oh.
There you go. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking it was. Okay.
Yeah. This over here is a foot brake.
Damn. Oh no,
They were fast. They were
trip to the
really
hospital.
fast. So
that's got to be a Canada thing.
Nice.
well, probably because we
You
get more snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
let's see
we
here.
have that big old field in our backyard, and we've lived here for what 13 years, 11 years, and I like it when it snows. Like every blade of grass is covered up, and it's just a white blanket of snow. And every time it snows, I look out and I'm like, you can still see some grass poking through, and it's so pretty out there right now.
Not this time, yeah.
Nice.
So
Snow is always better when you're a kid. When you're an adult and you have to go out and muck around in it. Yeah, it loses the cuteness appeal for me.
That's what I said too. I was like, yeah, it's fun to look at, but I don't want to drive in it. So the hell with this.
I mean, I literally work a mile away from the house, so it doesn't bother me the farthest I've actually worked in the last 20-something years is maybe 8 miles.
It doesn't matter for me. It's okay.
Well, I'm just saying my personal. I'm not talking about you.
I know you're not.
Vanessa bought the toboggan in Alaska to teach her coworkers' kids how to ride. So there you go.
Oh.
Definitely got some training ground in Alaska.
Yep.
I do not remember that from Geddy Lee. I don't even know who Geddy Lee. I'm trying to think who Geddy Lee is.
I don't either.
Geddy Lee?
Yeah.
Bass player, lead singer for the band Rush.
Oh, we just had a band.
Okay.
So JT would know that for sure. Yeah. Okay.
I know Rush. I just didn't know all the names, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
Alex Lifeson, Geddy Lee, and Neil Peart.
There we go.
Yeah. Neil was the lead singer, right?
Geddy.
Geddy was the lead singer?
Neil was the drummer. Neil
was the
did
drummer,
most of the songwriting. And Alex Lifeson was the bass player.
Why did I think Neil was the one who sung like Tom Sawyer?
I don't know. He probably wrote it.
But it was Geddy. Okay.
Yeah, Geddy was the lead singer. Or, he still is the lead singer, I guess, if Neil hadn't passed away.
They're still doing it.
If Neil hadn't passed away. And
Yeah. Liz says hello.
Shane.
Hi, Liz.
Sorry, I just glanced over at the comments. Shane.
I grew with the blade sleds, the flexible flyer. I just know the flyer from being a wagon.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Radio flyer.
Yeah, radio flyer.
Yeah.
Once to pile up with 3 other flyers. And that sounds like a fun time. You have a pile up of flyers. That's a lot of sledding taking place. U.S. National Championship Toboggan Association is in Camden, Maine.
What?
Did not even know that was a thing. I'm sure I'll see it on ESPN Ocho at some point. Best of sleds down the hill with our toboggan. Okay. Well, you had 6 people in the toboggans. You got some good power in it, I'm sure.
That's a lot of weight, even if it is small.
There's a lot of weight going downhill. Yeah. Inner tubes are more dangerous.
More dangerous than like sleds with blades on them.
I found an image of the flexible flyer. I couldn't remember what it was, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember that now. Okay.
That looks like something dogs would be attached to.
I feel like my cousin or somebody had one of those when I was a kid.
Yeah, I had a feeling that's what it was, but I couldn't remember for sure, so I had to check it. So
steel discs with handles were great fun for crash and burn sledding. Yeah. Yeah, we had the steel. We had the actual, jarts in the backyard growing up too. We had more danger. We had the Tonka toys that were made from metal and not the plastic stuff. So yeah, we had a lot of stuff.
I have a scar somewhere where I got hit with one of them as a kid. So
yeah, you don't want to get hit with a Tonka truck, that's for sure. Yeah.
And remember the original lawn darts?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We had the jarts.
that was the jarts that we had back in the day.
Yeah.
Yep. And then they switched it to that weighted half moon ball thing.
Yeah.
Just because people can get out the way.
I mean, it's survival of the fittest.
Natural selection.
Although
Yes.
at a backyard picnic where people are drinking, not paying attention, I can see where something could happen. But still,
Well, it could happen, but I mean,
that's on the people to know where they're at, right? Like, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
But I remember doing track back in the day, and then it's like years after they started like pulling javelins out of stuff because people were getting stabbed. Like, how do you not see this metal spear coming at you? Like, you're just gonna stand there and watch it? Like,
I mean, it happens, Rod. It happens.
yeah. People not paying attention. What's up, Mike? Cheers, my man. No drinks for me tonight. No, not yet. But I had to say howdy. Hey, nothing wrong with that. You always get like an NA as well, too. So those are definitely popping off. So have some myself as well. Peggy, hey everyone. More snow tomorrow. Yes, we were talking about that earlier. More snow. Not looking forward to that.
I am.
That's Mama Todd right there, Ray.
Yeah, that's Todd's
Lifeson was a guitar. Yep.
Dang, where I live. Not only didn't we have snow, we didn't have hills.
No hills.
But you had good music and good food.
Yeah.
And
the swamps,
the Gulf of Mexico, which is going to be the Gulf of America at some point.
Wait, JT was New Orleans?
He grew up in Louisiana. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Louisiana. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
New
makes
Orleans,
sense.
Yeah. You had
Is JT in Louisiana now or somewhere else?
Oh, he's Chicago now.
Chicago now.
Chicago. Yeah.
Okay.
He had all that great gumbo down there for years.
Nice.
Grew up with skates, learned that skill very young. I've never ice skated. I roller skated, but never ice skated.
Todd went ice skating one time when we first started dating. Todd's the most like
But I was good at it before we went that time.
Anyway, Todd is the most
I always say good at it. I was changeable on. Let's say that.
He's the most
Set the
coordinated
table.
person I know. Okay, so we're still dating and we go ice skating, and I'd never been ice skating. I was excited. I was like, let's, and I sucked, but he fucking falls, twists his ankle, freezing on the ice, and he's pouring sweat because he's hurting so bad from twisting his ankle on the ice skates.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I thought you were sporty, dude.
Yeah, that freaking hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Did
like,
he cry?
and then we all had
You
to
could tell
go
us.
ice skate
You could tell us.
because
Did he cry?
people-
Did he
I
cry?
don't
You
know,
could tell
not
us.
to.
Did he shed a tear? You could tell us. Did he cry? Did he cry
out of
when
his
it happened?
forehead.
Yeah, out of my forehead. No, I didn't cry. I might have wanted to, but I didn't.
But he cussed a lot, I bet.
No, we were still dating. He was still trying to behave.
Oh, he was the cussing yet? Oh, you still
Well,
trying to be nice?
No.
He was still
I
lying
was
to you.
sitting in the bleachers on the side. They went out and skated a little bit longer. Then I was cussing like a sailor.
Yeah.
At that point. And they come back and was like, "Oh no, it's fine. Go ahead, keep going." I was like, "Son of a bitch, this hurts like a."
Yeah. But he made this big old scene, and everybody had to stop skating.
I did not.
Everybody came over, like even the parents that were off of the. I'm just
Was it a
kidding.
drop? Was it a drama queen moment?
That would have been awesome if I did, though. Have
They
some
called.
cookies
They
and
called
some-
an ambulance and all that because he was acting.
Todd's on ice. Man down. Man down.
being dramatic.
We
I
have
could just see
another
Todd
one.
I'd see Todd laying in the fetal position on the ice.
Yeah.
He's like,
Don't
I was
touch
like,
me.
Don't
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
And I'm
I was
like,
curled up. I was like,
I can never break up with this dude because
I
he's
was like-
not mentally stable.
yeah, the ice is so cold. I can't move. The ice is so cold.
It's so cold right now. Sir, you're laying on the ice.
Why am I sweating? It's so cold in here. Why am I sweating?
Oh, my.
That's great.
Oh, my.
Grew up in Ithaca, New York. Cornell has a famous danger.
Yes.
Ithaca definitely has. So when I came out of high school, Ithaca was one of the schools that were trying to recruit me to come out there for track. And I saw where Ithaca was, and I saw what their weather was usually like. And it was like, ain't no way.
No, thank you.
I was gonna say, Rod, could you run the slopes? Is that what the deal was? You could run
Yeah.
the slopes, down the slopes. And...
Yeah. I'm like, I don't care if it's a partial scholarship. I ain't going up to Ithaca, New York. I
Yeah.
can see how bad that looks. Yeah.
But you
Like,
run the
nope.
hills. It's good training. You can be faster than the people from the
you
prairie
could've been a track
provinces.
superstar.
I didn't have to run that much because I was a shot putter. I was a backup sprinter, but I was a shot putter foremost. And I was like,
But imagine
that was one of the best. That was one of the best sports to do when you're in high school and you got to get your letters and stuff. Shot put, discus, javelin. Go out there if you got the talent to throw the ball or throw the disc or
Way to go.
the javelin. Easiest sport to actually letter it.
the javelin's like the big spear, right?
Right. Yeah. So that's why I didn't play football for a couple of years. I'm like, why play football? I'm going to be like a 3-year letterman by the time I graduate high school, just doing a shot put, throwing this little metal ball as far as I'm throwing it.
Gotcha.
So,
Yep.
I remember we had to do that for like our PE test. Isn't it like insane? You gotta like go around in a circle and then throw it.
And Revenge of the Nerds. Remember Lamar?
I don't. You know, I don't remember movies.
Roddy, you know what I'm talking about. Those javelins, Joe.
Was
Throws like 5,000 miles. Like, oh, look
was
at this.
Revenge of the Nerds and Porky the same? Porky's was.
No, those are two different
They
movies.
were.
Yeah.
So which one had the hole in the girl's bathroom? That was Porky.
Porky's.
Right?
Yeah.
Revenge of the
Yeah.
Nerds.
That's where all the nerds went to college. And they
Are
got
those the
this-
ones they peeked in the girls' windows at the sorority? Or was that?
That was
Porky's?
Animal House.
Well, they had the sororities where they got them running. They had the cameras and Penny Raid. Now I was running.
Yeah.
Are you talking? Oh, you talking about that one? Because Animal House, James Belushi was on the ladder looking at
Which
the
one was
sorority.
that? Where they were? You were talking. Was that Animal House you were just talking about? Panty Raid.
No,
That was Revenge of the Nerds.
That's
Oh, okay.
Revenge of the
So, yeah.
Nerds.
Yeah.
you probably never seen the Animal House.
It-
John Belushi.
I think I have. Is that where they play jazz all the time?
You can't use Sandusky, boys, and pounding in the same sentence, JT.
Oh, he's coming up with what are they called? Where you make things up, like not a
He's
metaphor,
doing like-
but is it a metaphor? He's
So
making up words.
he's doing symbolism, metaphor
yeah.
to draw an image of what's taking place right now. So basically, Penn State is driving it in on the Notre Dame right now. But
He needs
Yeah.
to write a book. His play on
he
words.
does, he does right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got a good. He plays with words good. I bet he's going to come up with something twisted from what I just said with that.
Well, absolutely.
Likely.
Yeah,
Plays
most
with
likely.
words.
Most likely. With him doing the sativa and then also drinking a little. Yeah, he'll probably come up with something in a
listen,
second.
no, when we went to
It's gonna
Chicago,
be some wild stuff.
when
Yeah.
we went to Chicago and met up with him and Liz at that little beer festival that there was the one with all the dogs, remember?
Yeah.
And he was like,
It's
"Hey,"
October, it's Oktoberfest thing.
he's
I
like, "I
think.
brought something," and I'm used to my candy that is like 5 milligrams or whatever. I'm like, I didn't know they came in bigger milligrams, and he gave me a
Yeah.
piece. I'm like, I'll just take it. Whew, that shit was strong.
It's
That
like,
shit
get the
was
party
strong.
started. Yeah.
Yeah. No, made no.
You can't, Shane, you can't penalize me on one person.
just-
Like I know the group, I know the songs. So just because one thing got mixed up, it's not get all crazy. Start going after like Celine Dion and Bryan Adams and all these other Canadians, Justin
Ashton
Bieber, which you can have Justin Bieber back, by the way. You can take him
That's
back
not
if you
bad.
want.
No, thank
He's
you.
like, no.
Shania Twain.
Shania Twain, yeah.
Um,
Not to mention the comedians like Michael Myers, John
I
Candy.
love Canada so much. Like the only
One
complaint I had
that
about-
gets overrated, Eugene Levy. So
No, whoa.
he's Canadian.
He's overrated.
No, he's underrated. Eugene
Oh,
Levy
okay,
being a
okay,
Canadian
okay,
comedian.
Okay, all right. You won me back.
Eugene Levy's pretty funny.
I love Eugene Levy.
Yeah.
Eugene Levy's awesome.
I mean, I used to
Oh,
watch SCTV, when it was on back in the day when I was
Oh,
growing up.
yeah.
He's so funny. Oh, now I want to watch
So-
Schitt's Creek.
Gotta like him in the eyebrows, if nothing else.
So we're talking about transplants. That woman that did that rant about Trump, Elizabeth
Mhm.
May, she was actually born in Hartford, Connecticut.
Wow, good for her.
Wow. And she's in Canada now as
Yeah, her family
Wow.
moved when she was a teenager. So
Wow, I would not have guessed she was American gone Canadian,
I
but
was like, I
Yep.
gotta show that.
Yeah, she's been around for a long time because I've heard that name years ago. Teresa
Elizabeth
Well,
May.
yeah,
May.
she's like
not
70 years
not
old
not,
now, and
not Theresa May.
67 years old.
Elizabeth May, not Theresa May. That's two different
Oh.
people.
Oh, I looked up Teresa May. I know Teresa. I don't know her, but I know of her. Elizabeth May. Okay. Yeah, I don't know her. Yeah, she
Yeah,
is.
her.
70. And she's a Gemini, which I love me a Gemini.
Which means nothing to anybody else here.
That's
but
okay. Just because it means something to me doesn't mean it has
I
to mean
know,
anything.
I wasn't saying. I was just saying.
What beers? Let me see. Rod, what beers would you drink right now? I mean, the beer that's in
Wet
front of
ones?
me. What beer
Cold
would I
one?
not drink?
Wet ones?
I mean, I just drank an Imperial IPA, but
The free ones?
actually, right now, I'm actually drinking a little bit more IPAs because I got a bunch of them. But usually around this time, I get into more Imperial stouts and stuff too, and the Imperial porters are out. I still get some sours in there from time to time, but things are kind of getting shaken up right now. I have so much beer that's being stored
It's
right
white,
now. It's
though.
crazy. I could literally open up a small convenience store out of my apartment and probably sell to people. Still have enough beer to sit back and enjoy. That's too much beer, kind of. Because I never want to say it's too much, but it's definitely walking the line. I'll
Never.
walk the line. Johnny Cash,
Much
I'll
is
walk
not
the
enough.
line. Yeah.
You know that?
I don't want to be like Ray and be out of beer. I don't want to be like Ray and be out of beer.
Hey, Rod, do you know who sings the song Too Much Is Not Enough?
No.
The Bellamy Brothers.
The Bellamy Brothers.
She doesn't know who that is.
You know that song, Let Your
Bro.
Blood Flow?
No.
Oh, that's not even. That's
Let-
not even.
Let Your Love Flow Like a Diamond Ring.
Yeah, that's not even the one you should say.
Which one should I say? Old Hippie, Redneck Girl.
Redneck Girl,
He-
I feel like
Nobody knows
Bellamy
Ray.
Brothers. Are they out of Tennessee or something?
They're 80s country.
But are they out of Tennessee?
Who?
I
Or
don't know.
I just feel like that'd be like a Tennessee name, the Bellamy Brothers.
Yeah.
oh, the Bellamy brothers. Oh yeah,
Yes, they say
You know the
that.
Bellamy Brothers?
oh yeah, I'm familiar.
I love
Yeah,
the Bellamy
Okay.
Brothers.
Okay.
Love the Bellamy Brothers.
I've not heard of the Bellamy Brothers.
Because what was it you just said? You said something, and I said
Cheers as guitar. Yeah.
it was a song. What was the song? I asked you if you heard that song, and I already forgot what I asked you what the song was. It don't matter. Let's move on.
You just asked me the one song I didn't know, but yeah.
Yeah, but what was the name of that song? Too much
don't
is
know.
not enough.
Yeah.
Too much is not enough. That's the
Yeah.
name of a song they sing. Too much is not enough. Because you said we got back to the beer, you were like, something. Never mind.
don't want to be like Ray and run out of beer.
Yes.
like Ray and Ray.
There's not enough beer.
Yes.
Which means
Yes.
be aware if Paul comes to visit you that you have enough beer on hand because he may drink you out of
Yes.
house and home.
Yes. Well, it was funny because we were down to. He's like, "Are we going to review those beers from that new brewery?" I was like, "Yes." We have. There are 3 different beers from them. They are all small cans. I don't have any pre or between or post beers,
Mhm.
so you might want to pick some up. He showed up with a bottle of whiskey.
That's what I was saying.
Oh, if I said you had a. Oh,
But-
hey, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But have you ever heard of a Kvike? This way, brown porter.
I have not heard of that.
So these guys are the newest brewery in Niagara. They were not open when you guys were up.
Okay.
They do not have a tap room currently that's legal to operate. So they're
Okay.
just waiting on some of the building code things and getting some of the fire code stuff done. But they're in production, and yeah, I mean, if you guys are familiar with the yeast, Kvike yeast is one of the fastest, fermenting yeast that's around. You can do it at a slightly higher temperature. You can make some great fresh beers, but I'd never ever heard of a Kvike brown porter before, and depending on how long it takes Paul, the review should come out in the next few weeks. But and yeah, there's a little tidbit. There's some more Alkanut stuff coming soon.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
Awesome.
so
We
Kvike
used
is
to.
the type of yeast, or is that
Sorry?
the name of the company? Kvike, is that what you said?
Kvike is the type of yeast. The
Okay.
company is Turncoat Brewing.
Turncoat.
That's their.
Ooh, I like like the can art.
Yeah.
It's like Vikings.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. And then this is it's called Bridge Troll.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, they've done a really nice job. Dark, roasty, and tropical. So
Hmm.
Nice.
that one's coming.
Kind of a little bit like minor little Tolkien artwork.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like dark. I like brown ales. Like oatmeal stout. I do love me an oatmeal stout. Or is it an oatmeal? Is it oatmeal stout? I think it's oatmeal stout.
Yeah.
Brown ale. Those are my favorite. Well, besides a Hefeweizen.
I don't know. You like brown ales though.
Yeah, I like brown ales.
Yeah.
I like.
And when you guys come up, one of the breweries up here, and actually you were near it before, but you didn't probably know about it. But like Mount Carmel was around the corner. Was around a corner from Jungle Gems, and they've got like probably the best nut brown ale I think I've ever had from anybody. So that could be nice. If they're at the event, you'll definitely get a chance to taste it there. But that's one of their home run hitters.
Like I like beer. Like I like beers that don't taste boozy, and I like beers that don't taste hoppy. So that gets rid of a lot of them. But I like a bready tasting beer. You know.
Well, you like a lot of lagers. You like a lot of
rye
lagers.
beer. And I love a Hefeweizen. I can't like.
Well, that's an ale, but you would have
Hefeweizen.
some of the lagers you probably enjoy too. That like some
Yeah,
of the
I like
darker, like
lagers.
a
I like-
Baltic porter, you probably like.
I've never heard of a Baltic
I
porter.
think for the most part, as long as it's not hoppy and it's not barrel aged,
Yeah.
you would like it.
I mean, but I've had stouts and stuff that are a little too boozy.
Well,
tasting.
no. Well, I know that, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
for the most part, if you take those two things out, you're probably
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if it doesn't
See,
taste
if
like
you were up here for like Bachfest, you would like the box they were doing at Bachfest.
gonna be.
yeah, and as long as I don't taste like I'm
Blocks are
drinking
nice.
straight up syrup,
Yeah.
because some of them are so sweet
Well, yeah.
and
Easy.
thick and heavy. I'm like, it tastes
Don't
good
get
for
don't get Shane riled up. You know, you start talking bad about syrup type stuff. You just
no. Listen, I am a conqueror when it comes to that. Maple syrup, I did not think I liked.
He'll be dragging the
Oh.
whole maple tree.
Please, please, I beg of you, bring that maple tree.
And
That's
speaking
true.
of syrup, if you guys have got Amazon Prime Video,
Mhm.
look for Sticky. The Sticky, it's called.
Okay.
the sticky. Okay.
Sticky?
The Sticky. It's the story of the Quebec maple syrup heist. Well, it's
Oh.
somebody's take on the story of.
Wait a minute. So there was like a heist to steal a bunch of maple syrup in Quebec.
Millions and millions of dollars worth.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yep.
So there's this TV show called Mayor of Kingstown, and it was these cops, and they worked in Michigan. They all worked in Michigan, and one of them, he was like trying to get out of being in such a like dangerous spot. So he got this job offer to go like border patrol, and so he's thinking he's going to get into all this. Like they're like, well, we got to watch out for the the smugglers on the boats. And so he's up there with the Canadian people, and he's like, oh, there's a smuggler or whatever. And he gets on there with his gun, and he's thinking they're smuggling drugs. They were smuggling maple syrup
On
Yeah.
what?
on Mayor Kingstown, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of that
the
one.
other guy was like, hey, calm down, quit being so like aggressive. He thought he was stopping a drug smuggle, but it was just maple
Just
syrup.
Right.
syrup.
Yeah.
No, this is they've done a really good job with this. There's only 6 episodes, I think it is. 6 chapters
Yeah.
for this season. But
I just
or
pulled it up
may
and took a snapshot of it so I could remember it.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. It's there's a lot of comedy, but
Yeah.
it's kind of dark at the same time.
I love dark
I
comedy.
like dark comedies. There you
I
go.
do too.
Yeah. The sticky. There you go. The sticky. Check that out.
It
'Cause
sounds
you know,
like
in the States, the sticky means something different. Just saying.
that's
Uh-huh.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Sticky, icky.
Yeah, do
You
not
pull
go
it
to
up,
the Urban
you're like-
Dictionary.
You put it. I was expecting to see Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg ain't in this one. It said the sticky.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg. Yeah.
No, that makes
And Martha now. Now you-
Right.
It's funny you mentioned Snoop Dogg. My kid found some plush toy thing. I can't remember what it is. It's got a code. You can log into some website or whatever. But she showed her friend. Her friend's like, dude looks like he's been burning them all afternoon. So she ordered it, and she's going to call it Snoop Frog.
Oh, that's
Oh my God, I
funny.
love it. Love it.
That's awesome.
And to Mike's point, yes, NA drinks are definitely skyrocketed. It's a favorite thing. This is their best time of year right now too, because it's dry January. So a lot of people like take a break going into the year. But there's some good options out there in the NA realm. Not just even beers. Now you get NA wines, you get NA spirits, all kinds of stuff. In fact, if you want to check out NA stuff, if you go down to the bottom in the description of my link tree, you can go over there. They'll show different things where I'm connected to different NA stuff as well as alcohol stuff, where you can get some deals and sent right to your house.
But not to my house.
But I don't know. Some of them I send to Canada, actually. Some may send to Canada because they're all like national.
Don't that shit to send stuff to Canada. Hell, it's so expensive to send stuff to Canada.
Yeah, but some of the companies, they probably get like some type of company type thing, discount. So
just send it over to California and they'll bring it up to us when they come visit.
or become that new province. They'll become a new province, right?
Well, that's why. Send it there and then because they can cross, there's no border issues. So
well, but is it shouldn't be.
Same with Vermont and Maine.
Well, yeah, if they do California, Oregon, and Washington,
months, it's not gonna be an issue anyway. So
no, there'll be a wall built and we'll be stuck behind it.
It's funny. Some of my colleagues today were joking that they would donate to build the wall.
I don't blame you. I'd build a wall too if I was in Canada.
We'll move on that side and help build the wall on that side.
It's so funny. It's so funny when the first time Donald was like, "Yep, we support them with $200 billion a year worth of cash," and I'm like, "No, that's $200 billion worth of trade that's international and back and forth between the two countries."
Oh, such a moron. Such a
skating, cross-country skiing, snowmobiling, all mandatory in Ithaca. Yeah, 8 feet of snow average. Yeah, that's why I said I'm not going to Ithaca. That ain't going to be it. I appreciate you sending me the letter, but no. Enter Western New England College, WNEC. It is now a university. We never ever close was the wintertime nickname. Yeah, I don't think we
never ever close. Nice.
Yeah, yeah, we never. Well, that's a WVU. I don't think we ever had a snow day. They've had snow days more recently because of weather, but it's kind of like, does it really need to be a snow day, or just because people are a little more soft? Like we had to go.
Okay, that's okay.
Not to pull out the old, when I was in school, I walked up the hill, blah blah blah. Sure, but it's like we never got the snow days. And we literally did walk up and down hills in West Virginia. You literally do have to walk up and down hills. So if you ever go to Morgantown's campus, you would see that. Yeah.
You know what I think is soft about this generation is back in our day.
Back in our day, you totally did.
Back in our day, we would have to stay up until 2:00 in the morning. Well, before the TVs cut off,
you had school or
before
not.
the national anthem came on, we would have to stay up and see. We'd have to, like at midnight, we'd have to wait till it scrolled across the bottom of the screen.
No.
School.
No, the best noise when we were kids is the news when they played that like music. It was
the
like
national anthem.
No. When the school closed, they had a special music on.
Oh,
I went to see. It's like, yes, we're closed.
But what was your school district? Just Clark County?
Yeah.
So
it was Greater Clark.
So you got to know when they got to the G's. Mine was West Clark, so I had to wait till they got all the way to the W's to know.
Yeah. You all always closed more than we.
Well,
did,
yeah, because we had out more country area. Yeah.
And if your school wasn't listed, you were like, you got to be kidding me.
And
I gotta watch. Let me watch it go around one more time. Maybe they didn't get in yet. Let's watch it again and see if it comes back up.
Our district was 2-hour delays. Her district was always closed, and we're like, it's bullshit.
But you didn't know
not then.
You didn't know me then. But you could be like, I hate them Silver Creekers.
Yeah, no, we did.
Hartford, a lot of snow down there too. 13 miles south. Yeah. Hardy har specific. Yeah.
Hardy har.
What y'all drinking on tonight? Well, Brandon, I just actually cracked open one from the now closed Taft's Brewing Company that I picked up when I went out there. The Juice Trip Double IPA, 8% ABV. So I have a review posted up on that coming up soon. But I had done the double high pitch from Highwire before then. I never did that. See what Todd was drinking tonight. I know, Ray, you told us you were drinking the one. You're probably drinking something else different now, though.
Well, I was just thinking I should go get a third one because this one's already gone.
What was the second one?
It was a Junction Craft Pilsner from Junction Brewing in Toronto.
What is that? An armadillo?
No, it's just a blob.
Conjunction,
I like blob.
junction. What's
Just
your
a
function?
blob.
Am I the only person that thinks that
Maybe a
whenever you
boob.
hear?
I don't know.
No, not.
A blob.
I mean, am I the only person that
blob
thinks
is
when you hear
understatement.
junction, conjunction, junction doesn't jump in your mind? Like, I'm the only one that thinks that. Like,
I know what you're talking
What
about.
was it? The conjunction.
he said it was junction. You don't remember that being conjunction, junction?
Oh yeah, the
Grammar-
conjunction
grammar
junction.
rock?
Absolutely.
So when he
Class?
said junction, it made me think of conjunction, junction.
That's like an English class, right?
No, Schoolhouse Rock.
Oh, I knew it had something to do with school.
What's that? What's your function?
Right.
Did you
Yeah.
where I got there?
Junction.
He
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
I said, "Isn't
We even had that
English
up here in the
class?" He said,
51st
"Oh,
state.
School Rock." And I said, "Oh, see, it makes
School Rock. She's thinking English class. School Rock.
Shannon must have missed that day at school. She must have missed that day.
And then some. Yeah, that whole week she was absent.
school.
All right, I'm going to run down to the rec room and
English
grab a refill. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. You know the bill.
So
you know
I was
the
drinking. So my first
That-
beer was from Taxman, Belgian style
Taxman
ale
comments.
deduction.
Oh, deduction. That is a good one.
And then now I'm opening one from Maplewood,
Oh, from Chicago.
which is the
Maplewood.
so say the Hizzle Drizzle watermelon berry lemonade sour.
Did they pay Snoop on that one?
You said the Hizzle Drizzle, and I went.
Oh,
I mean, you know,
at least you all got a laugh out of it.
hey,
Hey, I was busy, you know.
I'm sorry. I'm
They,
sorry.
must- they might get it. They might get a visit from Snoop Dogg on that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And this is 8.5% for a sour, so
That's pretty good
It's so much
sour.
hard to
Yeah.
drink sometimes, though.
yeah, it's a little.
But it's
a little-
8.5% too. So
Very nice.
It's sour though.
you know, Rod, I have picked up a little bit of information from you guys through the years.
Have you really?
Yeah, I have.
Well, that's
Like-
good. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I would hope so.
I would hope.
Yeah.
I would hope. Yeah.
We say you guys meaning
You
him and
did-
Ray, or
no,
me
like,
included.
the beer. Yeah, like
I'm just making sure because if I say it, then it's the opposite.
No, but like I have like beer has never been my like, but I know a lot more about beer than you would think I actually know. And I picked it up through you guys. Like,
Oh, that's awesome. That's what it's all
Yeah.
about. That's what I want people to be able to do. So yeah,
yeah,
appreciate that.
and it's fascinating.
And you've actually brought us some stuff over the years too that you found
have.
on your
Yeah,
own.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
You
here to
found
help.
things and you shared. Yeah.
Just doing your, just here doing your part. That's all. Just
But
doing
like,
your part.
I'm here to help.
what was that from? What was the movie when they were fighting the aliens? Starship Troopers or whatever. They're fighting aliens,
Troopers,
Yeah.
and they're all going through it. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my.
Yes, good. Let's go.
I never do my part. I don't. My part's always by accident. I help sometimes, but not intentionally. I don't even realize I help when I help.
That's all right. It's all you know.
It's,
We all learn from each other. We all have fun
like-
doing it. It's all.
Like Steve Urkel. Did I do that? My mom used to always say that. Did I do that?
Oh, well, it's funny. Sometimes we'll do stuff like in the day job when I work, and they'll be like, "Oh, we're going to do something like a sales idea, role play. What'd you say, mobile for a situation?" And they'd be like, "Well, blah, 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 blah." They're like, "You go back and say that again." Like I didn't get like I don't even remember what I just said. That just happens. It's just natural. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
It just comes
Rolls
out.
off the
So
tongue.
You
yeah,
don't even
yeah,
know you're doing it. You don't even
yeah,
know you're
yeah. It's like I'm on autopilot. Yeah.
Yeah. My best things that not my brightest moments are moments I didn't even mean to be bright. Like things I say sometimes I'm like I'll say something, I'm like, Jesus Christ, Shannon, where'd that come from?
She was like,
You know-
"Dang,
you
sour.
know-
What is sweet?"
You know what's funny, and I don't know if anybody else has this happen to them sometimes. Like when you go back and you're like seeing old friends you haven't seen in a while, and you're sharing stories on stuff, and they're like, "You remember that time you did blah 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 blah?" You're like, No, like I don't. And I like to tell you, and it's just like you're waiting to hear more about it to remember what actually happened because you can't remember
Right.
yourself.
Yeah. Yes.
You're kind of nodding along with your.
So I remember. Yeah.
And that's why you just always got to be you, because you never know who's listening, and you never know. It might be bullshit to some people, but for one person, it might not be bullshit.
Right. Well, the thing is too, like when they tell you something and you're kind of nodding along with it, and they're like, "Oh, that was such a good time." You're like,
Yeah, I don't fucking
more.
remember that.
Like, I don't got it all. Like, tell me more. Like, I need to.
Yeah.
You're like missing part, but you can't say it to elaborate anymore because they think you already know what they're talking about. So you're like, I need to find someone else that knows this story.
Yeah, see, I'd be like, I
Put me
don't.
there, because I can't remember exactly. Just a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm almost there.
I'd be like, yeah, are you sure that was me? Because I don't remember this.
Oh yeah. So let's check back in on the poll right now. Missing school is still the leader in the clubhouse.
Really?
59%.
I feel like these kids didn't know how to play sick.
Well, still, but when it snowed, you didn't have to go to school. You didn't want to, it's a free day
Yeah.
off. Although you have to get it back on the back end in the summer usually.
Not back on our day, in my day. We just didn't go. We didn't have to make it up.
Ours they would make. They have like 3 or 4 that were baked in, but once you got past a certain point, they have to start making up some days. But
like our daughter now, they just do like, well, she's not in high school anymore, but they especially after COVID, they had like computer, like online stuff. So now if they have a school snow day, they just do it online.
Yeah, she basically did her whole high school or half her high school at home.
Yeah, she missed
because of COVID and stuff.
It screwed these kids up so bad with that though, like depression and isolation and all that stuff during COVID. Like,
I think she went for the first year and a half, and then basically that was it.
Yeah, it messed with them.
I'll bring Ray back up when he gets back here. But second is sledding. So sledding's in second, and we got a little bump up on snowball fight. So snowball fights try to come up.
Well, I'm sorry.
The snowman was the least.
Missing school.
Oh, missing school.
Missing school.
Why didn't you say that?
Yeah, missing school, sledding, and then snowball fight.
What's
Building a snowman and stuff.
I mean,
I probably shouldn't have put Build a Snowman, as we know from a few weeks back when people got nobody cared about Frosty the Snowman. So I probably shouldn't have put Build a Snowman because I know how cold this crowd. It was the best 4 animated. It was 4 animated. It was the best 4 animated cartoons, and Frosty the Snowman was the least one liked. So
that's my favorite.
My crowd is very anti-snowman. Charlie Brown won that one. Charlie Brown Christmas.
No, Charlie Brown sucks. That is the dumbest. I don't get it. Charlie Brown Christmas, Charlie Brown Halloween. Right. Half of the movie doesn't even have words.
Just because you probably never watched them. Have you ever watched them?
Yes, when I was a kid. No, Frosty the Snowman touched my heart because it was so sad, and he melted and he died, and
yeah, so I said it had the whole death thing in there, and they to bring him back, and the kids were like all sad, and it's just like, what?
I mean, I don't want to watch it again, but
they didn't.
Why would that be number 1?
Because the other ones were garbage. That had a good storytelling.
Nobody wants to watch a sad story.
Well, it was Charlie Brown, it was Frosty the Snowman, it was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And what was the other? The Grinch That Stole Christmas cartoon.
Yes.
And Charlie Brown won as the best animated cartoon out of those.
The dumbest shit I ever heard.
Don't attack my audience, Shannon.
I mean, come on.
We're delayed for this programming.
Yeah, where's that?
Where's
that chat?
Brown shit. I'm like, what?
It's like, where's that shining thing at again?
We're sorry.
That one out, yeah.
Hey, obviously I'm in the minority with that, but I'm just like,
no. Dave was here from Beer in Front. He was really upset that Charlie Brown was winning. He was really getting pissed off, I think.
He did. He was really mad about it. He was pissed.
I'm not mad. I just don't get
Sorry,
it.
Ran didn't hear the beat.
No worries.
Yeah, he was just like getting upset that people kept picking Charlie Brown. Every time I read the poll results, he would get like more upset.
Yeah, I agree with him.
It's like his face got redder and redder.
Did Ray participate in that poll?
No.
Were you here?
Ask
I don't
him.
think you were here that night when we did the four
No, I don't
best
think so either.
cartoon
Ask-
animated, and it was
Could
between.
you hear us before you got back on here?
A little bit. I was trying to sort some stuff out to keep it a little quieter for my kid. She's like, "Dad, are you almost done? It's loud."
Oh,
Oh.
that's
It's like, tell that lady to stop talking.
I'm already loud and my ears are clogged up. So
No, it's my voice. It's not y'all.
okay. Well,
No.
oh my God, he just said y'all.
Yeah, dude. He's Kentuckian.
He's fitting right into the 51st state. So
You're already ahead of the game, right?
31st state, you're 51st
Yeah.
state, you're ready. You got it.
First state, yeah.
51st,
So
you're
we
ready.
were talking
Yes.
when we did like it was back before Christmas, but we had the poll because right now like Building a Snowman is coming in last, but we had a poll of the best Christmas or animated between Charlie Brown Christmas, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the Grinch That Stole Christmas cartoon, and Frosty the Snowman. And so Charlie Brown ended up winning as the best cartoon that people voted on, which Shannon did not agree with at all. And when we had it, like our buddy Dave from Beer Front did not agree with it at all. And I was saying it because right now, Building a Snowman is like the least activity that's taking place. I'm like, my people have a bias against snowmen, apparently. So
Apparently.
So what cartoon did you ask him what cartoon you'd pick?
well, what cartoon would you pick of those is what Shannon's asking.
Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, The Grinch, and
Charlie Brown
Charlie.
Christmas.
Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh man.
Think about it.
Don't feel persuaded by Shannon. Don't feel persuaded
No.
by Shannon.
I
Go with the
love me
heart.
some Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh,
But
but
for me it's Rudolph.
Was
Okay,
Rudolph?
okay,
Okay.
I can
Okay.
get behind Rudolph.
Yeah.
But what
I mean,
about
Rudolph had to overcome the bully effect in his, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could get behind some Rudolph, but Charlie Brown should not have been number one.
Absolute best Christmas the movie though is
You need
Elf
to watch it again.
or Die
Yeah.
Hard.
Well, we didn't do the
No,
movies. We
no,
only did the
no,
cartoon,
no.
but we
Yeah.
did talk about some of that stuff. But
Yeah.
Love
You
me
said
some Elf
Elf,
and I
right?
love me some Die Hard.
Yeah.
No,
Die
but
Hard is
what
the best
about-
Christmas not Christmas movie ever.
Okay.
Christmas Vacation.
Yes. Elf is the best.
My kid hates Elf. So
I've never
Okay.
fully watched Elf. I've seen it in parts. Never sat down and fully watched it.
Come on, Ride. Really?
No, so I have a new take. When I was a kid, we always watched National Lampoon's Christmas, whatever. It's not Christmas Vacation, is it? It's just National Lampoon's
It's
Christmas.
Christmas Vacation. Christmas Vacation.
Okay.
Christmas
Okay.
Vacation, yeah.
Well, anyway, when I watched it, I was like, God, Russ Griswold, he's just such a bummer or whatever. But then when I watched it this last year, I was like, oh my God, no. He was like really trying to make Christmas so special for everybody. Like he was like wanting to build the pool. He wanted to have all the Christmas lights.
You talking about Clark? You said Russ Griswold. You were
Yeah,
Clark Griswold.
Clark. Yeah, Clark.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Rusty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rusty was the kid.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he wanted to make it. I was like, Clark's when I was growing up, I'm like, God, he's like mean and he's a
Yeah.
downer.
He was trying to do all the family stuff.
But
even
but as an
even the bad turkey, he made him eat it.
Yeah, I mean, but he just wanted Christmas to be so special. And I was like, poor Clark. Like, I think I might lose my shit too.
But you know what? You don't like Charlie Brown. But you
Yeah.
know what? If Charlie Brown was a human, it'd be like Clark Griswold.
Well, you know what?
You're right. You're right.
But he's
It
not.
probably would be.
It would be like Clark Griswold. Doesn't everything go his way?
But like I said, you can't understand half of the movie because they don't even have any dialogue because they're going wah, wah, wah.
That's just teachers. The kids talk.
Teacher's the one that does that.
And all the adults do that.
Well, they're all
None-
kids. They're done at a young age, so it's kind of like, yeah, it's all about
Yeah,
the
You
kids.
need to watch it.
communicating.
Again. I don't think you understand it now.
I'm going to go watch it right now and I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to come back and tell you how great of a movie Charlie Brown Christmas is.
All right, go. It's only 9:30. You got time.
I can
so
get it done in, yeah.
You can watch it in 20 minutes without commercials.
Never even had a rye lager before, but it's tasty, crisp. Yeah, I like some good rye. Gives a little bit of that spice note on a beer. So I think I've had some rye lagers. And welcome back, Trends, as well.
Yeah, too.
The sticky is so good, Liz says. So Liz saw the
You
sticky.
don't even
Mm-hmm.
Jamie Lee Curtis is hilariously scary. So Jamie Lee Curtis is in it?
Sid him
or
and
just hilariously scary or by her own?
TikTok.
Because
You should watch it.
There's a funny thing right now. If you haven't seen it out there, I think it's being shared on Facebook. So Jamie Lee Curtis and John Travolta did a movie back in the 80s. And I think it was
You're talking about with the
Perfect.
Jimmy Fallon thing, aren't you?
yeah, it was called Perfect. So now
She
there's a
just said,
skit
she's
where
like, send Rod that video.
Yeah.
I just watched it before we came on tonight.
yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis and Jimmy Fallon recreated the scene that John Travolta did with her back in the day. It's pretty hilarious.
And it's also kind of vulgar because, like, he's like
Mhm.
arrested or whatever. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
how do you play this on network TV? But I was telling her, I was like, she looks exactly the same now she did in that video with John Travolta.
Yeah. It's
Almost,
pretty
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
pretty
Like, it wasn't
hilarious.
much
Yeah, I mean it's older, but it's like the same
Yeah.
thing she was doing.
Yeah, but Jimmy Fallon, it was freaking hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, Trent, it's hard to think the Sticky and I think Snoop Dogg's going to be somewhere to be found. So, State leads Church 10-3 at the half. Thanks for the link. Liked your Heineken Zero, Guinness Zero's best. Well, thank you there, Mike. I still got to do the Guinness Zero.
We were just talking about
I will have the video upcoming on the Deschutes Black Butte NA. I haven't released it yet. That's actually a pleasant surprise too. So if you like the Deschutes Black Butte Porter as an alcohol, they did a really bang up job on the non-alcoholic version of it. And then I got a few other I got to pick. I got a new Go Brewing one I'm going to do as well, which is like their double IPA. So pretty cool stuff. Alan's in the house. Cheers. It takes a lot for snow day closures where I live, I imagine.
What's up, Alan?
Todd's representing you right now, Alan. Show him, Todd. Look at that. Look at that right there. Right there. There you go. Now we got Ray putting your thing up too.
It won't stand out. I had to switch my glasses because I'm blind. These ones won't hold it too well.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
So if y'all haven't checked out One Flight Down, make sure to check him out. Shane's in the house still. Shane, you could have told me if you were free to come up tonight, by the way. I didn't see anything from you, so.
Get him on.
Bring him up.
Come on
now.
up. Yeah, 51st date, right? We're going to get Canada ass. We're going to get him.
It's not going to happen.
Ray, you're going to be
Not
our
in the
neighbor. You're going to be our neighbor.
No ball's chance in hell.
It's going to be like when Howard Dean did it. It's going to be like Howard Dean. We're going to get Canada. We're going to get Mexico. We're going to get Panama. Yeah! We're going to go Howard Dean on them. Beer looks like a good slugger. Indeed. A lot of good beers. A lot of good beers being drank here. Cheers, Shane. How does Shannon not know Schoolhouse Rock? I don't know, Alan. It's when Todd was on 2 hour days, her school was closed.
Conjunction. It's conjunction.
It's a travesty.
You know it now because we said it already. Do you know what a bill? Does she know the bill one even? Does she know I'm just a bill?
Bill.
I'm just a bill. Do you know that?
Like
No,
the
she doesn't.
government, like passing a bill?
She said, like the government passing the bill.
It gets the word school out of my head. I feel like I'm supposed to be learning something.
You don't know. I'm just a bill on Capitol Hill. You don't know that one either.
That definitely came from school.
That came from Schoolhouse Rock.
Schoolhouse Rock.
That's what I said.
That's what that came from school.
She did. She's just, she was trying to play into it.
No, I don't. I feel like, listen.
I won't even ask about the adverb one, but yeah.
The only Bill she knows is Bill Cosby.
I think you're all screwing with me now. Bills and adverbs and conjunctions. Like, that's, yeah, I think you're all just I'm making shit up now.
Oh my goodness. Let me see. Jesus. I don't know if I can play the audio
So,
because it might get
Schoolhouse Rock is a band.
Schoolhouse Rock used to be a Saturday cartoon that came
Oh
on
my
in
God,
between the
that makes so much
cartoons.
That makes so much more sense.
It was before the program got cut by
Okay,
Reagan in the
yes.
Mama
80s.
was a band.
No. I do. It had like a little, like it looked like a scroll. It had a scroll and a ribbon tied around it. Yes. I was thinking you were talking about
And a little redheaded kid, and
yes. No, I do. I do remember that. I don't remember what they said, but yeah, I thought you all were talking about a band.
I feel like Santa's coming off like that a high moment or something like that. Oh, wait.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, it's possible.
No, but I mean, Schoolhouse Rock, doesn't that sound like a band, like an 80s band?
Well, it was a movie. Schoolhouse
Listen,
Rock.
I'm not.
Jack Black. Yeah, Jack Black
Yeah.
was in the movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's not the cartoon we're talking about.
No.
So
But
you're all
that
giving
might,
me too much information
that might
all
be
at
why you
once,
thought
and now I'm getting
Schoolhouse.
confused.
No, that might have been why you thought Schoolhouse Rock was
A band. Because is
This
he a
right
fucking
here.
band in the
Do
movie?
you
Jack
do you
Black
re-
is
do,
in-
do you remember this?
Yes.
Does this bring
I
back?
do.
Does that bring back any memories there?
And I watched it in school.
You didn't watch it at home on the cartoon on Saturdays
Why would I watch a cartoon about?
because it came on TV in between cartoons.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
No, you don't.
No, I do. Look at how sad he looks.
He's just a bill trying to become a law. He's a bill trying to become a law.
But I feel like I was pretty young when this stuff came out.
1975
I was gonna say
is when it came out, but it played
Well, that makes
later.
sense. I
But
was
it played
born
it
in
later.
1977.
But it played in later years.
Yeah.
They had it going into the 80s until like Reagan cut the education program and they got rid of the Schoolhouse Rock videos.
Well,
But
when
it had
Reagan-
that.
Reagan-
It had the conjunction. It had the adverb. It had the numbers and all kind of stuff. And it's like you were to be Saturday watching cartoons and learn it, and not even realize you were learning.
Okay.
So
The best one was the interjections one.
Interjections was good. Yeah.
Yeah, I was 3 when they cut it off. So
What?
I was born in 77. And
No,
Reagan
but it
made-
went to.
Reagan was
Well,
80, right?
it didn't happen at 80. It happened later on. At like
I mean, it looks familiar. Like I do recognize it, but I don't remember what they said when they were. Anyway, let's just move on.
On to the
Listen,
We're
next.
gonna-
My memory's not as jogged as it's going to be jogged. So,
yeah, this was the
but I'm definitely going to be watching it tonight when I get in bed.
this is the interjections one they had back then.
If you share that as a Chrome tab, you can get the audio to run without.
Oh, so
without
there,
any
so there you
issues.
go. Is that a
Oh
toboggan?
no, I got it here. I don't want to.
That's
I don't want
what
to. I don't want to run audio because it might block it or something. They're still
Gotcha.
kind of weird on some stuff here. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might learn something if I watched it because I didn't.
Back
learn
then,
much.
you had to get the
That is
you had to get the needle in the ass.
Yep.
You get the needle. You got the needle in the ass back then. Did you see that? The cartoon he had the needle in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy shot down there. Yeah.
Ouch.
He's going through his
Yep.
interjections. Then there was one for comma, I think too.
Mhm.
But there were a
See,
bunch, and
I-
actually back in the 90s, like they did remakes to the song, like Green Day did one, and a bunch of other bands had contributed to like do a remake of the songs and stuff.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
No, literally. Next time I come back, I'm going to teach you something about that because I'm going to learn everything there is to learn about it. Will I not?
Yeah.
No, you
I will get on there
It's-
and I
well,
will watch it.
Shane is
will.
not the same.
You will
It's not
if
the
you
same,
read-
Shane. Shane, it's not the same. You can't take a person from a band versus something that was well, in Canada, yes, they are a national treasure, but in the States, maybe not as much. But here in the States, Schoolhouse Rock was like a national treasure where everybody kind of just
Schoolhouse
watched it
Rock.
for the most part.
Get my
Oh,
notes.
she's gonna write it down. So
Get my
she'll
note
Write it
back.
down.
Okay. Schoolhouse Rock.
Schoolhouse Rock.
Yep.
I think I was thinking of House of Rock. Oh no, we already went through that.
We went drinking to School of Rock with Jack Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
School of Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's a House of Rock too, somewhere. Something is called House of Rock.
Maybe.
Oh my God, you don't know about the House of Rock? You must-
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Fatheads Brewery Pimp My Sleigh, Belgian style Christmas ale, top
Oh,
Christmas
look at
beer for
those
me this
two.
year. Oh, very nice. I have not seen that one.
Yeah.
You like some fatheads though. In fact, we'll have fatheads when we go to the beer festival here in a couple
Oh,
weeks.
come on. Don't rub it in because I might not make it.
No, not for the beer tuber thing, but for the beer fest that
Well,
Tyler
Beer
Shannon
Fest.
will be with me. Yeah, which is crazy. We're like what? We're
2.5
2,
weeks, maybe.
2.5 weeks out from that thing. Yeah. So that's
Okay,
going
where
to
is
be a
it?
blast.
And how long is it to drive from here?
Cincinnati, not too far.
Not too
Cincinnati.
far.
Not too far.
8 hours?
It's like an hour from where Paul's family is. So just Dayton.
7.5 hours?
Yeah, something like that. 7.5, 8 probably.
But
You
the
do it,
weather's
Ray.
been crappy.
You can do it, right?
Yeah.
Weather's been crappy.
Usually
Make it
200
happen.
something breweries, 500 something beers.
Weather's crappy in Ohio this time of year, so I don't want to drive down there.
You're Virgo, right?
Why are you talking like a Connecticut or Massachusetts accent?
No, God,
That's not
yeah.
Ohio.
No,
That's
he's-
not.
he's
I don't
from
want to get in the
Bostonian.
car. I don't want to get in the car. I have to close the
He's from
door.
He's from Bostonian. He's Bostonian right there. I don't want to drive my car.
But he
down.
just said y'all a few minutes ago
Well,
too.
he
Y'all.
did, but he's multinational.
No, I'm
Yeah, a lot of-
multi-American.
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 There you go.
Oh my God.
Which you will be soon.
Would you stop?
Yeah, look at that, Mike. I like that. Like
Anywhere in the
with
world.
50% of the precincts reported, Miss School was the projected winner. Mike's calling it already.
Yes.
I mean, it is at 53% right now. Leading at 26, and then
Go make like
Snowball Fight at
10
16.
YouTube channels and vote to get.
Oh, missing school because of snow was an Atari 2600 day for me. Yeah, back in the day.
Oh,
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
definitely. Or in television, depending. Or ColecoVision. Or
No.
Commodore
for me-
64.
For
Oh
me,
my God.
no, for me it was the Odyssey.
Odyssey. Or
Oh, the
Gemini.
Odyssey.
Or Gemini.
I think I
Yeah.
just understood why missing school is the number one thing. Because if it's snowing outside and you don't go to school, you can go sledding.
Or stay home and play video games.
Or they don't play video games.
But I think that's why people aren't picking sledding because they're like, well, hey, if I don't go to school, I can go sledding, so they can kill two birds with one stone.
But some people pick sledding now.
Yeah, but they didn't pick. Yeah,
Sledding's in second place.
I'm trying to get there, Rod.
Different
I'm
angle.
The-
Different
Trying
angle.
to
The thing was, the
Wow.
question was best snowfall activity. Best snowfall
Like video
activity.
games is why people will skip school.
So the best
But playing
activity
video
was being
games
able to
doesn't-
missing school.
No, but it was why you're
Oh,
skipping
jeez.
school.
Okay, whatever.
When you miss school because of snow, you could do all that. That's why missing
Yes,
school being the
that's what I'm
votes.
saying.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Trey and
see,
Shannon
he
are on
knows
the.
where I'm
They're
going.
doing that thing.
He gets me. He understands.
I think we're all saying the same thing in different.
You're right.
lingo.
Yeah.
But was the joy?
I mean,
But the joy was the joy of missing the school, or was it the joy of going sledding, or was it the joy of having a snowball fight?
That
or
wasn't
the
the
joy
question,
of
Rod.
so, well, that's how
Did you ever learn?
I control the questions. This is like Jeopardy. I am Alex
There's no
Trebek, and I
question,
control the
man,
question.
also. Okay.
Did you
Do
ever
what you
learn
want.
this in test taking? A lot of people, it's
Say
like
no, Rod. Just say no.
when you take a test, they're like, they'll take a multiple choice test and they'll be like, well,
Always choose C if you don't know. I know that.
yeah, you can't like read into the, you only have that information you have. And you can't say, well, if this happens, then A, B, and C happens. But it's like, no, but you can only pick an answer based on the information of the
That's
option.
only if they tell you best answer.
Oh,
If they put
God.
best answer in a question, then you have to choose the best answer.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what most people should do. when they
Because that's
test.
that's the trick of that question. They'll say choose the best answer.
Yeah.
That's what they'll do in the test. Because if it's not to say choose the best answer, you can make an argument with that teacher and get
Yeah,
credit
you can't
for
argue
your answer still.
But you can't argue with the Computertron thing card. Back in our day, you had to
Ah,
stick
you-
your answer. The teachers didn't even know the answers. They stuck it in the little thing.
What did you get? You got
Build
the
the
old
dots
key card
out.
system back in the day, like the little
Yes.
dot thing. Did you really? You were younger than me. I didn't think you still had that. Like,
Yes. No, remember when we used to take a test and you'd have to fill in,
The
like,
Scantrons?
yeah, and
Yeah,
they
yeah.
like stick
Yeah.
it, and then the computer
Yeah,
would
just
grade.
do the bubbles.
Yeah.
fill the
Yeah.
bubbles, and yeah.
And, and the teachers didn't even make the test stuff.
Yeah, the Scantrons.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
the
it's all
teachers
Scantron.
didn't even they didn't have any say in it.
We always liked
Yeah.
when the Scantron came. It's like, yes, this, you had 1 in 4 chance.
I love
Yeah.
Oregon Trail.
I was in
is
school
what I love.
pre-Scantron, where the teacher had to put the actual bubble thing into the little folder, and if you had filled in the thing where the stuff was, then you got the check marks or not. So
Oh,
Oh yeah, yeah.
pre-Scantron,
Damn.
yeah.
I think that was called Teachertron.
That was pre-Tron movie. Yeah, I always liked when we had the blue books. Did you guys get the blue books when you had to do the essay tests?
That was like
The
I-step.
kind-
The I-step test.
This is like you had to do an essay test. You had to
It's like
fill
a
out
little
like
notebook. Yeah, yeah.
like a little notebook for the answer. Because I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I got all day for this one. Get ready to read. You write so much, they'd be like, okay, you're passed because I'm not going to go through all of that. I got like 40
Yeah,
other
like-
kids to sit here and read. I'm not doing all yours. If you get a
Yeah.
whole book, forget about it.
I just wasn't like, I was not a good, like, I knew exactly what I had to do to pass, and that's all I did. Like, I didn't try any harder than that. I'm like, okay, I think and plus I-step. I'm like, I got the I-step. I'm like, even like whatever. I'm like, I'll do what I got to do, but I ain't writing a fucking book at the end of it. And then so I just didn't. And I graduated. I'm fine. I'm here. My life didn't end if I didn't write the essay. You know?
Did you ever use algebra for anything yet
Yo.
that you're aware of?
Well,
True.
if I did have to
True.
use
True.
it, I didn't do it correctly.
But you got the answer you needed, so you were good to go.
I think
She was Pastor Pilcher's going 1 pill X times
yeah,
2B. What? Sorry, you're dead.
yeah.
You're gonna die. Today's your last day.
You're holding.
call your family in because they're not going to see you no more.
No,
after
because
this.
like with nursing now, it's like the pharmacy. You have computers. You have the pharmacy. Like they mostly figure that shit out for you. And then if you have a question, all you have to do is call the pharmacy or get on the computer. And
Yeah.
you know, you don't guess, but there's other resources besides algebra class 25 years ago.
God,
That
no.
shit's probably already changed anyway.
We
And Alan,
actually
so true.
used the Pythagorean theorem at work the other day, trying to sort something
Well,
out.
I don't know what the hell that is.
No,
Really?
did you really?
Yep,
No way. Are you serious?
yep. Yeah, we knew some of the numbers. We had to figure out the other numbers. So a
I was
client
gonna say,
asked, and we
how
had
much
to
of that
sort it out.
Did you have to look up to figure out?
Well, I had to Google how the hell do I use this,
Yeah.
You had a computer.
but
like, I don't even have a protractor on me.
I think you all made that shit up
No,
when I
no,
was in
that's
the
right.
bathroom.
No, it's part of geometry. You never had it? Have you ever heard of
What's it called?
isosceles triangle? Have you ever heard of
Yes,
that?
I do remember that word. Is that geometry?
Yes.
I did take geometry, but what I would do is
Sleep.
I did. I would sleep
Yeah.
and I'd wake up for the tests and I'd do whatever. I didn't pass them most, but I mean I passed the class somehow. But my teacher
Because teacher would come and go like, "Are you sure that's the answer you want to choose?"
that was history class, not geometry.
I'm sure they did it in that one also.
No, that Mr. Stinson called me Sleeping Beauty because I just sleep. And he'd be like, "Hey, we got a test today. You gonna stay awake and take the test?" Like, sure, why not?
We'll see. We'll see.
I mean, I passed.
You might be right, Alan. Shannon's hatred for Charlie Brown was pretty
No
I
intense.
don't
doubt.
hate
No
him.
doubt.
I
No,
just think
You
that
kind of do.
no.
I feel like
mean,
you would be
maybe
Lucy. You would be Lucy. You'd be taking that football away. I feel like.
She would. Yeah, she'd be yanking
She
it.
would
No,
definitely
you know
be
what?
yanking.
I was thinking about that, and I think that's
are
maybe
Lucy.
why I don't like because I'm like I don't like Lucy, and I'm like I think people think I'm Lucy, and I don't like Lucy, and maybe that's why I don't like Charlie Brown
Then you should like Charlie Brown because
Lucy's a bitch.
You're acting like Lucy right now.
Oh, that's your way of saying I'm acting like a bitch. I know what you're doing.
You are pulling the football out.
I may not know geometry, but I know sarcasm.
Atari and Price is Right. Let me tell you, Price is Right back in the 70s isn't like Price is Right is today. And so being a young boy watching Price is Right, yeah, I could see hanging in and watching.
I know where you're going with that with all the hot show girls. I know where you're going at.
I mean, the 70s was
I
a
know judging.
free the bra revolution on a lot of stuff. And that was one of the shows where
I
yeah.
listen, I think women are beautiful.
Bob
things
Barker
are-
was Bob Barker was like reaching my pocket. It was like pull out that bill.
Deeper,
Like-
deeper, it's down lower than that.
Richard Dawson was kissing everybody on Family Feud.
Richard Dawson is
He was a freak. He was a freak.
He's a creep.
He was a freak.
Sometimes he was
would go
getting
out now,
seconds
he'd
on
be
there.
in jail.
You know.
Oh, he is so gross. Richard Dawson.
I saw a TikTok the other day with him. It was showing it was like a 14-year-old girl that was on the
I
show.
saw that. Yeah, that he kissed as well. Yeah. I
Yeah.
saw
And the
that.
dad
Yeah.
was probably standing right next
He
to
was.
her.
No, the whole family was right there, and he was like, and he was just flirting with her or whatever. I'm like, dude, this is freaking creepy. What the hell, man? Like, what are you doing?
It's disgusting.
The 70s were the 70s. Freak flags were flying. I mean, they had like the key
And the pedophile flags. as
and
well.
then
what was
they all ended
it?
up
The
at
key
Denver's
bowl parties
house.
back then where they would drop keys in and people would pick out a key and be like, okay, I guess we're going over here. You know,
Hey,
they
but
would-
that was consent. That was consent.
Was it?
Yes, if you
Was
go
it?
to a party, listen, okay, so you might want to like I don't
You
know.
been in one of those parties?
So
Is that why
there-
you're saying
no.
this?
We watched that TV show called Slingers way back in the day. And that's what they did is they'd all go in and put their keys in a fishbowl and then they would no, I don't think that's how that worked. I think they put the keys in the fishbowl so they went
Your real life and the movies mixed up.
You're not. You are perpetuating rumors right now. Is what you're doing.
I mean, was there a point where someone could pull a bad key down? I don't think they could put keys back in, but it's like, say you pull a key and it's like a Yugo or something like that. You're like,
The
you know,
lucky
it's not
winner-
going to be a good hookup if somebody's got like a
No, the
Yugo or
lucky
a
winner got
Pinot
the
or some
skeleton
bad.
key. One winner got the skeleton key.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I'm on tour tonight.
No, no.
That's the P. That was the P Diddy key. If you got that one, you were all over the
There
place.
you
Yeah,
go, yes.
walking around, take
No,
that,
you know,
take
there
that,
is
take
a
that.
conspiracy theory about the fires in California right now, which I hope is bullshit. But they're like, all this fires with all these famous people that could have been involved in all that shit. Their houses are burning down with any evidence or it's like a
With all his oil and stuff, that might have been
not a
more-
ruse, but like a distraction to like.
Well, there's a lot of regular people being
Evidence
burned
and
down
shit.
there, though. That's the thing. A lot of regular people's houses being burned down.
Well, yeah, but as long
Yeah,
as the right
yeah.
people's houses burn down, who cares about the regular people?
No,
I
But
mean,
I don't
I'm
even-
not.
I mean, you
Trump.
possible,
I mean, I hope that's not true.
I doubt it.
very possible.
Trump was
But
trying
the
to
rich
blame those
people-
fires on the
Yeah.
The
guy
governor,
from the
that's
state. the governor. So
yeah.
the
But
rich
that's just how it usually happens, anyways. Like he always does that. Like I remember back in the day when states would have shit happen and they'd be like, I don't think it was Jimmy Swagger, but it was like who was the other one?
Oh,
Jim
the
Baker.
one that
Jim
was
Baker
very-
then be like,
Hey,
oh,
Baker.
they're being attacked because they have too many gay people in their state, or they're being attacked because of interracial, whatever. Like, it was always like this whole like once it started happening in the red states, nobody said anything.
right.
But it was the blue state, they would attack it or whatever. So it's kind of a weird
Yeah.
like, thing anyway.
That's
but-
funny. You said Jimmy Swaggart. They just opened a Jimmy Swaggart ministry here in Niagara Falls like a couple of months back.
Right?
Really? Even after knowing his history now, like on some of the stuff he had done.
There's a building in Niagara Falls now that just the signs went up a couple of months ago, and I'm like, I want to go there on a Sunday and see what's going on.
I just want to check it. And that's why they're like, everybody's gonna come just to see.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
They'll suck
Do it.
you
That's
in.
right.
Do it. And
I'm-
report it.
I-
Do it. And
I'm gonna
report it.
start a Jim Jones. I'm gonna start a Jim Jones Institute in the States.
Yeah.
I want
was
I want to go in.
What do you got to drink?
The motto will be Kool-Aid is our friend.
Yeah, have
Jeez.
some Kool-Aid. Here
We
you
have
go.
great
There you
band
go.
chairs
Yeah.
and Nike shoes in white and black.
Ray, you should
Oh,
totally.
oh
go.
yeah, remember about the Nike shoes? That was like the
Yeah.
space people cult or whatever. Yeah. They all had the same Nikes. That was just weird. But
Yeah.
a Foot Locker, somebody at Foot Locker got paid on that. So
Hey, they probably had control of the whole thing. They were probably like, "Hey, we're low on sales," and they recruited Jim Jones and was like, "Hey, we need we need. They probably didn't say that's what they needed, but they were like, "Hey, we got some shoes to sell you," and I bet you if you
I
open up
can remember. I can remember when Heaven's Gate thing happened back when I was a little more brash as a younger youth or whatever. Just thinking that because at the time I was like going to I was like advertising major and stuff in college, and it was just like somebody should do a campaign on that, like so comfortable you can just die in them. Like somebody should have it's like somebody should have done something. It was just like that was all weird though with all the Nikes.
Yeah, they're so comfortable. You want to go to the next world in them.
We'll walk you into heaven with them or something.
Yeah, or walk you into heaven with them. The shoes of God. The shoes of God.
God, that was crazy. You're a sound tech, right? Throw some ear protectors at her and close the door. LOL. Somebody your daughter earlier.
Yeah.
Rudolph was weird and not in a good way, but I grew up identifying as a misfit boy. I didn't find Rudolph weird though.
Me
I didn't
neither.
either.
Yeah.
I like I mean, Santa Claus was a little weird, but he's always been a little weird.
I mean, there was kind of.
I mean, you're putting kids in your lap and you're a middle-aged man. Yeah, there's probably something wrong with that, but you know.
Yeah, and they wrote it in like the 70s or 60s or 50s or something's got to be fucked up about it.
But yeah, now though,
Just like Charlie Brown's Christmas.
Oh, yeah, Charlie Brown's Christmas.
I bet there's some weird shit in there too.
Probably explains why you drink so much beer. Well, we got a lot of reasons to drink a lot of beer nowadays.
well,
Yeah,
that's
we
true,
got-
Shane. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's tasty.
It's tasty. Which one thing?
Feel good.
So earlier this week, I had the live stream and I had Joel Geyer on, which is a great live stream. He wrote the book Flights Across America, A Brewer Lover's Journey. If you didn't see the live stream, check it out. But we had a great talk about stuff. But one of the things we did touch on was this cancer report that came out about now trying to link beer to possibly cancer.
Oh, what? Water. It's in the water.
Yeah. So it's kind of interesting because some people are like, well, it comes out right now, kind of coincidentally with dry January and some other stuff, but the Surgeon General report, and then it's like I look at this stuff as I've dove into it from what I've seen, it's like all of a sudden we're worried about the now beer has been around in one way or another since 5000 BC.
Yeah.
And there's always something that's going to put you involved. I mean, if you overindulge, yeah, you can have the different health stuff happen for sure. But now does even say, oh, just having one beer a day might lead to something like this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, let me know when you start checking off things like the food processing stuff. Like when you start putting cancer warnings on the McDonald's type meals and you start putting them on
when you start comparing
the hamburger helper
Yes,
stuff in the stores, the other processed stuff that's taking place. Let me know when you do all of that, and then we can come back and talk about beer.
You're
but
right. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw it, any thoughts that you guys have on it, but it was kind of interesting to kind of see that come out with the Surgeon General right now, whose time is just about up anyway, but it's like, interesting.
This is kind of how I feel about those studies, which I'm like, unless you have a group of people that are only drinking beer and they have nothing else in common, like they're going about their day, they're breathing the air, they're drinking the water, they're eating all this stuff, and the only link you can say that they all do, the only thing you're paying attention that they all do is drinking beer, and you're doing a study of drinking beer causes this, and you're not worried about anything else that they're doing the same, breathing, drinking, eating, then you can, like it's not, you can't point to that and their DNA and like their genetic makeup, that's their family history.
That's pretty much everything.
Yeah, like,
really,
and
like,
that's like
all that stuff plays into it.
Yeah, it's not, you can't just
it does,
take a group of people that do a million different things a day, which a lot of them are probably the same things, and just take one thing that they do the same and say, oh, okay, well, this many people out of this group got cancer, and we're just going to look at the one thing they all do the same, and that's drink beer, not take any other consideration of what they could all be doing the same.
Yeah, not smoking cigarettes for 3 months.
Yeah, I'm like, it's just not like,
or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not saying that beer doesn't cause cancer, but I'm saying that like there's a lot more.
Well, the way that the report and stuff comes out,
everybody has to do the exact same thing to get that.
Yeah,
I mean,
they have to eat the same things.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but you wasn't saying that, but they have to do
right.
Yeah.
thing to make it fair.
Right.
But everybody's got the different, like Shannon was saying, different DNA makeup and all that stuff comes
Yeah.
into
Well,
play.
yeah.
And it's like to say like 1 in 6 people that drink beer might develop cancer. Like, okay, so 1 in 2 people that drive a car might develop cancer.
Right.
Are we going to put a sticker on cars? I mean, it's
or may die or whatever.
that, yeah, already, yeah. I mean, that's more of an outlandish type thing, but at the same point, you're just kind of casting this stuff out there off of one study.
Absolutely.
And then we've had other studies that have talked about how it can improve bone density, calcium, different
Right,
things.
yeah.
If you had, and so
There's
all of a
million
sudden,
other
like, yeah.
factors.
So it's
And
kind of
I mean,
interesting for them to come out with
Like
that.
I think, yeah, I'm sure smoking is bad for you and vaping is bad for you, but like my grandma smoked all of her life and was 90 years old when she died and never got lung cancer. Now somebody else that smokes might get lung cancer, but like it in that might have caused the cancer, but also the genetics that that person has probably played a big role in it.
That probably plays into it as well. Yeah.
So I'm like,
I feel like do what you want to do while you're here. When your time's up,
Yeah.
regardless what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if you get cancer, you get cancer. But that was already was going to happen.
yeah,
Well,
but-
the other thing too is like the conversations you're having with your own medical doctor or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Because everybody's not going to be the same and stuff, right? So
right,
it's like,
yeah.
but it's kind of
not
just it's
black
kind of an
and
interesting type thing the way they kind of come out. Now they're trying to kind of push this narrative out there, which obviously, and again, I've been drinking them anyway. Like some of the NA beers, I mean, obviously they're going to be kind of a beneficiary of it, but even then, you're still taking a little bit of alcohol if you're doing like a half, unless you're Heineken alcohol free at 0.0. All the others are less 0.5%, so you still have less. And if you have something that might trigger, they don't know what that number is. So even having a 0.5% ABV might trigger something down the line for you.
And also that NA beer might have chemicals in it that a regular beer doesn't. That might trigger a certain person that the other beer might not. That actually has alcohol in it.
Is the alcohol the cause of the cancer, or is it something else that's in the products? Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The can or the bottle or, like outside,
Bingo.
whatever.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's
I mean, you
People-
could you take your old natural ingredients and make a beer, right? So you're not putting anything into it. So yeah.
yeah.
So
100%.
so it's kind of an interesting thing out there. So I was kind of seeing if you guys saw that or what your thoughts were on it too, and get some of the comments here. But it's just it's kind of a funny, interesting thing that just kind of came out at this point. They do it in a month. I know people are trying to cut back.
But
Here's our
that's
chance
what I
to
was
throw it
gonna-
out there, maybe change some people's attitudes. It's like, dude,
That's what I
we
was
are
gonna
not
say.
going back to
Funny
prohibition in this
that-
country. I will fight tooth and nail. We would not be back in prohibition. We just
Oh no.
shout
hell
out to
no.
President Carter, who just passed away, that they buried. We talked
God.
about some last week, but because of him, we had the craft beer movement. He was the one that signed the legislation that was brought to
Right.
his
Wasn't
desk
he just
that launched
such
craft
a
beer.
special jewel? He was just like such a special. He died in. I mean, I'm sure he paid 106, and I read it on the internet, so it could be completely false. But it said that he died in his home that he paid $160-something thousand for. Yeah, he might have paid $160,000 for it in 1977, but it's like.
I mean, he was
Right.
very moderate. He was very moderate in a lot of
And he was
stuff.
Habitat for Humanity. He was a human.
I mean, for someone like being after president, I don't
Yeah.
know if anybody's given back more than like Jimmy Carter.
That's
had,
what I'm
as
saying.
Far as far as actually working for people and helping to expand
Mhm.
humanity. Other
Yes.
presidents go around the other country, they do this or that, but it's not like with getting actually into the trenches.
Right.
90-something years old, tapping nails in the houses still,
I
and
know.
still
God.
got that. So, I mean, he got more love after president than obviously when he was president. So it's kind of that was his lasting legacy. But if you benefit from craft beer, if it wasn't for him, we may not have the road. We probably wouldn't have had it, at least not for as early as we did. It would have been a number of years later. So,
old Billy beer.
yeah. But no, but that's just I just had to get that out there. So
Yeah.
I thought that blonde elf was me. Blonde
Look
elf?
at my dog Winston. He's going that town on my beer can.
As long as he doesn't get the beer, because hops are bad for dogs.
It's Miller Lite. I doubt there's any hops in it.
Oh, there's
It's
hops. They use hop
all-
oil. They actually use a
all
hop
right,
oil for Miller Lite. Yeah.
It's fake hops. It's
No,
fake hops.
you know what this dog did the other day is, I have a pew pew, but I don't use it. But my brother's like, you you need to get some cleaner for that thing, even though I've shot it like once. So I have the cleaner.
Are you
This
talking about a gun? I
this-
was like, pew pew. What do you mean?
this thing I got because I just shove it all under my nightstand. He had the gun cleaner out, the bottle of the gun cleaner, chewing on the bottle, and he smelled like oil. Like I'm like, he's gonna die. He's gonna die. He like got into it, and he just had a little diarrhea, and so I'm not afraid of a beer can and a little hops.
Well, yeah, you don't want to get in hops though. Hops can be bad for dogs. Like it can
Oh,
literally,
man.
like it can like literally kill a dog. I think from what they said, but
I mean,
because
would
I guess
think that-
I guess the hops does something to their stomachs or whatever. But they always say like, don't ever let a dog drink beer.
Hey, he's all right. He's
Uh,
all right. Aren't you, Winston? You're all right.
I don't know. Again, it could be DNA. So I'm not.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
I'm not here as a dog whisperer. You know, which I actually
Yeah.
watched a pretty cool dog whisperer video earlier today. I don't know if you ever watched that guy.
I do. He goes. Psst, psst, psst.
Yeah. And he had to
Yeah.
basically take it. It was like a pit bull that was muzzled because it would always like try to launch out at people, and he had to get it to be peaceful. It's kind of interesting. So love
he
the
just-
Shoes. Holy cow. Yeah, the Shoes is always solid, but for the NA beer, their Black Butte, I'm telling you, the NA Black Butte is just about as good as the actual Black Butte. It's very close. I don't think you'll be able to tell that much of a difference. So if you're looking to moderate, that's good. Finally got down to Alan. Nice looks. So he's happy about seeing Todd in the shirt and Alan
And
with the thing on the
Ray
forehead
had a
earlier.
sticker earlier too.
Yeah. And he tried to put it up again when Alan was here, but it wouldn't stay up. Does anybody remember the Yuck? I do remember the Yuck Mouse. Yeah, commercials back in the day.
Yuck mouth.
Yuck Mouse. They call me
Yuck
Yuck Mouse because I
Mouse.
don't brush.
Yep.
Mouth or mouse?
Yuck
Mouse.
Mouse.
Mouth.
Mouth. Yuck mouth.
In relation to Mr. Yuck? Neither one asks is the name of a new garage band. Yeah. I don't even think they do that with kids nowadays, do they? Shannon, you're a nurse. Do they
What?
give kids like needles in the ass anymore? Like, or is it just
Oh, yeah.
in your arm? They still get that
No.
for some stuff?
Yeah, it depends
Okay.
on the volume of the shot because certain
Okay.
muscles can only take so much volume of an injection. Like if it's 1 milliliter or so, your butt can take a bigger amount of medicine than your arm can. So
That's
it
what Pete
depends.
did. That's what Pete did. He tells his guests.
Well, me and Pete. Did
That's where it starts. Right?
That's what.
his reaches are so far they come to Sellersburg, Indiana.
That's
Come
what
on
Pete did.
in.
Pete Diddy's like, take that.
You can have some more. It's fine.
I mean, I told you, his attorney should have called me about the baby oil. I could have got him out of that.
Oh, you could have squeezed it out of it. Yeah.
No, I told you
It might-
how
it
it
might
might
have-
off about the baby oil.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been a slippery move though. It would have been a slippery move.
Yeah, it would have been, but it wouldn't have been if I was his attorney. I couldn't have got him out of all the other stuff, but I could have explained the baby oil.
Man, if any person doesn't know Geddy Lee is extremely suspicious. Geddy Lee has become a hot topic on the show tonight, folks.
Oh my
God.
God.
56% on missing school, 24% to sledding. Yeah. Scott McCarruthers was Yuck Mouth voice, also was Jazz Transformers Generation voice, RIP Mr. Carruth, and also Hong Kong Fooey. Scott
Yes.
McCarruthers.
You all are just like
Hong
talking.
Kong Fooey. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
You never liked Hong Kong? Shannon never
Oh,
liked Hong
you
Kong
never-
Fooey?
Or is he waiting for a
He's
treat?
doing something.
Too young, doesn't know Hong Kong Fooey.
She has no Hong Kong Fooey, apparently.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was a girl too. I was watching Barbie. I wasn't watching.
You think
whatever-
girls weren't watching Hong Kong Fooey? There were girls watching Hong Kong Fooey.
I wasn't one of them, I guess.
You were a tomboy when you were younger, you said.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't even have Barbie. They didn't even have Barbie cartoons when I was a kid.
Oh, they definitely didn't have Barbie cartoons when you were a kid.
I
yeah.
did love He-Man though. I loved me some He-Man.
Wasn't it He-Man? Was it She-Ra? Was that the female warrior on there?
Alex,
She-Ra. Yeah.
He-Man
Yeah.
and
That was
Skeletor.
well, she was a spinoff of the girls.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did like some She-Ra. But
Did you watch
really wasn't
Thundercats?
that-
Did you watch Thundercats as a kid?
Thundercats.
Yeah.
I love the Thundercats. Yeah.
I did watch
yeah.
Thundercats. And
Yeah.
my big one was Jim and the Holograms. I love Jim and the Holograms.
I never saw that one. Never heard that one.
I remember that one.
It was after their time.
Yeah, but I usually wasn't up early enough to watch cartoons. It's Saturday morning when cartoons came
So when
on,
you
right?
were Saturday mornings was like the big run day, but
Yeah, I
during the
usually
week
wasn't
they'd
up
have a
early-
few things before you went
I
to
wasn't up
school.
early enough to watch because they stopped by noon.
Saturday mornings.
So when you were a kid, Shannon, did they have the electric company that you watched?
Ooh.
For some reason, I'm thinking that's school again. No, they had the Reading Rainbow.
Yeah, Reading Rainbow, but the electric company, like they had Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, they had Mr. Rogers. I liked Mr. Rogers. He was cool.
But electric company was one that was too. Because that's the first time I
That
saw
sounds
Spider-Man as a superhero. First Spider-Man I saw was on electric company as a kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a yes, exactly right.
And Mr. Rogers was Rayo know this, obviously, because Mr. Rogers was copied off the one in Canada, right? There was a guy in Canada that was before Mr. Rogers, wasn't it? Or,
Okay, I was calling you.
Jolly Green Giant.
no, there was a guy that did like the whole morning thing that I was like before Mr. Rogers. Did I
Commander
talk to somebody
Tom.
else before? No, I don't know
Commander
what the
Tom was
person
out of
name is.
Buffalo.
Let me see.
Trying to do it today. Like the whole-
I thought you may know. I'd always like based off of somebody else I had a thing in Canada. I think the Canadian guy was first.
Not sure.
The Canadian
gonna warn
origin
Todd, though.
story. Yeah, the Canadian origin story behind Mr. Rogers. Let's see what it pulls up here.
Yeah.
Canadian version. Dress Up?
Oh, Mr. Dress Up. Yes.
Yeah,
With
that's
Finnegan and
yeah. Yeah, so he
Yes,
was like the
Mr.
pre
Dress
before
Up.
Mr. Rogers lost here.
yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Mr. Who?
Mr. Dress Up.
Mr.
Oh.
Dress Up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Yeah, he was pre Mr. Rogers. He was the Canadian version of Mr.
Yes.
Rogers before Mr. Rogers.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I can't imagine a
be
Canadian
careful.
version of Mr. Rogers. He must have been amazing.
And it was called Mr. Dress Up.
Yep.
Wow.
It was
Did he
it was a great
dress up?
show.
Did he
Yeah.
dress up?
Yes.
What did he dress up as?
Yes.
I felt like I was
Oh,
built
my
into
goodness.
it, right?
pull his picture. Yeah, pull his picture up.
I mean, Mr. Rogers put on a cardigan and a tie, so I'm like, what's Mr. Dress Up wearing?
Oh, wait a minute. I got a picture of him. Let me see here. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I got a picture here. Present, share screen. Here he is right here.
That's him.
That's Mr. Dress Up.
Oh, yeah. he's dressed-
Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
Mr. Rogers had them puppet shows too, didn't he?
I was saying it's Mr.
Yeah.
Rogers. Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
So he
Yeah.
copied Mr. Rogers copied off of him basically.
Yeah. Well, the studios did. They hired Fred Rogers to play that role, I'm sure. But yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say who was first.
Canadian was first.
Okay.
Yeah. There's like a lot of stuff. I mean, like a lot of some of the shows we have in the US, when you go back, like the first Office was actually out of the
English,
UK and
England,
stuff like that. Yeah.
We always rip everybody else off.
Yeah.
For sure.
Not that we don't come up, we do come up with some American type stuff, but some of the shows, but it'd be nice if they gave credit to where it came from so people can actually watch the original stuff too, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like
I know
Law and Order.
Native
Law and
American
Order.
stuff.
Law and Order is all America. That's all America Law and Order. We don't have that kind of shit happening here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Up here we called that show Gung Gung.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gung Gung.
Refusing to bend over. The Altar Boys scored to tie the game.
boy.
See, JT's got some good writing going on right now.
He does.
Yeah.
does.
Oh my
The-
God, I
the
have
Al-
a dirty joke.
The Altar Boys just took the lead right now.
What is it? It's how do
How do fools fall in love? How do
no, I'm gonna
That's a
screw it up.
song.
I'm not even gonna try. Do you love cashews? I love cashews.
what's
I don't
high
like
hop
almonds. Peanuts aren't that great. I love cashews.
The pancake rest. What? Cashews and peanuts. Is that the joke, or are you talking about you just eating cashews right now?
She doesn't know what the joke is. She doesn't know what the joke is.
I've moved on from the joke.
The
I forgot I
pancake
even said I was
restaurant.
gonna tell a joke.
I was like a good pancake restaurant. Todd and Shannon, your mannerisms are funny as hell, Trez says. Yeah, it is.
Oh, Trez, while you're working out and you're listening, are you going to the Beer Fest in Ohio in a couple weeks?
Yes, let us know so we can meet up and stuff too. Of course, Trez, if you are going, you come to our booth, you're gonna get right to the front of the line every time.
Are we all going to be in the same booth?
I mean, I would think we would try to be, unless you don't want
Oh
to
my
be with
God,
us.
that's going to be so much fun.
No
I thought we were all be separated.
Well, they usually say like we need 2 people here, 3 people here. Like we'll get one of the bigger ones maybe, but
Yeah.
the thing is, like I taught Todd we come there
Then
before. It's like
in
hang.
terms of going out,
Yeah.
and
I taught Todd before hang back. Let them go ahead because what'll end up happening is they'll get everybody suited and there'll be like 7 or 8 people left. Like, okay, you guys can just float around when you want to float around and pop in and relieve people. You're like, cool, because now you get to drink the whole time and you're not paying to get in.
Drink at the booth
Oh,
serving?
they encourage you to drink.
yes, they want you to.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere.
Listen. When we do it, they're like they give you a whole speech and stuff about like doing everything and the drink. They're like, but just don't be that guy. We got to send you home if you drink too much, whatever. So it's like, what? It's like, wait.
Nobody has ever had to send me.
It's like, wait a second. So basically, we go here, we can drink all the beers we want to drink, and the worst thing that can happen to us is you send us home early. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad.
I will be the last one.
It's a win-win. You're right. It's a win-win.
No, Rod. Like, listen.
Why do you think I wanted to volunteer?
God.
It's like this is
No, we'll go out. He wants to leave before me. I
don't wanna
yeah.
leave before you.
But I'm the one. I'm like, yeah.
So hear me out
Go
for a
ahead.
second here. Whoa. You guys are volunteering at the beer festival?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, sign me up.
We're
Paul and I are
working
coming.
booth.
And Paul can be that guy.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Yeah, so we volunteered. Cincinnati Beer Fest, the one in the winter, is like 200 plus breweries, 500 plus beer. They get like a ton of people. This year it's at the Xavier University rather than where it was previously. And you're allowed to drink. You just take people's tickets as they come to get beer or whatever, which at some point tickets stop getting dropped.
Nobody
people are
takes
just like kind of you do it early on because the police stuff walking around. So at the after point, they don't even care anymore. And then it's just like you have a good time, and then they say, okay, this session's over. Everybody leaves, you go home, blah, blah, blah. Unless you're volunteering for the next one. Which
Are we
I've
the
never
first
volunteered more than one because the one you're in, you're usually
Okay.
drinking enough. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So.
The first time I ever met Rod in person, I drove to Cincinnati to do the beer fest to work it. That was the first time.
Yeah.
That was the first time we met in person, wasn't it?
Wow.
Yeah. And it was just like Todd was like surprised we just put these because we actually did like the volunteer stand or whatever. We just put them out and it's like, okay, let's go walk around. Like, really? It's like, yeah, we just walk around, we start drinking everywhere else.
Yeah, so
back.
right now was at that time was like a Sierra Nevada like grab and go station. Like grab a beer while you're standing in line, as if you need more beer while you're standing in line. Kind of like
To get beer.
grab and go.
Yeah.
So we just had to keep cups full. So we took turns like walking the venue. Like
Yeah.
I don't even think we saw each other for like the 4 hours we were there.
But that's the
Yeah.
same one we
That-
were at.
Yes.
Right
That's
before
another one that
COVID.
we just went to. We
Yeah.
just went to that time. Yeah.
Yeah, when you tried your bologna sandwich for
Yeah. I was gonna say, do we do a fried bologna poll in 2025? Do we ask about the fried bologna again?
Ooh.
So
Gotta
we did
film
this
it.
poll. So
We gotta
they
film
gave me
it, though.
they were giving me shit about not having fried bologna before. So I started doing a poll, like just asking people at the beer fest, have you ever had fried bologna? And some people were like, yeah, I've had fried bologna. I'm like, well, I've never had it before. And they keep giving me shit. And they're like, oh, you must have been rich. I'm like,
Yeah,
why
you
do
must
people
have-
keep saying that? Like, if you didn't have fried bologna, all of a sudden you had a
Yeah.
bunch of money behind you. And so we just kept running this poll and we were having blast. And people were asking other people, you've had fried bologna, right? Yeah, you've had fried bologna. Like, everybody was like, started trickling around doing it. It was hilarious.
Fried bologna.
Rod is like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Fried bologna on toast with mustard and relish. Sign me up.
Oh, there you go.
You're fancy too because you're
There
putting
you
it on toast. And relish.
And
mean,
mustard.
I mean,
And
mustard,
people were-
Mustard's kind of the
mustard or mayonnaise on white bread is good.
Yeah.
But like you get above that, then you're taking away.
Hey, but you
Oh, no.
win because it's fried bologna, so you win.
If you've
Doesn't
not
matter.
if you've not
It
tried
doesn't-
fried bologna on toast with mustard and sweet relish, do it.
Yeah.
we don't have any bologna, do we?
But it's got to be the right kind of bologna. Like, you got to be the thick bologna, right? That you can't
Gotta
just
be-
like throw
No,
any
I don't
bologna.
like the
Yeah.
thick bologna.
Unless they get it fried up with a thick one.
Last time he bought bologna, it was so thick. I'm like, if I want thick bologna, I'll put 2 slices on it.
Yeah, like
But I like to taste the bread and the mayonnaise more than I like to taste the bologna.
So
well, then just leave it off.
Then
Yeah. You guys do the German, but you guys do the German bologna. German bologna is pretty good.
Oh, now he's a bologna
Yeah.
expert. German bologna.
now he's bologna across the country.
Now he's trying to make it fancy.
Across the world.
I've done German. I've done garlic bologna. I've done a few different bolognas, but I mean,
Bologna
But-
across the world. You've had this one, so no.
I don't fry bologna as much because I'll take it just cold as it is. But, I don't
That
need to get it
takes
fried as
away-
much. It takes more work.
No, Rod, that takes away the whole purpose of bologna. If you got to make it German or fry garlic.
No, German's is a different type of bologna. You don't got to do anything
garlic
to it.
bologna?
It just
German.
comes. Yeah, garlic.
We're
Yeah.
talking the bologna with the scrapings off the floor. And we're just gonna sell it because they have no idea what it is.
We're
just
talking
gonna
about
sell
the bologna from the convenience store.
Yeah.
Down
You
the
know where
road.
you can get. You know where you can get good bologna at? Jungle Gyms.
We don't care.
Jungle
Where?
Gyms. Jungle Gyms
Well,
when you're back up here.
Well, of course.
Oh, I will tell you, when we went to Jungle Gyms this last time, we got mushroom pasta made out of mushrooms, and we got truffle Alfredo sauce. And
Oh,
cooked
and you're
up-
calling me fancy. Wait a minute. Oh, you're calling me fancy and you're getting truffle Alfredo sauce?
right.
Y'all watching this, y'all see this, right? Y'all see what she just did there. So yeah.
No, but
She's like, wait, what?
And
what?
Mushroom
But
pasta.
what is
I've never had mushroom pasta in my life.
do you like mushrooms?
I do on pizza.
And it's not overly mushroomy. Like you wouldn't be like, oh my god, this pasta's mushroom.
Not
But
the
it
mushrooms
has-
from the 80s either. So
That would be nice.
No, not those shrooms. Not those shrooms.
It's shrooms, not mushrooms.
well, yeah, okay.
No, that shit was so
It's in the shroom
good.
family, so
Oh,
you
it's
know.
so good.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be right back. Gotta get a refill.
Okay. Yeah. When you come back, I'm gonna get one too. Here, Todd, you drink another beer or whatever? I would think like
Yeah,
you
no,
missed
I
your
just
beers.
poured one.
What did you just pour? Oh, is that a hot butcher? The artwork's pretty close if
No,
it's
a
not.
brewing project.
With a J.
Okay.
Shove it.
And a K.
Pastry sour ale brewed with pineapple, cherry, cinnamon, vanilla, and granola.
What? Is it
Whoa,
hoppy?
Okay.
No, it's sour.
I just want to smell it.
Yeah.
No,
That's
Oh.
what she said.
Yeah.
I know that's what he said.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
I don't know. Could have been she. Could have been a she or a he.
No,
Yeah.
nobody, no woman just
And it's
unless
not-
she likes vagina.
No, it's not overly sour. Either.
Oh, that smells so good.
It's really good.
Hmm.
Oh
I
my
believe.
god.
Those are
Shannon,
what we
I
got
believe
from
the-
Jungle Gems.
That shit's
I believe.
good.
I believe the proper word is Ben Schneider. You said vagina. I believe it's Ben
Yes.
Schneider.
I should have known. I should have known my audience. Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh
Delicious.
shit. Mad Lab, shout out. Cheers, my friend. Great to see you. Hopefully you are doing well. I am catching yours in northern videos. I need to comment more on your videos, but I still catch you guys out there doing the videos on the
What
streets,
is
and
that?
always interesting to see people respond when they see cameras out there, not knowing that cameras are everywhere anyway.
I'm gonna see.
And then,
Have Rod.
and the
If
Ray
I
say yo
hold
as
up
well.
some- If I hold up a sentence, will it be backwards?
It shouldn't be. No,
No,
it's
no,
not
no.
mirror.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
mirrored.
I want to see how you
Yeah,
say
that's
this. Okay, here we go. Hang on.
Yes, definitely. I remember. Yeah, great to meet you and meet Northern. And
Oh,
I'm like I said, I'm still subscribed. I'm still watching. I just need to comment more because usually I'm watching when I'm actually working, so I don't usually get a chance to comment. But dropping those thumbs up for you when I can. If you haven't checked out Mad Lab, Mad Lab goes around in Ontario and they kind of just video different stuff out in different streets, kind of doing stuff, and then basically, the first right to be able to kind of have freedom of press type stuff, and it's always some interesting things that tend to happen sometimes. So, like, what do you got there?
I want you to say this sentence.
He was a pimp. He was a pimp. He was a pimp for sure, Bob
No,
Barker.
that's not a sentence. Oh, okay.
Oh, wait a second.
Oh, there you go.
I gotta see. There you go.
5 bowls of boiling oil.
Yeah, you say it like us.
Yeah.
What's it supposed to say?
5 bowls of boiling oil.
But
Not boiling oil. 5 bowls of
5
boiling
bowls of
oil.
boiling oil.
5 bowls of boiling oil.
Boiling oil, not bowling oil.
Not
Five
bowling.
bowls, 5 bowls
Nope.
of boiling oil.
Not.
You're one of them.
Wait a minute.
That's just
Is this
5 bowls of boiling oil.
No,
is
you don't
this
say
some-
boiling.
is this something from P Diddy's party? Because we got oil in here. What's going on?
It might be. It might be.
I mean,
5 bowls of boiling oil.
yeah, you say boiling too.
I say
Yeah,
boiling, but you
5
said
bowls of
bowling.
boiling oil.
You said bowling.
You said bowling.
Boiling. 5
Boiling.
bowls of boiling oil.
It's not how you said it though.
5 bowls of boiling oil.
It said boiling. I'm not getting that G from you, Shannon. I'm not getting that G.
I didn't get a G from you either.
5 bowls of boiling oil.
That's what P. Diddy said. He didn't say a G either.
That's what I said.
I didn't see a G either. And Drake said nothing but a G thing, baby.
Right.
5 bowls of boiling oil.
You said boiling, not boiling.
5 bowls of boiling oil.
There you go. Now you got
But
it.
that is not what you said.
That sounds
though.
ridiculous.
But that's how you say it though.
Ray, say this. It's
He's
not
like,
a,
no.
it's
He's
not
like,
a
no.
trick. It's
He's
not
like,
a trick.
I'm not doing it.
I
I'm not
promise
doing
you it's not a trick.
Where's Ray? Oh, Ray, can you hear us?
Oh yeah,
Okay, she wants you to read that.
It's not a trick.
5 bowls of boiling oil.
Yeah,
See?
that's very accurate. Yeah.
He is the ing, yeah.
Now I
You
hear
weren't
my,
here- you
now
were-
I hear
you-
my
What, you weren't here when I said that? When I was saying ing too, you weren't.
No, we're right. It takes a Canadian to tell her how to
No.
speak English the right way.
Rod,
Did you want me to say 5 bowls of boiling oil?
5 bowls of boiling oil.
We're gonna Sally
boiling.
told Cecil.
There's a
Her
G there. It's
pronunciation of
boiling.
That's what I
and
said earlier. The
bowling.
G. That's what I said, Ray. The G wasn't there.
Yes. Yeah, nothing but a
If it was
G
supposed to be
with
boiling,
A,
there'd be an N and no G.
5 bowls of boiling oil.
Bowling.
Bowling.
So
You
is this
you
beer
boil it
called
while you're
Quantum Huzz?
Quantum hugs.
No, Quantum Huzz.
Well, there's
Is G
quantum
silent now?
hugs, Quantum hugs cold. Yeah.
So, then,
IPA.
so if that's hugs, then it must be boiling, not boiling. Otherwise, that'd be Quantum
is it-
Huzz.
It's a different.
You're right.
G.
You know that's very true. Very true. Yes.
Well,
absolutely.
you know what I do. You would be surprised. You know what I do love? I understand it very little, but I do love quantum physics.
Right?
Yeah.
I do. I didn't say it right, did I?
Yeah. He was another pimp
quantum
too.
physics.
Quantum.
Oh, Jesus
Quantum.
Christ. You know what I mean.
Is it
There's no silent
aluminum?
T.
Is it aluminum or is it aluminium
Aluminum.
No, it's aluminum.
or aluminium? 'Cause some would say
I think
aluminium.
that is English or
There's no
really,
I after the N.
aluminum.
Okay. Aluminum.
Aluminum
Aluminum?
oil.
Aluminum.
Aluminum oil.
Aluminum.
Phenomena. Phenomena.
A feminine non.
Does she know the Phenomenon song? You know the Phenomenon song, Shannon?
Yes, I love Chapel Roan. I
I
love
thought it was the
Chapel.
Muppets. The
No,
It's the
Phenomenon.
Muppets, totally.
Something else.
Oh. She's got No.
I love that one. Yeah, that was way after Muppets.
No, but she's got a song called Feminine Non.
He's talking about the chef, like
Who?
throwing his,
Phenomena. Phenomena.
Yes.
I had no idea that Chapel
What
Roan
you
did
say?
that
Because
song.
might like
I
it,
didn't
but you
either.
don't. What did you say, Ryan? Do I like what?
No, Ray said Chapel Roan had done that. So neither did I. I'm thinking of the
I had
Muppets.
no idea
like,
Chapel Roan did that song.
yeah.
No, they don't know that. Yeah, they
Chapel
don't know.
Rowan sings a song called Feminine Nomenon, something like that.
But it's phenomenon
Feminine
is what the
phenomenon.
Muppets did.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Phenomenon.
Phenomenon is the
Yeah.
Muppets.
What he said. Say it again.
Richard
What was
Rod, you gotta find a video of that and play it.
it?
Phenomenon. Phenomenon.
Yeah.
Phenomenon.
Yeah, she's from the Muppets.
Yes, yes.
Banana.
The light
You
goes
still
off.
know what that is, though.
No, I do
Oh, you
know,
did?
I do, yeah. But Chapel Roan's got a song called Femininomenon. Femininomenon.
Feminine.
She's got
How do you spell it?
Feminine.
Is it-
no.
Shannon.
Is it-
It's feminine phenomenon.
Yes,
that's a
right.
different song.
No, phenomenon.
It's not- Phenomena.
It's not
It's
phenomenon.
feminine
It's totally.
phenomenon, not phenomena.
I guess now I'm like, yeah, phenomenon. Yes, now I get, yeah.
Oh, car keys in
So
the
for my
bowl.
last
Hoping you
beer
don't
of the
get stuck with
evening,
lipstick in the
I
face.
figured I would
Yes.
celebrate becoming the 51st state, and I grabbed this one.
Ooh, what is that?
Welcome to the Union.
Florida stole my parents. Oh, OJ IPA.
Oh, Jippa.
This is one of my
Ojai.
absolute favorite
It's Ojai.
beers right now.
Like
Yeah.
Ojai, California. It's got a J in it.
Well, if
It's-
OJ
it's
stole
you
you,
know
low
that?
ABV, so
yeah.
6.5.
And he's on a surfboard, so it's
It won't focus. It's 6.5 anyways, but
Okay.
yeah. Hey, what about Ojai, California? That's got a J in it, and you don't pronounce the J.
You said what? Ohio, California.
Ojai, California. It's got a J in it, and you don't pronounce the J.
Where's the J
Look
in
it up.
Ohio, California?
Bet. No, don't bet, because I'm pretty wrong.
No, do that because you'll make all kinds of money.
No, hang on. Let's see.
so you guys need to Google
Ojai,
or
California.
jump on
Hey,
J.
say hey, you guys.
Ojai,
Hold on.
California has a J in it.
Let me see here.
Huh.
J.
Ohio.
And it's called.
Okay.
And you pronounce it Ojai. Now I'm wondering.
That's because that's not English.
It's probably not.
But it's
Yeah.
California. It's a city in California.
But I mean English.
Did they say it's Ohio and not OJ?
Yeah.
though.
Okay.
Why would somebody name? Yeah.
OJ said it was so.
See. So maybe I just.
I mean, it's like highlight, and it's not spelled. It's
Yeah.
like spelled like J, but it's really highlight.
It's like
so yeah.
What's a word that has a silent letter in it besides Ojai? I mean Ojai, the J-I-A and I are.
Well, apparently the G is silent and boiling. But okay. Phenomena. But the Trezors thing, thanks for asking there. You know, actually, I have not talked to Mal. I reached out to her earlier, hoping she was doing okay. So definitely appreciate that. Hope everybody
Yeah.
keeps Mal in their thoughts and Chew. Not that anything might be. I know she was going through some different stuff, and just to make sure they're all good. And it's kind of
Yeah.
weird because we haven't talked for a bit, but they got a lot of stuff going on. Her brewery that they were at just went through a name change. So I'm sure they got a lot of shuffling taking place there with that
Life
whole
just happens.
situation. Yeah.
They actually ended up changing names.
They had to, but the lawsuit was going to cost them too much. They would have tried to bankrupt them. That festival's got a lot of money that comes in through them. So, yeah, I actually had to think here how to get around to the news, but they actually went to, because I had a
Do you know what
thing
the
here.
name change was?
Yeah, I've got it here. I'm trying to see if
That's
I see
bullshit.
it where I put it. Yeah, so they are now Steep Ravine Brewing. So they just got approval for their new sign there. So
That's a fucked up word right there.
yeah. So it's kind of like they had to make the name change to get past everything. So
Wait,
keep an
but-
eye out for them.
Put that up again, Rod. I missed it.
Steep Ravine Brewing is
Steep
in-
Ravine Brewing. Okay.
Yeah, that's the name of the brewery now. So you'll see some stuff coming from them on that. But I was hoping we get Mal on to kind of maybe shed
It's
some light on that.
Sort of the same, but a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, at least
but you
Ravine-
know, they're through that hurdle. So they don't got to deal with it anymore. It's not bleeding
Yeah,
more money.
yeah.
And
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I think Ravinia Festival actually contributed some funds to help them change. Maybe, I don't know. It's a whole mess in my book. It's like, oh, let's go
Yeah,
attack the small
pretty-
brewery because I control that word. Like nobody's going to confuse you. You're not.
You're
like,
right.
Not
And we
so
said
like a
that for
brewery.
years. Like, what? That's no different. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Penguin's got to have some. Yes, that's it.
I don't
right
know.
there.
I don't know about
The
that, Mad
feminine
Lab, but
phenomenon is a song by Chapel Rowan, and Kamala Harris used it in her campaign.
okay.
Yeah, that's thanks, Mad Lab.
I mean,
For
it might have
having
been
my
like, might be like, I don't know. She was in DC for all of her,
Well, whatever.
for all I know, but
But look, here's another word right here.
couldn't remember the name. Thanks, Alco.
Well, that's canoe.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Canoe.
It's canoe. Yeah.
And I carry a knife in my pocket.
Exactly. Yes. So
Is it?
And my wife
it-
and I always talc on our whelks.
Well, it's like,
So-
why is it Arkansas, not Arkansas?
Exactly. See, maybe I know what I'm talking about when I leave the
Because
G out.
that screws up people when they come to the country and they think it's Arkansas, but like, no, it's Arkansas. Like, but it's just the AR in front of
even
Kansas.
Well, it's my
Illinois.
Kansas, not your Kansas.
Yeah,
Illinois.
yeah, Arkansas. This is
No,
Arkansas.
it's my Kansas.
Yeah.
I always thought it was Arkansas also, actually.
And Illinois and Louisville.
Illinois, not Illinois.
Yes.
There's no
Illinois.
E. There's no E, so Illinois.
Yep.
That's a silent.
No S.
That's a silent on Illinois,
But you
and
don't
no
say.
E.
No, but that's why people say the S.
And then
Yeah.
Louisville.
Not Louisville. Roxanne
It's
Shante.
Louisville. There's no S.
Yeah,
Louisville.
no S, no S.
Indiana.
I mean, that kind of makes sense.
That's
Take all the letters
In
in that one.
Indiana.
right.
Look at John Daly. He drinks and smokes and beat Tiger Woods while drunk on the court. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he's got some crazy DNA in what he does because I've seen
John
him some
Daly
shots and
goes-
stuff when he's lit up. It's like,
John
dude,
Daly.
you're just a talent. Yeah.
John
Every
Daly's
time
my
I see
spirit
John
animal.
Daly, he looks like he's one breath away from a heart attack because his face is so red all the time.
Yeah.
That dude's got to have high blood pressure.
Now he has a beard down to his belly button and plays golf in his.
Good for him.
Oh, it would
Everybody-
definitely take all that, but it's not going to happen, Mike. But we think of making fun of just the suggestion of Canada becoming the 51st state. It's just the fun of it.
I was.
Thursday General's warning: my eggs are tasty.
Yeah. Yeah. Eat
Keep
your
it in
poison.
moderation, whatever it is. George Burns smoked cigars and lived forever. George Burns did live a long time.
He did.
Yeah, he was a
Oh
big
my
cigar
God.
smoker. What was that movie? God something with him and Brooke Shields. Dear
Is it
God.
God
It was like
Forgive?
no, it was like
God,
his biggest
God
movie.
help us.
Oh my God, I used to love that
God.
movie as a kid.
God save
No,
us.
I know what you're
God,
talking about. It was something God.
God forgive us. God help us. God save us. Something like that.
Hang on, I'll tell you.
Oh God, you devil!
That was
Just
yes.
so-
That was
Oh,
yes.
No, but no, the first one was just Oh God.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
remember
oh
being
God,
a kid.
Oh God, you devil was one of them.
That was
Also.
a sequel.
Yeah.
The whole sequel.
Yeah,
That was like the
there's a bunch
sequel.
of them.
Yeah,
What year was that?
Yeah, John Denver was in that too.
yeah. John Denver was in it. You're right. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
There was
Only
Oh
nice
God,
to drink alcohol.
two.
Well, I'm a nice person, Mike. So yeah, I agree.
Oh God.
That's true though.
The thing is, just drinking. Don't be an asshole. You know.
No, but
which,
that's-
Exactly.
Like,
which is going to bring me to another point I was going to make on the show tonight. Like, and I need to get a beer at some point, but I'll make the point and you guys can
Yeah.
discuss it. Do we still have some potentiality in craft beer? And Ray might know what I'm getting to. Like,
oh, you
some
guys are
people,
snobs. You all are
No.
snobs. Yeah.
so like some people just
Dude.
thinking they're like the thing about beer is don't be a dick and don't be a douche. And something that we saw earlier today in one of the groups, me and Ray, or you guys read it too, but Shannon, you never read it. I don't know if you saw it or not, but just about the things that some people do, and it's like, dude, why would you attack people and some stuff? The way I looked at it, like
You know
people can
about the
drink
one
whatever
that
they want.
Ginger Yeti
Pe-
posted, right?
Yes, yeah.
Uh-huh.
People can do what they want to do. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
all cool. And like beer should be like the dude from the movie with Jeff Daniels when he was just
Yeah,
like everybody
the
should
Big
just be getting
Lebowski.
along. Big Lebowski,
Dude.
just
Big Lebowski, yeah.
don't be a
Dude.
dick. Like don't ruin anybody's mood. Like why would you like? So do you guys still think there's some potentiality in craft beer that you
I
come
don't
across at
think
times?
I don't think it's specific to craft beer. I think it's just specific to humanity. like people are just snobs and
To that question,
pretentious.
I would say yes.
Mm.
For most people, no,
well.
but some, like I'm saying, like the younger generation, for sure, because they see craft beers like, oh, this is the, and they do. Like,
I'm gonna get a
we've
beer
been
while you guys
drinking
discuss
beer
this real quick, and I'll be
forever.
right back.
Yeah.
Now it's getting into the craft
But-
beer thing,
but-
but it's like
but don't-
they
I
think
think-
it's like something.
But don't you
I
think,
think-
the people that are snobs in craft beer are snobs in all areas of their life?
Well,
They're
to
just
to
snobs.
Rajay's point with the question, is there still pretentiousness in the craft beer industry?
Oh yeah.
I think it's the old, original OG type craft beer guys that are hanging on to that stuff, because the new folks, they just want to, if they're coming out to drink craft beer, they just want to try something different.
I can see
There's
that.
there's no
I can see-
pretension
I can
there
see
at
both-
all.
I can see both sides. I can see both sides
So-
for sure. Yes.
Yeah.
But I also think
Yeah,
the
no.
younger people also think it's like, oh, this is cool. Like, let's do this and do that, whatever. Which is okay. But I mean, it's kind of their generation to do that. But I see both. I think it's on both sides of the spectrum, like the OGs and the newer, younger people. I feel like we in the middle are just kind of adapted to it, whatever it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Live
Like,
and let live. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't see it. I know a couple of the owners of local craft breweries, and they've all said that the pretentious people are still the old guys, the OGs. The new people they just want to try something different. And they want to find community is the big thing. They want to find a place where they can go and feel comfortable and not judged.
Yes.
and
So-
I say that because I don't know if you know who Tom the Brew Whisperer is. He has his own
No.
YouTube channel, whatever, and does beer reviews. He's an older gentleman, and he always does that. He's like, he likes all the craft beers now, but he's kind of an OG of that. Right, I'm talking about like Tom. I'm talking about like Tom the Beer Whisperer.
Yeah, Tom. Yeah.
It's like he's kind of that way. He's kind of like, oh, this is not the old school like IPA, whatever. I like the old whatever. I don't need berries and fruit and whatever added into it, such a whatever. So he kind of falls into that into that realm. So it's like, okay, but you're also not taking it to what the beer level, like you said, like the new people are like, oh yeah, it's got this and that and whatever. Like, okay, it's cool. So I kind of feel like it falls on both sides of the spectrum, I think.
Yeah.
I have a follow-up question. Does it bother you when people are snobs about craft beer?
Mm-hmm.
Does it bother me?
Does it when people are being snobs about craft beer?
Personally, it does. Like Ty knows, like I don't get it. Like I say, I'm not TNT. I don't carry drama on my channel. But personally, I think it's stupid and careless to sit there and attack people while they
Right.
want to enjoy beer and to drink things. I think it's just like it's a drag on stuff, right? So for me, it's kind of like I don't want to socialize with that person if they're
Right,
going to kind
yeah.
of do it. Because I look at me being I look at me being in line with that person as
Right.
other people thinking I got the same views as that person. So I don't get them like, okay, if you're out, you're out. I'm not gonna
And
mess
I
with
do
you anymore.
respect you so much. Like
Yeah.
Rod, I don't know how you've managed to do this, but like, I watch a lot of YouTubers or whatever, but this is like your channel. It's just like so chill, and there's never any like
No, and
you've done such a good job of like I'm sure we don't know half of the shit that like you've eliminated
Yeah.
all that like out of the experience somehow, like the experience on your channel. Like I've never come on your channel.
but if somebody were to have us on their channel and like you pulled up a Miller Lite or Bud Light, they'd be like,
Oh, I
no,
know.
you're off, you can't do that.
And
Like,
I-
you
and
can't
I
do
would
this
be
'cause
like-
it's not, and that's the
Right.
snobbiness of it,
And
like,
that's
for
that's
sure,
their
yeah.
channel. They can do it
Well,
like
no, I know that, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying in regards to the question of a snobby kind of what
Right,
you're
yeah.
drinking, for sure. Because
Well-
there absolutely is.
My thing is I want people to have their own experience with it. I'm not there to sit there and try to persuade or
Right.
attack or even sometimes say even the guy. Like I want to share what I know about beer and hopefully people enjoy and they might want to try different things, but I want them to experience for themselves. Even when I do the beer reviews and there's certain beers I may not fully like, I don't just say like this is like I've seen sometimes where this is just a crap beer, I would never drink this. Like, no, I don't say that. I give you the reasons why I don't like it or like that. But if you like the if I have a beer that has like a feeling of cranberry and then I don't like cranberry, I'll just you know I'll express that. But if you like cranberry, you should definitely check this beer out because it could be something you enjoy. And I feel like there's some people that just think it has to be their way or the highway, and it's like,
absolutely,
you know, you take a number like 6. There's different ways we get to 6: 5 + 1, 3 + 3, 2 + 4.
Sure.
You know, everybody's not going to carry the same route to get to where you're looking to get to, and you shouldn't sit there and try to slam people for going a different way. Let people find their own way. So like when I saw the stuff that I saw, there's reasons I felt about when Ginger Yeti posted that was because I know people that collect a lot of different stuff, and there's different reasons why I know why they collect them. There's sentimental reasons with some of them might have been cans or beer stuff they had with their parents that aren't here anymore. There's different things that it was a special memory. Maybe it was a beer they had when they met their significant other. You know, whatever the reason may be, it's not just one of these answers that are slotted in this poll. And it's like you're just basically putting stuff out there that's affecting other people that you have no idea what you're doing. And it's, I guess I got to the age where I'm getting to the grumpy old man stage in my life where it's just like, dude, like if it's not messing with you, then don't mess with anybody else.
Just
go about your day. Go about your day.
Yeah. So it's like, what difference does it make? Like I'm good with it. So who cares what everybody else, you know?
It's funny for me. I'm a very visual person, and anything that goes on my shelf that's over there is stuff that I really enjoyed and want to remember.
Yeah.
If it wasn't a beer that I was really a big fan of, it goes to the recycling bin. Yeah. And then the guy comes around on his bike with his little cart and his garbage cans or in his little Toyota Corolla, and he takes my recycling stuff and he goes back to the beer store and he makes some money on it.
Yeah.
So for these guys, like you guys have seen Paul and I's videos. Paul refers to me as the craft beer guy. He's the light beer guy. Well, I'm the craft beer guy because I'm more adventurous. I've got but Paul has surprised the hell out of me lately with the stuff that he really enjoys. Like we did some beer reviews and he's like, oh, that's really good. I'm going, but you don't like that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's going through my head and you could probably see it on my face when he's talking about this stuff. And I'm like,
what do you mean?
What? Who is that guy? But I don't think we have ever approached our channel in a fashion where we're like, we know everything, we know it all. We just like beer. And we just wanted to throw our original approach was to try and throw some comedy at it and try and find those beers 4 or 5 years ago that you could find that were sitting up in the back shelf that had all the dust on it that nobody's buying. Unfortunately, with the craft beer evolution, if it's sitting on the top shelf at the back of the store gathering dust, they don't bring it in anymore.
No,
so it's hard to find those beers now. So Paul and I had like a 6-month, amazing time of finding these beers that were just sitting around collecting dust that nobody wanted to drink. But it doesn't happen now. So we've had to push and change and do different things. And I mean, we just want to tell people, hey, I like craft beers. Paul doesn't really like craft beers. This is what we think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two different opinions. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And our opinions are getting a lot closer together now, which is kind of scary.
But that's
one's rubbing off on the other. Yeah.
But that's like what I learned with Todd. Like, I don't like IPAs. And I remember we went to one of our first beer festivals at Brew at the Zoo, and he tells the story a lot. Like, he had an IPA and he's like, this tastes like shit. And he spit it out. Now he loves IPAs. Like he just kept, you just find that like when we were in Canada and I did a beer review with, was it Brian?
You did several.
Brian, the beer snob.
Brian,
I had an IPA. We did it in the
yes.
Yeah. And I'm like, I didn't say it, but I was like, he was like, you want to do a beer? I'm like, yeah. And then I saw it was an IPA. I'm like, but it was really good. I liked that. But usually if Todd's like, I have an IPA, I'm like, I don't like IPAs. But I tried that IPA and I'm like, this is really good. It's just like you got to baby step into it. You know,
I bet you would love this one, Shannon. There's such a huge orange juice flavor on this, and I'm spilling it on my keyboard, but that sucks. But
yeah, but that one,
But also know, like, if it's high ABV or high hoppage,
Yeah.
like, she won't drink it. So I find ones that are, a good balance.
Yeah.
And try
Yeah.
to introduce
Well-
her.
and
to
I am
those,
like, if we
so-
go to a brewery or whatever, I'm like, well, he's like, where do you want to go? I'm like, I don't care. I'll find something I like, and he'll be like, well, they're mostly IPAs or whatever. And I'm like, I'll find something. Sure. They'll have a lager or whatever. And if I get a drink, and sometimes the first drink, I'm like, God, this is so hoppy. But then I drink it, a couple more drink. I'm like, oh, this ain't so bad. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
It's just like, instead of using your mind, just like taste it, drink it. Because that first taste sometimes just can turn you
Well,
off.
the thing is too is if you're doing something like that with an IPA, for instance, your best temperatures are usually going to be in about the high 40s, mid 50s Fahrenheit. So when they're coming out of the draft system, if they're running them at the 37 degrees, which is kind of common, you're better off to let it sit there before you actually get into it. And then when you're holding the glass, your hand will provide more of the heat and stuff to it to warm it up. So as you go through it more, that's where it starts to get a little bit more. And that's why you're picking it up and liking it down the
And
line.
that's
And
so
there's a
crazy.
local brewery here that it's not an IPA, but it's a pale ale. So she thinks like pale ale, IPAs ish, or same thing. I'm like, you might like it. Done.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you have a pale ale there, and it's like, it's fine. It's not super hoppy.
Which one? What's the name of it? Because I always get the buds when the
Well,
Nebula.
the buds.
The
No,
Nebula?
the Nebula's an IPA. You wouldn't like that. The
Yeah.
buds, it's a pale ale.
I mean, the pale
I
ale
like
and
the
IPA
buds.
line is
And it's
so
super
slim
light.
now.
Like, it's not super
Yeah,
hoppy
I
or
always
whatever,
get the
but-
buds when
Yeah.
I go there.
But it is a pale ale, and she's like, oh. I was like, no, you of all the beers here, you would like that one
Yeah,
for sure.
Because I do. When we go into a brewery, I'm like, what do you think I'd like? Like, just pick me a beer out. I'll drink it, And I like the buds. But usually that first drink, I'm like, did they give me the right beer? Because it tastes a little hoppy. But then as I drink it, it's like probably maybe because it's getting warmer or whatever.
Settle into it. Or,
Yeah. But when, when we were doing our beer reviews, like, because I always like everything ice cold, and we were doing like some stouts and porters, and he's always like, well, you're supposed to drink this a little bit warm. And we had one, and I'm like, this is really good, but I don't love it. Had like all these flavors on the can, and I'm like, I don't taste any of this stuff. And so we were like, well, let's walk out back, and then we'll let it sit for a little bit, and then I come back and I tried it, and I'm like, oh my God, like you can taste everything now. Yeah.
Yeah, it warms up and it brings out more. I mean, I wish that they actually ran lines to fit styles at breweries, but it's a little bit more harder for them to do that. So everything
100%.
kind of gets at that 37 cold is that
It's
target,
all,
and
it's all
then
cold or nothing.
and it's knowing the styles is letting it sit around and stuff for a bit before you actually. It's like a wine, right? When you get a nice wine, a lot of times I talk about open it up, let it breathe. It's just kind of the same thing with some of these beer styles. You got to just let it open up, don't dive right into it and stuff. So I know some people that will get like a stout or whatever, but then order a lager with it. So they'll drink
That's
the
what I was gonna
lager
say,
while
right?
the stout
So it's
sits
like,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Order a
Then
stout,
they'll-
let it sit, buy another beer and drink it.
Oh,
Let it
okay.
sit.
Yeah.
I was going to say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
That's what exactly what I was going to say. It's like,
Wow.
Yeah, and that works out well because then when you go into it, it's kind of intended for you to go in at that point at the right temperature. It'll feel that much better when you're drinking it.
so
But,
time.
yeah, the base thing, nothing wrong with that. Actually, my Coors Banquet video still is getting views like crazy on stuff. Like Coors is a classic. So
Yeah,
nothing
what
wrong
is that
with
up
it at
to
all.
now? Do you know?
I don't even. I think it's second on the channel now, but it might be 4,000 or 5,000. I think, but I think Ranger is still actually the Beer Blizzard is still number one, and then the Voodoo Ranger is number two. But I think it's number 3 now on the channel
wow.
for views.
Okay.
3 or 4, yeah. But
Now,
I got no problem with Coors. It's a classic. So, and I go back and I do macro stuff from time to time. So even though I do 90% craft, I enjoy some of the macros sometimes. I feel like, again, that's part of the whole beer exploration. Like if I have a chance to go to some of the breweries and I get out to like St. Louis, yeah, I would go to the Budweiser brewery. If I was in Colorado, I would go to Coors because it's part of the history of beer in the country.
Yeah. But Rod, what is like your most
Cheers, Aubrey.
Your
What's
most
up, Bobby?
epic video, and it's got to be the same epic video that I think.
What on
Epic.
the most views on the channel?
No, just epic. And it could be a short or a video.
I don't know if there's I don't know. Like, what do you mean by epic?
Oh, come
like,
on. The one when we were in Canada and all of y'all were in the van.
oh, that's short.
Yeah, that was yeah.
I don't even know.
That's
I don't even know how many. I don't even know how many views that got. That was a fun thing. Yeah, we were all in there.
I was
and-
wondering. I'm
Yeah.
wondering the same things. Like, how many did that get actually?
But you know what? That was like a short. And shorts are weird because there's shorts and there's long form on YouTube. So shorts get looked at differently than that. But that's got a good amount of views on it, I know.
But it's
Honestly,
epic. I don't care
I
about
was-
the view. It's just an epic
but what
video.
would make it epic?
Experience.
I wasn't there.
Well, no, but you experienced
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
that was there.
Oh, how are you defining epic though? Like,
I don't know. Epic is different for
No,
everybody.
in my opinion, she thinks it's epic because she knows everybody that was in that video.
Maybe. I don't know.
yeah,
For that weekend, so she's thinking of that, compared.
yeah. I mean, because I'm thinking like epic. Like one of the things I would say epic is just like the
Epic is
gathering type
different.
stuff, right? Like to me, like I would think like the video that I put up of us doing the last one, like the farewell to Niagara type thing with all the different shots and stuff I put into it, and for everybody,
Yeah.
to me, that would be like an epic video.
And
It may
it's
not have as many
different for
views as some of the other ones
Yeah.
and stuff, but I feel like it was epic, just all the different
Yeah.
fun that we had there and the work that put into it and all that kind of stuff. So
That was
I
such
leave epic up to the viewers. The viewers, they decide to me what's the epic. I just make the stuff and I put it out there and have fun with it. Just like your
All I
paintings.
know is
You do the
all I
paintings,
know
you're
is-
not thinking about what people are going to think about it. You just do them. And
And
then
I feel
people
like
will
those
decide.
are probably the best
Mhm.
ones.
Yeah.
all I know
Yeah,
is
for-
I'd hate to be Chase this year, following Ray and Shane on that.
Well, I think last year, like
Even
Ray and
though
Shane were
that was
probably
our first
Ray and
one.
Shane were probably saying that from the year before as well when they were
Well, I
setting it
know,
up
you're-
too,
you're
right?
probably- No, that's what I'm saying. Is like, that was our first one, so I don't know. Maybe, maybe.
And
Oh, yeah, we were-
That's probably totally accurate. for
That's what I
sure.
told Todd. I'm like, there's no fucking way I'd try to do this. That's got to be so much pressure and so much work. And
I can tell you the venue that Chase has chosen is epic.
oh yeah,
No,
we
I-
saw
absolutely
it.
I saw-
epic.
We saw it and it was like, oh, this is, and it's not about the whatever. It's like the people that surrounds the event. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
everybody being there, if like who gives a shit where it's
Yeah, if we were all like all
whatever,
boring
like, yeah,
and nobody
yeah.
had any fun, who cares what the venue looks like?
Like I think the
Yeah.
whole group
You know-
in general, like it could be in somebody's backyard in tents or whatever. Like who gives
Yeah,
a shit?
because that's what
is?
it would be if we held it.
You know what though? Honestly, like I work in the events industry. The venue absolutely
would know- you
adds
would know that,
something to the whole experience.
Yeah.
And
It
Chase has
looks
chosen
awesome.
an amazing venue for this one.
It
So
looks awesome. It does look
So
awesome.
is he still have the same place he started when? Because I know he was gonna do.
Yep.
It still
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
Up.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
he
like,
he had some trouble with it with the trying to book the first time through the
Yeah,
company that he
'cause the
found it
party
through the first time.
thing.
But
Yeah.
then I jumped in to help him out and I found
Yeah.
it on the
I
other
know we-
booking site. And then
Yeah.
he just had to do some messaging back and forth. But
We send
yeah.
our payment right away. Like here you go. Here's our
Yeah.
money. Take
Yeah.
it.
So
If it helps
talking
you,
about
take
views
it.
on videos though, like you guys just were, Paul and I actually hit a big, like a whole super home run with doing an Asahi super dry video.
Oh yeah, I like
We're-
saw. Yeah, I've had that. Yeah,
Yeah, we're running up to 5,000 views on that video.
that's
Damn.
awesome. Yeah.
So, and
So-
then our next in line was the Rush beer
Okay.
at-
Okay.
at almost 3,000 views, and then Sing Tao.
Okay. I've had
So-
that one too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. It's weird the ones that hit, and we
Well,
cannot
the thing
figure
is,
out why.
I can say that when you start getting into some of the international beers, and I say international, I mean you mentioned a Rush beer, which is going to have a nice presence because of Canada and basically
Yeah.
Rush being that ideology and being kind of that national treasure canon. So a lot of people will like Rush. But when you're looking at the Asahi and you're looking at the Qingtao, what I've seen is some of the other countries where it's more, I want to say YouTube friendly than like say here in the States. It's
Right.
more like more people that watch YouTube. So I think of like people like Craig and them in the UK. They have a weird
Right.
setup where you have to pay a certain way if you want to watch TV. So a lot of them just do YouTube. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like when you launch stuff over there or in certain other areas, it seems like it's a higher gravitational pull possibly. So I think that's why you'll see something like, say, with Simon with Real Ale Craft Beer, how he gets so many views out of Wales on some stuff. Not that he does a great job on the videos, but I think it's just more of a presence of YouTube and social media than what they're actually watching maybe on TV and stuff. So there's some opportunities for that for sure. So that's awesome on those. Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny because then we drop into like one of our episodes was what is a Bock beer? And we hit almost 1,000 views on that one. And then the next one was Sneaky Weasel from Balderdash Brewing. Almost 1,000 views on that one as well.
Yeah.
So
Well, you know
it's,
what I
it's
did
just
learn?
weird.
What I did learn in my short YouTube career was
All 7 episodes.
was that like if your title asks the question, it does better. Because a lot of people will put into the search engine a question. And like, if I'm like, what is whatever, then the search engine will match that up more than other things. Because when I go to search engines, even YouTube, I'm like, how, what, where, when, because I'm asking a question. So instead of just saying the same beer title as every other beer title that somebody else that's reviewed the same beer 12 million times or whatever, if you just that what, when, where, how in front of it, then it pulls more. So
So Shannon's basically doing an SEO planning for those of you watching. If you're not familiar with it, that's what she's kind of doing.
So when I do my videos,
search engine optimization.
Doing all that shit,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. But it's funny. It's just you're doing that, and that's what you want to do when you're planning stuff out and everything. Yeah.
And that's what I did tell Todd.
Paul did it.
Like, we'll start this. And I told him from the beginning, I'm like, hey, I'll get in here, but I'm gonna get bored and I'm not gonna want to do it anymore. So I'll get in there for a little bit, but you're gonna if you want to keep this going, you're gonna I'm gonna bail.
No, I was thinking about this weekend. I was like, I'm gonna do some videos this weekend and just
do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
There you go.
Paul and I ran into a real.
But here we go.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
and
Like Paul and I ran into a big slump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We film a video that was like, I mean, if we put our outcuts in it, if we put our bloopers in it and all that shit, they might do pretty good.
I mean, probably would.
Yeah, because there's a lot that I did the editing and I'm just like, nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that. And I'd take a 15-minute video and cut it down to 3 minutes. And I think I just cut out all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, throw those out as shorts.
I think I probably already deleted them.
But anyways, like Paul and I were saying, we were doing all these videos. When we started, our average video was almost 30 minutes long.
Yeah, damn.
Our average video time now
Yeah.
is maximum 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Maximum 5 minutes. I tried to keep us going while we were going through transition of stuff that we were working on, and Paul was making some changes with his career. I was doing stuff with mine, and just tried to throw shorts up. Shorts are amazing.
Yeah.
And I mean, watch Beer for Breakfast, Fact for Snacks. He's maximized the whole short game.
Yeah.
Large.
No. Well, shorts are good, but you just have to recognize where shorts play versus long form on YouTube. So 100%. Shorts is a different arena than long form.
100%.
So, and then like when you look at like your analytics as you put more up, you'll have some people that favor shorts. You have some people that favor long form. You have some people that favor live stream. So you have to know how you develop out there. But just you can get like some people I feel like are under pressure. Well, I got like 20,000 views on this short, but my long form not doing it. Well, your shorts, you have to hit millions on shorts versus what you have to hit on
100%.
it. So some people are still learning that out there. So yeah.
Yeah. So it's funny. Like Paul and I took like I said, a hiatus. We were focusing on a different project that we worked on. It's doing really well, but we've decided we've got to get back to the Alkanaut stuff because that's where we started.
Right.
That was the root of what got all this going, and we met all you guys like all these great people through this. So
That is, I love it. God, we
Yeah.
would have never met.
yeah, and when I talked to my colleagues at work and said, "Yeah, we've got all these people coming up to Niagara Falls for a get together," they're like, "Oh, how do you know them? Oh, we met them on YouTube." Wait, what?
You're like,
Yeah.
you're gonna get raped and murdered and scammed.
Exactly.
And, yes.
You never met in person?
And-
Like, no. But
And when I went back to work afterwards, and I showed some videos we shot, I showed some, like I took some candid video of
Yeah.
the space
Oh,
that
yeah.
nobody's seen yet,
Yeah.
that nobody may ever see because I'm not really sure what to do with it. The sound is horrible, the quality is horrible because I was just
post
I-
it because we all want to see it for sure. Do it.
yeah I'm not sure. It's some of it's really not
Okay,
for
okay.
posting. So
I'll get you. Yeah,
It's
okay.
not appropriate.
Yeah, because I mean we've all built a really great following to our channels, and Paul and I went through the whole thing with intern Jackie, who's an amazing friend. It was such a cool thing to pull that in, and we've tried so many different things. It was an amazing exercise in marketing, and an amazing experience in just what can we do? Do people want to watch a couple of 50-year-old guys drink beer? Apparently, there's
Sure.
Apparently
about-
so. Apparently.
there's around 400 people that do. So
And the thing is, I think with our age is we don't give a fuck anymore. We don't care. We just
Yeah.
are who we are. And I think that's refreshing to people. Like they want to watch somebody that's real. And
Well, I'm thinking like the day one we first came to your house that day, and he was grilling hot
Yep.
dogs or whatever, and just before we even got
Yeah.
together with everybody else, like it was.
that was
like,
not hot dogs. That
that
was
was-
sausage, dude.
Yeah, it was hot. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Whatever.
we
I-
ketchup potato chips.
And I
Yes.
smoked
Yeah,
chicken
it's like,
that
yeah,
day.
it
I
was
s-
Yeah, 'cause
I had my
you-
smoker going that day.
Yeah, you
But did-
because Alan
But
was
did you
there,
but
right?
did you feel
Yes.
did you
Yeah,
feel the
yeah.
leg lamp? Did you
Yeah.
feel the leg lamp is the question.
I don't.
They did not.
They did
I
not get
know.
to feel the leg
No,
lamp.
you did not.
I feel things I forget all the time. You don't know how many things I felt I forgot.
But I'm thinking
I-
us from like here, it's like we driving up, pulling in front of your house, like didn't know who anybody was, and just
Like, but did
it was
you?
just like we knew you guys, we knew you, but
Like,
we
I
didn't
don't
know.
think I'd
in
ever.
person or
Maybe
whatever, but-
once. Maybe we'd been on. Like, I didn't know you. I didn't know Alan. Like, I didn't have. I don't.
Yeah.
Remember, And
But
I
I
was
feel
just
like that whole
yeah.
experience starting with that was like it was so amazing.
The
'cause
whole,
it's like
yes.
it's like you almost knew everybody, but you didn't know anybody at all. You know what I mean? It was just kind of like,
You knew him more than I did.
well, yeah, but it was like
Yeah.
still didn't know anybody per
Yeah.
se, not in
But-
person.
But
But it was-
my one
it was still
regret,
awesome.
which I will try to do better, which I don't know if I'll be able to because there's going to be land around me, is me and TK, we like spent most of the time back at the Airbnb, and we didn't really like go out as much as everybody else.
Yeah, I'm not even if he's going to be there this year or not.
TK's not.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Well, I think there was a comment that he was maybe not.
But
He
it's
didn't
so
know. He didn't
funny
know yet.
because
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me and TK
yeah.
are the complete opposites. Like I feel like we are. Like and it was like I was slept upstairs and we'd both I'd wander out into the kitchen at about, noon.
Yeah, I
11.
think it was a Saturday. I think.
And
it
then
was
he'd
when-
come
Yeah.
up and we'd kind of sit there in silence and I'd be on my phone and then we'd eat a little bit. But it was just like, but I'll hope next year I like don't drink so much or do so many gummies that like
The gummies, maybe. Yeah.
that
maybe.
I will go to the breweries. Like I didn't really go to that many
No, you
breweries
didn't.
when
No,
I
you
was
didn't.
there
No, no.
because I just
Yeah.
like I stayed up late. But I'm hoping because I see all the videos of you guys going to the breweries and stuff, and I'm like, damn, I wish I would have went there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe
Well,
I
let
should
me-
go to bed earlier.
Let me grab some of these comments before you
Okay.
wrap up here in a bit. Yeah, Captain Kangaroo. I was a fan of Captain Kangaroo already
I
as well.
remember
Did
that.
watch
That's a
that as a
cartoon.
kid
Me
too.
No,
And Captain Kangaroo was actually before Mr. Dress Up. Captain Kangaroo is like
What? Yeah, I guess he was like
1965,
early.
and
Yeah,
Mr. Dress
yeah.
Up was I think 1967. So
Really? Okay.
School
Okay.
of Rock and Captain Kangaroo
I
and
remember.
Mr. What was his name? What was
Dress Up?
Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Dress Up.
Mr. Rogers,
Yeah. Mr. Rogers was the American
No,
version.
I know Mr. Roger. Mr. Dress Up
Mr. Dress Up.
Yeah.
Captain Kangaroo.
and
Captain Kangaroo.
oh god, I don't know if I spelled Kang.
One of it is.
You can explain that to her while I do the comments, Todd.
Yeah, there you go. Yes.
Tris, all right, cool. Yeah, let us know. We'll be doing a day session, so I'm thinking to probably get there. I looked at the pre stuff. Probably will get there around. Well, you guys can't get into like 12 something if you're going, but I think 10:30 is when we're going to probably be there because that's the other thing too. Because you volunteer, they usually want to get you there between like 10:30 to 11:30, I think. But as soon as stuff gets tapped, we can start drinking before the event even starts.
Oh yeah.
So we drink
coming.
ahead of time before the event even starts kicking off.
Or you
which
can
is
just
great.
hang
On
out
my
at our
way.
booth.
Do what?
Or you could just hang
I
out.
I heard both of you there. Do what? We won't have our booth until like probably before it starts, but you can still walk around, and if people are tapping kegs, you can start drinking.
It's
Yeah,
a
that was
solution to
great.
every problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Garlic bologna on toasted bread with American cheese and mayo is the best. So see garlic bologna in the house. I'm telling you,
Ooh, there
a
you
little
go.
flavor.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Fred, try mustard and sweet relish, is Ray said there. Rod, so
Ray's-
which beer should
Ray's
I buy
at-
tomorrow? I'm going to the
he's on it
jungle.
all
So
in.
I have not gone to jungle gyms yet since I've been back. One, I got a lot of beer here, so I don't need to go. But two, I'm afraid of what I'll buy if I do go. So I've kind of stayed off a little bit.
You
However,
need to go right. Go right.
No,
You
it's
gotta go.
scary, Rod. It's
at this time of year, they should have a pretty good selection. Again, Trez, depending on what you're looking for, the Imperial Stouts, I'm sure they got a bunch of stuff there. They've got the barley wines. They've got a lot of the
I'm still drinking
Imperial
stuff
Porters
March.
come out right now.
It's not good.
You have a lot of the IPA stuff that'll be out there. I mean, they'll have a good selection. And one thing I will say tomorrow, from what we're seeing here, you probably want to go in the morning, which is good for you because you're working nights, but they're saying to try to be back home probably around 2 or 3 before the snow stuff really hits. So if you do go tomorrow, might be trying to get there around lunchtime or so to try to not get stuck out there. But I would say some of the bigger beers, this is the time you'll see a lot of that, a lot of the winter ales, a lot of winter warmers, a lot of the Imperial Porters and stuff. So usually a good time. And those beers are good because you can actually sell them, not to drink them automatically. You can hold them out for a good number of years, even before you have to crack them open. Sherwood Akanas, thanks for sharing the recipe. 5 bowls of Berlin Earl. That's what it may have sounded like, JT. That's what it may have sounded
Absolutely
like.
right, JT. That's right.
Oh, they're just messing with Shannon. All northern men love a southern talking woman. All southern talking men love a southern talking woman. Yeah.
all northern men love a southern. All southern talking men love it.
Oh, true, Aubrey. Well done, Ray, with the F off beer to 51st State.
Yeah.
I
Why
agree.
is it Illinois and not Arlen, Illinois?
Hey, you tell me.
It means Arkansas, Arkansas.
Arkansas.
There we go.
That's right.
Arkansas.
That's exactly
There you
what I
go.
said.
Maryland, not Maryland.
Yeah, it is Maryland. It's Maryland.
Maryland, yeah, that's what they pronounce it, but not Maryland. If you came from overseas, you might think it's Maryland.
Maryland.
I agree. I'm not an expert.
Louisville.
I agree. I am not an expert in craft beer, so I am never pretentious about it, but I do really enjoy getting out and trying anything I don't recognize. Yeah, you don't have to be pretentious in craft beer, but it's just like some people take it to a new level sometimes. But I'm never surprised by it or shocked. It's just like, I don't know why people still have to do it, though.
I'm going to say this real short. Craft beer, in my eyes, is art. When I was doing it's art. Like, and people look at art differently and interpret it differently. Like,
Yeah.
that's how I feel about it.
Well,
It's art.
It's the good form of chefism.
Yeah, it's art.
Well, it's like you can put it like there, like cooking or whatever, like that and everything. So yeah,
And art is which one? Subjective,
Subjective,
not
yeah.
objective.
right. Subjective. Yeah, and Notre Dame has beaten Penn State, by the way. Always, I'm on Rajay's shadow because he knows more about beer than I ever will. It bothers me when people are know-it-all fakes and about anything in our world. No, I appreciate that, my friend. I mean, I just try to have fun and share what I know and, help people grow if I can. If not, give you a good laugh while you're here, hopefully, too. So, we try to keep it entertaining. My whole thing when I did the channel was to teach people about beer in a fun, educational way, but also an entertaining way. So my whole thing is to try to keep it fun and light, and like Schoolhouse Rock. You may walk away and learn something.
All right, here we go.
Hey, you said fun and entertaining. Why'd you invite me on?
Yeah. I needed someone to be the straight man for it there, right? So I got the jokes. You're the straight guy. It's like the old Abbott and Costello routine.
That's totally Paul and I.
Who are we?
Yeah.
No.
Don't go there. Don't do it.
Yeah. Yes.
Shannon, don't ask. Shh.
That's
Yes,
right.
Yeah.
That is yes.
The very first time,
I love that.
very first time I tried a Voodoo Ranger IPA, I thought someone had discarded a cigarette button in it. 10 years later, I love most of them. But first experience, it was nasty. Yeah, and I mean, that's just, your palate grows. As you become older, you try different things. Your palate becomes trained to different stuff. I know people that hated barley wines the first time they had them, and then they love them nowadays.
Trying it.
Yeah.
It never changes. Boring.
Yeah. It's like I hate black licorice, but I'll have beers like barley wines or some of their stuff, and black licorice would be like a part of it.
That's Vince.
Is he new?
Yes.
No, yeah, he was here when you guys were here, but they were hiding then.
But you just lost a cat before.
Yeah, bro, so.
Yes, and then Vince and the Scout came to replace. Yes. Well, not replace, but they came because we needed more pets.
Yeah.
This is Vince. Aww. Vince is a scaredy cat, so.
Our cats will gnaw your face off.
Oh. Yeah, Ray said experience of craft beer. Also, Aubrey said, don't forget, Alkanaut, there's always a 50-year-old woman out there wanting to see a 50-year-old man do something. Right. My advice would be something that they've always been scared to do.
What is that?
Paul and I have some ideas. Paul, you and Paul are having ideas. I mean,
Paul is crazy.
Oh, the ideas coming from you, or ideas coming from Paul? If they're coming from Paul, I might be a little concerned.
Yeah, it's a little different.
It's a little different.
Yeah, yes, for
like,
sure.
Who's the idea guy there? Women find thrills on men that do all kind of things out of the ordinary, I think. That's some capital D, capital A drinking.
Captain D's.
Papists torture Protestants 27-23 in a thriller. And Nevada. So there we go. So get caught up on all the comments there. You can stay there for now.
We were trying to bug.
So before we wrap up here in a little bit, a few minutes or so, because I don't know, I got to work in the morning. Shiner probably does not. Todd probably does. Ray may. Ray does. So yeah.
Oh, we stayed up to 2:00 in the morning the other night. We both had to work the next day.
Yeah.
And that's how Shiner starts calling people out now.
I know.
Yeah.
Right? Especially when she's off the next day.
I wasn't off the next day.
Well, no, but now you are. But so now you're calling up.
Well, I mean,
is Shana gonna have to go? Is Shana going grocery shopping tomorrow then for Snowmageddon hit? Before Snowmageddon hits,
live off the cereal, and I would find
right.
I don't need the groceries. Todd needs the groceries.
Look that Todd gave me.
We need groceries, not just me.
If I get hungry, there's spices in the cabinet. I'll eat some spices.
You eat spices? Spices can't keep you alive.
I mean, Todd goes to the grocery store. I haven't got there yet, but if I had to, I'd eat spices.
I go once.
Jeez Louise.
Every 2 months.
No.
Okay, so and on that bombshell, I'm gonna say adios. I gotta go.
Yeah, we're about to sign. We're about to sign off here too.
Yes.
Great to see you guys tonight. Cool to see everybody that was in the comments tonight. It's awesome. I love this community. We've got such a great group of people around here. It's absolutely awesome. But yeah,
sure.
This guy's
appreciate
old.
You having on. Make sure to check out Ray on the Alkanauts, him and Paul. And just to update before I end the poll here,
New
Mrs.
stuff
School
coming
was number one. Mrs. School was number one answer at 53%.
Oh, Jesus. Ray, tell your wife I said hi, and I hope she's still singing.
Will do. She absolutely is. She's actually gigging out there these days.
Good.
doing-
I love
Oh,
She's
it.
doing about
nice.
2
Love
shows
it.
a month, so it's awesome.
Nice.
Did when we were up there, she was getting set up. Did that pan out to be good for her as well and stuff?
Yeah,
when we were
it's
there?
been really
Yeah.
good. She had a small setback. Victor that she performs with was in a really horrific car accident. He's fine. He's gonna heal good, but she's after that she met some great people. She's doing some cool stuff, so it's all good. All good stuff
Sweet.
in the world. So
Nice.
And tell your sweet daughter that works at the daycare I said hi to, that rides her bike.
all right, we'll do.
I want to ride my
Adios, my friends. I gotta
bicycle.
go.
All right. Cheers, Ray.
Cheers,
Have a
all.
good one, my friend.
Yeah.
Cheers to you, Sammy, as well, before we sign off here in a bit. But always great to see you, my friend. Sammy, good guy there. Short and stout. Make sure to check him out down under.
Rod, do this. Put your thumbs up. I want to see what.
Well, it's from the
No,
front.
but I'm
It's
saying
from the
like
front, though.
how curved is your?
Oh,
Like his is pretty curved. Mine's curved. Yours isn't as curved as mine.
not as much as yours.
Yeah, that looks ridiculous. That looks. I mean, but
But
that's
but
what it
Sammy-
looks like.
The Sammy's from the front though, so
That's
Yeah.
weird as hell. Look at that.
you're kind of deformed.
That's weird as hell. Damn.
You
All
ever
right,
see the
keep on,
ham?
Brian.
You
Sorry.
ever see the hand map of West Virginia?
The what?
The hand map of West Virginia.
No, I don't know if I want to.
You never seen it?
The hand map.
The hand map of West Virginia. What am I, D silent now? The hand map of West Virginia.
The hand. What's
So
the
what's the difference between a hand map and a regular map?
Because you can make the map of West Virginia with your hand.
Oh, you can?
Yeah. And Michigan also.
No,
You turn
yeah.
West Virginia.
Michigan-
You turn that way. It's West Virginia.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
We got to do the.
I'm thinking of Virgin, but Michigan is a mitten. Michigan's a mitten
Michigan's a mitten. Yeah, that's a mitten
Yeah.
state.
because I want to live in Michigan. That's.
You
I'll
still
have
want to go
big
to
dreams.
Michigan? What's the deal with Michigan?
I love it.
Because they had weed illegal, but now
No,
it's-
and they have.
Cheers,
have-
JT. Great to have you, my friend.
They have the lake.
Because you got
But it's
Ohio
not
too.
like-
We get that now. Ohio
Yeah,
has a
but
lake.
it's like
They have a lake.
Michigan.
They have a great lake. Joey and them, STD, they're up by the Great Lake.
Hey,
Lap.
I'm just telling. Hey, you asked me.
You
why
don't like
Michigan-
Lake Erie?
I
Was it
could
Lake
argue
Erie? You don't like
with
Lake Erie?
Michigan.
But we have a great lake. I'm just saying, Ohio has a great lake. So why is it
Well,
got to be
then now I
Michigan?
want to go to Ohio. Now I want to go live it. Now
And
it's Ohio.
it's legalized in Ohio too. So
Yeah, I'm coming to Ohio. I'm coming to
which
Ohio.
is actually kind of surprising that
Michigan's a
Ohio
pipe
did it.
dream.
Michigan didn't surprise me. I was kind of surprised by
be careful
Ohio.
what you ask for. Be careful what you ask for.
I mean, you know, it's a little closer, less of a moving sucks. Moving just
No.
I had to pack up all that.
Michigan.
Yeah,
no.
Moving cross country really sucks. Like
That does suck.
If
Or
Yeah.
my
states.
daughter was, which I have a daughter forever and I'll always worry about her, but I'm like, if I didn't have a daughter, if I didn't have any children, I'd be like, I'm going to Michigan. I'm gonna get an RV. I'm just gonna find a camping spot. I guess you could come if you want to. Then we could. Like,
Well, thank you.
if you want to,
If you want to.
we'll make
I
room.
live
We'll make
down in a
room.
van by the river.
I'll be happy in a van by the river. But
Well,
like,
no, you're not invited. You're living in Michigan.
you
and
can
you're-
get a van and I can get a van. You can get a van. I'll get an RV.
Yes, you stay safe as well, because I think Aubrey, you might be getting some of that weather coming through there too, where you're at. From
Yeah,
this
we're supposed to get 2 to
storm.
4 or 2 to 5 tomorrow, I think.
That's what they said. Well, it's 2 to 5, but then like the ice might be in some areas. I think you guys might be getting more ice than we're supposed to get.
Well, I don't know. The news this morning was
They
they were
don't know
saying
what
like
the
the
hell they're
fluffiness
talking
and not so
about.
much ice.
They don't. News people,
could
the
change,
weather
though.
people, it's like flip a coin.
I just hope we get.
Oh, I know.
snow.
I went to the like Home Depot to buy some ice, and they were like signing on the stores.
You
like,
mean salt?
Or,
We-
yeah, some
we
salt.
don't need any ice.
some salt for the ice. No, we're
we don't
out.
need any ice.
Okay. I'm not going to Lowe's. I'm not going to Menards. I'll just go home.
Yeah, I mean, we'll figure it out.
Menards, yeah.
Menards
That's so
is-
funny. That's funny hearing because we didn't have Menards in Maryland. So getting back to this area, so I hear Menards commercials again. It's like That gets stuck in your head. It's like an earworm of a song they
So
actually have
are
for
you
their
a
jingles.
Menards?
Yes.
Are you a Menards, a Lowe's, or a Home Depot guy?
I've never been to Menards. I usually go to Lowe's unless Home Depot might be more convenient, but usually Lowe's is where I
Yeah.
usually go.
Menards is a
Classy.
Meyer times 10. Because
Really?
you can buy groceries there and lumber.
Oh,
and
Menards has
whatever.
groceries? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they sell.
They have hot fries there. Do
They
you
sell,
like hot
they
fries?
sell all kinds of shit there.
What's hot fries? Oh, like the
Hot-
little hot fried like the novelty type thing with like the
potato
like
chips,
Funyuns, like
hot fries,
Funyuns. Yeah, I know
Like
the
the
hot
chi-
fries.
yeah,
Yeah,
but they're
yeah.
spicy and they don't taste
Yeah.
like onions.
yeah.
They're just
I know
like
the hot fries.
cancer causing, like everything. But they're
Like
delicious.
everything else. Yeah.
Like
Man,
that.
I do
if
all
you're
kinds of cause
if you're
cancer.
eating hot fries and drinking beer, your cancer might have went really up.
And
Oh,
bacon.
And vaping. And
If
vaping.
I had a bag of hot fries right now, I'd be living life.
What about the Funyuns? Are you a Funyuns person?
No, I don't like. He likes Funyuns.
I like Funyuns.
My
Yeah.
mom like. I like the texture.
Because they got the hot Funyuns now too.
Yeah, but like
I don't care much for those though.
the munch.
Okay.
What are the potato chips? They're munchies. Is that what they're called? Those ones that are kind of. My mom liked those too. That they're like really full of air.
What's the
and they're
munchies?
like- are they called munchies?
I think so.
You know what I just realized? I went to the store last weekend. I've got
And you got
cheddar
something you
cheese.
forgot you had, and you're excited.
Yes, I got
What?
cheddar cheese and caramel popcorn. You know, we put the mix together. I forgot I had those here.
Oh my!
2
That's
bags.
gonna be stale.
2
You better
bags.
eat it.
No, I just got them last week. They'll be good. I haven't
Oh,
opened them yet,
Don't
but
you love it when that happens? When
I
it's
think
like,
this-
oh my
I
god,
think
I forgot.
I feel like if it snows, it'll be like some caramel, cheddar popcorn, grab a beer, and watch Squid
I'm
Games
so
this weekend if I
excited for
can't go
you.
anywhere.
I
I gotta
am
watch Squid
so
Games season 2. I forgot I had them in there. Like,
I love it when that happens.
I just realized it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Squid Games. You know what I just started watching too? Because I do want to watch Squid Games season 2.
See,
I just started
watched
watching.
reality, but I didn't watch
I started watching Reacher for the first time last night.
that. Do you like it?
I watched the first episode. That was pretty good. Well, I saw him. He used to be on another show called Titans. That where he was like one of the DC
Munchos.
superheroes.
Munchos.
Muchos.
Muncho.
But the guy
Oh.
But the guy that does Reacher, the guy that does Reacher is actually pretty good. I've seen him in other show before. So
Yeah,
and he fits more to like what he fits more to the character it was written about anyway than Tom Cruise
So
does,
Reacher, I'm like, this is the biggest, dumbest, worst actor ever.
Season 3 is
But-
about
Why
to
did
come
you
out,
think
though.
that? Why did you think that?
That he's not like. It's like maybe when I first started watching it, I'm like, maybe that's just his character. Because I love the show, show, but I'm like, is he? He's like so like. It's like he's not even trying to act, but he does such a good job, and I'm like, I love the show.
Well,
But it's so basic.
I thought
He's
her,
so
you
basic.
just started. I was like, season 3 is about starting like
Yeah, season
so
3 is
good,
about to
though. I
come
love
out.
it.
Yeah.
February. Oh yeah.
He's just like he shows no. He's just like a big dumbass, a big strong dumbass, a
Yeah.
big soft-hearted. He's soft-hearted too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
love the
that's how
show.
his characters of it. I've never seen the movies where Tom Cruise plays the character,
Yeah, fuck him. I don't like Tom Cruise.
but what I know from the books, this guy fits the role more than what Tom Cruise actually did. Because in the books, he's kind of
Well-
like the same guy on the show.
Could you imagine, like, how could Tom Cruise, if it's supposed to be like the guy on Reacher, the TV show, and Tom Cruise is nothing like him?
No, I don't.
I'm not a big Tom Cruise fan.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny because Janice won't watch Jason Statham movies anymore because she found out how short he was. Because Jason Statham's only like 5 something. She's like, he's not as tough as I thought. Why is Ty like doing everything he's doing there?
He's
I was trying to.
he knocked over my 2 paintbrushes.
I was trying to plug in our.
Yeah,
cord.
my iPad's going. Just
It was
leave him. I'll
going
get him
dead,
tomorrow.
so it was going
I'll get
dead.
him
Yeah.
tomorrow.
We're about to sign off anyway because it's 11:30. So
Oh, it's all right. I knock them over all the time. I have too many paintbrushes.
yeah, you have to bring some paintings with you when you come up in a couple weeks.
No,
Why? I don't get a
I
painting
know.
from you.
That's what I said too. That's what I
Because
said.
here's the thing. I enjoy painting, and I like to do them for like even my paintings that I do. I'm like,
Well,
I
do 'em
would
for
never
you,
hang
man.
them up on my wall. It's not my type of paintings I would put on my walls.
But
I
yet,
enjoy doing them.
my mom took some, my cousin took some, and they
Todd,
all
put
have
some
them
paint.
hang-
Todd, put
they
some
all
paintings in the
have
car.
them hanging on their walls.
But if I
Todd,
start
put
doing
some.
if I
Todd,
start
put
doing
some
it for-
paintings in the car when you come up.
Hey, I'm going to. I will. We have our local brewery. They sell like stuff
I
like
do
that. And I thought it was
like-
like,
I
put it
do-
on the wall.
I do.
Like,
I'm
who
growing
cares?
though. Like this is I'm growing. Like my
I like that
clouds-
one.
Yeah, my clouds are getting, but like you wouldn't think this shit would come out of me. You would be like, you'd think I'd be painting flower fields or something. Like, but this is
No,
what I
you
like.
mean there's no limit on your creativity.
I just like to
No,
blend the
and
colors and.
Well, no, I told her, I was like, if nothing else, sell it to get your money for your supplies.
I mean,
Like, you ain't gonna make money, just buy your painting. You know,
Her
your-
personality is just a giver. That's all. Shannon's a giver, so I mean, she
yeah,
doesn't
I
see
don't.
it that way.
And plus, if I do it to make money, then I feel like it'll take some of the. I'm doing it for somebody else. Like I do it because I enjoy doing it, and it clears my mind. And if I'm not doing
Yeah,
it
but you
for
can-
that, and I'm doing it,
You can enjoy doing it and also sell it.
yeah.
No, that would be awesome there, Aubrey. Vancouver's a city I would like to go see in Canada at some point too.
Mm.
Seattle and Vancouver, knock them both out in one trip. We'll go across the border. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But my progression is I'm growing. I'm growing. I'm doing, because, Bob Ross was always like, people say, I can't paint a straight line. And he's like, art is not a talent. It's a pursued interest. And the more you put into it, the better you get. And I never really thought that, but because I've not done it to get better, I just do it because I like it. And I have realized that the more I do it, the better I get,
Yeah.
like, but I'm just like, I wish I could just paint something I'd want to hang on my wall, but that shit don't match nothing I have in my house. But I like
But I'm
doing
saying
it.
though, there's people in our family's like, I want that painting.
And I'm like,
See,
I love that you love it.
I could put it
And
right
you go
back
there
here.
and
See,
you
it would
gotta
fit
hang
right
it.
up here. It would fit right up here in the background. See, It would fit
I mean,
right up
I'll
here.
give it to you. You can have anything. But Todd was like,
Rod, we got 45,000 paintings. We'll bring some to you, and you pick one out and hang it behind.
Yes,
no,
definitely.
But that's the thing. If you come over to my house and you look at my paintings, you're like, I really like that. I'm like, you can have it. But Todd was like, you should paint paintings for people. I'm like, no, because I don't want to put pressure on them to take it, and then they feel like they have to hang it because I gave it to them as a gift. If they come over and they look and they're like, oh, I really like it, I'm like, you can have it. I'm like, I don't want to put pressure on somebody to like something that I did. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I get that. I
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah.
But yeah. And I love that his mom and his cousin took one of my paintings and they put it up in their house. And I'm like, I love that.
Yeah.
And I
That's
didn't push
awesome.
it on them. They just took it. Or they didn't take
Yeah.
it. They said they liked it. I'm like, you can have it. Take it. And Peggy, your mom did take my two that I like the most. Yeah.
Aubrey said Tom Cruise, Jack Reacher's character did kick ass in the movie. True Psycho. So he's really good at acting like Jack Reacher. Maybe he pulls from within. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he did that movie back in the day with Jamie Foxx, which was one of his best roles. I mean,
What was that?
well, it was when he was like a killer, an assassin, and Jamie Foxx was a taxi cab driver who picked him up, and he made Jamie Foxx go along with him the whole time.
Oh, yes, I know you're talking
Yeah,
about.
because I think Jamie Foxx may have won an Oscar for that one. I know he was nominated for it, but that was really good.
That movie.
My favorite movie he ever played in was Vanilla Sky. It's weird as fuck, but I love Vanilla
I've seen
Sky.
that one. Him and Cameron Diaz. Yeah,
Yes, I really liked Vanilla Sky.
I thought he did good in Risky Business. That was one of my favorite ones he had done back in
Well,
the
that
day
was
too.
before he was a jackass, I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I was
still
always
a
like when it was
jackass.
years ago. I was like, if they said, we went, what sequel would you want them to make in Hollywood? I'm like, I'd like to see a sequel to Risky Business. Let's see how Joel turned out.
Yeah.
He's the one that played Pool.
Yeah.
That was The Hustler.
Oh.
That was The Hustler. He was
Oh,
in.
Risky Business was the one in his underwear
Yeah.
where he
Yeah,
stands across
yeah,
wooden floor.
Yes. Yeah.
I used
Yeah.
to do that when I was a kid. We had wooden floors, and I'd put my socks on and I'd skid across the floor. I loved doing that.
All right. Well, we are at the 11:35.
I got some
Well,
homework here.
We went a little bit later tonight than usual, but that's always good. It's always fun, entertaining. So
It happens.
hopefully everybody enjoyed it. It seemed like everybody enjoyed and hung out. And hopefully if you're listening on the podcast, you may have listened to this in various parts, but glad that you made it this far if you do hear my voice at this point. But we'll go ahead and get it wrapped up here. And then next week, be back again with another happy hour. Great to have Shannon back in here as well.
I had a good time. Thanks for having me.
Almost just over 2 weeks, I'll be with these two at the Ohio Cincinnati Beer Fest.
God,
So
have so much fun.
it's going to be a blast.
We got to do some lives.
Yeah, we got to do some live on my phone on stuff to do some live. I don't take too much going in because it gets sloppy after a point, but I can put the phone in and we'll pull it out and we'll shoot some stuff. We'll do some shorts. Yeah, it's like you try to check in Untapped stuff. You can't do Untapped for like an hour, and then you're like, "Fuck it, I'm just drinking at this point."
You're right. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, and Rod, do you still have this shirt available? Available. I need to pronounce
That shirt. Yeah. Everything's still available in the store there.
Hey, look.
Oh, let me pull you up to the big screen there. There you go.
Stand up there.
Look at that.
Get
Look
your
at that.
beer
Look at
on.
that.
Get your beer
Look at
on.
that sweatshirt there. Very nice. Appreciate the support there.
But I do always pull the strings out of all my sweatshirts.
I was going to say, where's the strings at?
I always
yeah,
pull the
okay.
strings out of my sweatshirts.
She
I
pulls
had that happen sometimes on mine too. Yeah. But anybody wants to check out any of the stuff, you can hit the link tree in the description, or I think YouTube at the bottom, they run a scroll under the video of different stuff you can look at in the store too. But yeah, I've got a new thing. I thought I would get it today. Oh, I was gonna do an unboxing earlier, but I didn't do it. I'll do that different video for that. But I actually got some new stuff coming in. I got like I won't say what it is, but I'll do an unboxing of some other new merch.
Ooh, teaser.
That I just picked up for myself as well.
Teaser.
But for those in Ohio that are watching this, if you are in the Columbus area, I will be at the Ohio Beer Conference in a couple weeks as well. So hopefully catch up there. I am so stoked to be there because I get to meet, we joke around all kind of stuff. People are like, "Oh, Rod J, legend." Blah, blah. I actually get to meet two people that I hold in high admiration in the beer world. One, Kate Bernat, who's actually one of the keynote speakers. She's a great beer writer, does a lot of stuff in the beer industry. So I've been talking with her already, messaging. And then Dr. J, she'll be actually there as well. She's one of the people with the Brewers Association, National Brewers Association, to be another speaker. So I get a chance to meet her too. And just a great opportunity to hang out and get some stuff from the conference. Awesome. And I'll be sharing videos and stuff like that from the beer conference in Columbus. But that'll be a fun time. So I'm kind of stoked to be up there in a couple of weeks. So that'll be that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday before the Brewers before the Beer Fest. Okay. So that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then that Saturday we get the Beer Fest afterwards.
Now don't wear yourself out before you see us.
Yeah, and then that Sunday I got WVU versus UC. That'll be the basketball game at Fifth Third Arena coming up. So that's going to be a hectic week. So I take off that follow. I take off that follow on Monday. I take off the follow Monday because I need to rest for a day. But yeah, so that's going to be. Yeah. So it's going to be a good time to be around town for sure. But the Brewers Conference, I'm pretty pumped up. The Beer Fest, obviously seeing you being there, be pretty pumped up as well. So a lot of good stuff coming in the next 2.5 weeks or so to speak. So stay tuned for all of that. And Todd, you gonna put some stuff up on your channel? You and Shannon, more Todd now, but Shannon editing, Shannon behind the scenes.
Take over and let her edit it, whatever.
Yeah,
I probably will do some this weekend.
I'll show you how to edit. I mean, I will. But...
No, you're going to, because I'm going to tell you to.
Yeah, we'll do something.
It'll be on your iPad, so you'll have to.
We'll do something, I'm sure, for some live.
That's the funniest thing you've ever said to me. I want to tell you to. So you're gonna have to.
I'm surprised I don't have a black eye right now.
So funny.
Yeah.
The
We'll have some live video takes for sure, Aubrey.
Hey, but
So
we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how
stay
it goes.
tuned.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
No. Well, no.
Night Ray, cheers, my friend. Yeah, definitely. So even though Ray left, Ray hasn't really left. Ray's in the comments right now. So just
Hey, Ray.
Oh, you're so cute.
Oh yeah, we won't even. Well, if it's a live thing, we won't even have to worry about it. We'll just pop it up there like it's a shorts or something like that, and I'll probably throw some stuff up on TikTok and all that other stuff too. So I got all these different social media now. Ray said, "Alkanos, see you next time, bro," as well. So yeah, if y'all haven't checked out Ray and Paul Alkanos, make sure to check out their channel too. That being said, we'll go ahead and sign off. Thanks for everybody that tuned in. Stay safe out there. I know where we're at, myself, Todd, and Shannon included. We're expecting the next wave of snowmageddon to hit tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully you guys are safe. Aubrey, I know where you're at. You're probably getting some of the weather and stuff too. Crazy. And for those of our friends out in California, stay safe. Hopefully this fire stuff ends for you guys here shortly as well. And again, I haven't talked to Mal, so let's make sure she's getting back up to speed on stuff too. So hopefully we'll get her back here shortly. So that being said, we will sign off, and I look forward to seeing everybody next week. And I will have some video uploads I'll be working on this weekend to be popping up as well. So stay tuned for that too. Cheers, everybody, and we will catch you on the next episode. Cheers.